I was gonna say, what's it called?
Hello.
City. Oh, hey guys! What's up?
Are you fucking serious? Oh,
This is gonna be a good ass time.
shit works out.
What's up, buddy? How are you?
What's up, guys?
Did you really finagle this all together?
I finagled this. He talked to me about the idea. He's like, we're gonna do it on Saturday. I'm like, I can't do Saturday. He's like, all right, we'll just do them separately. Let's do it Sunday. And then. Got him.
All right, this just went from being awesome to like the greatest.
You're gonna sit over here. I'm sorry, you get the drum throne, but I figured you're used to that.
And sock.
I mean, you know how to sit in a drum throne.
Yeah. You can't do more than to two people.
Yes.
Yes.
I can.
We're stretching it.
You see why I knew I was being a dick.
So, got a full house here.
We're back.
We're back.
Way more than I
We're
expected.
back. We're back.
We're back. We got the announcers over on this side of the table. Yes, that's right.
Here we go, yet again.
Yeah,
I wasn't
yeah.
even a part of this last time. I just watched it. but
Welcome.
It was
Welcome.
still as
Welcome.
entertaining.
It's still the same thing.
Yeah, no frozen Jeff this time.
No.
Hopefully, halfway through.
Yeah, he didn't move. He seemed nervous after that.
Yeah,
Just like so petrified, he just sat there
just the memes that could come out of that picture.
and stared.
Could you imagine
There
if
were a
that was
few of
like
them.
an actual condition that he like contracted and it like happened when he was drumming? So he was just like,
Just mid.
Just
This is the longest breakdown.
it just stops.
Just waiting for a China.
yeah.
Great.
He'll be back in like
Give it
30 seconds.
30 seconds. Give him. And then it finally hits in. So we got David, my own Will here.
Hello.
We got Joe and Jeff from Nagazi.
Hello. Hey.
Hello.
We're essentially all from the same band. We did
Essentially.
one tour together.
Well,
so
we
did.
got both dads here. Both dads.
But I'm not
in
a
the
dad.
house.
I'm not a
You're the
dad.
dad of the metal scene.
Yeah.
Why does everybody
Am I?
call you guys dad?
Probably because I'm old. I figured.
Well, I call
figured
him.
it was.
I call
I'm
him
old.
dad because, well, I like him more than my father. So
That sounds deep.
I'll take
yeah,
it.
and he looked out for me on the road, i.e., take care of me when I was needing a little release.
We take care of our own.
Yes.
Yeah.
We take care of it.
That's what it is on the road. It's a brotherhood.
Yeah.
I mean,
So yeah, especially when you get like on a tour and then you're booked with like another band. Maybe you know them, maybe you don't, but you're kind of on like the same level-ish. It's kind of like a band together type thing. Is that kind of how you'd say it is, or no?
Well, I'm gonna make this short as sweet and to the point as possible, so these two don't really have to interject. But I've cut ties with business associates due to them screwing Nagazi over. So that shows how much I care about these guys.
oh, we appreciate it.
Yep.
You know.
So
No.
yeah. So anyone takes advantage of my friends, yeah, I'm not doing business with you anymore. So
Yeah.
we'll leave it at that.
But that's coming from an experience
Right.
between both of you guys.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. I mean, past is past. It is what it is. But we ended up on the road together, and we had a fucking blast.
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
was a great time. We had a great time on that tour.
David and I had talked for 2 minutes before that entire tour. Like, we had no idea who each other were. We met at Detroit Metal Fest for a fucking heartbeat of a second. you live in Mount Pleasant? I went to school at Central. Cool. Hey, we should do a show sometime. Cool.
And
And
then
then you just kind of.
Oh, I'm going out on stage.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
we were on,
Catch you later.
yep, right after they were on,
A few months later, we're touring together.
And this is a few months later after Detroit Metal Fest.
Yeah, just a couple months later,
Yep.
we went out, worked our way out to New Mexico and into Texas, and had a fucking blast in the heat. And yeah, had and toured.
that
And
New
toured.
Mexico show is
Whatever.
one of the more interesting shows I think I've ever played.
But got screwed in the process.
Well, not really that one. That was a good show.
No,
That was a good show. I think we all.
No, I'm talking about what you were referencing to earlier. But
Oh,
yeah, just getting screwed over.
I'm not really gonna go into that necessarily. I'm just reiterating that don't fuck with my friends.
no,
So-
nobody really got screwed.
It was just a shitty situation in which there was some misunderstandings and communication wasn't nearly as well as it could have been between certain parties. And
Lack of research on our part.
yeah, it had nothing to do with Nagazi or my own will. So
Right.
Just lack of research on our part.
regular, yeah.
Just
really.
research into who you were getting
Yeah.
business with.
Just
Really.
on certain aspects of things, and
Yeah.
we didn't do all our due diligence.
I mean, I'm
but
sure.
lesson learned, and in the future, you do your due diligence.
Do Moving on.
Yes.
But either way, it was a good tour. We had a great time. Went all the way, like you said,
I'm-
New Mexico, Texas.
If you're watching this and you're any sort of into the scene, you know Nagazi, my own will and stuff, you can probably figure it out for yourself.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be named.
If they do their due diligence, they
You
can
do your
figure
due
it out.
diligence, you dig a little bit, you can figure out what this is all about.
Right.
Word of
So-
the day: due diligence.
Do diligence.
It means do your homework, you fucking slackers. Referring to us,
Yeah.
primarily, the
No.
three of us.
Like I said, it's a
sitting at the
learning
table.
experience. Everything in this is a learning experience.
Right.
But out of that potentially shitty situation, we turned it around into an amazing situation. We made some excellent contacts. Both parties made money at the end of the day, and we made lifelong friends out of it. So
Yeah.
Made it back alive to play more shows.
right, that too.
Right.
And
Well,
we
you got to make the best of it while you're out there too. I mean, wherever you're at. I mean, obviously
Absolutely.
you're touring, so there's so many other things that go along with just the music. It's like, oh, we're in this place I've never been before. Like, let's go check out this.
Right.
Whatever landmarks there or whatever.
If you're pissed the entire time you're on the road,
Yeah, you got a
stay
problem.
home. Stay home.
Right.
You got a problem with that. Yeah.
Stay home. I mean, you got to take punches. You got to roll with it. You got to have super fucking thick skin. Just
Well, this sucks. All right.
sometimes-
Let's go play.
Sometimes it's
Let's go
you know
play.
what? We're gonna go over here. I'm gonna yell at something for a minute, even if it's a tree. I feel better now. Okay.
Right.
Everybody good? We're good. Let's go back
Yeah.
to normal. Just chill out, deep breaths. Enjoy.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
And
the
it's
ride.
harder for some people than others. Other people can just be like, yeah, well, past is past. Other people are gonna be like,
Dude, I
mean,
stew.
but,
Dude,
like, you
I
know-
fucking
Are you a
stew.
stewer?
I'm a stewer, yeah.
so
I
how
hold
long do you
grudges.
normally stew around on something, and then you finally can be like, all right,
Well,
breathe on it.
as my 30th
Couple
birthday,
days.
as my 30th birthday approaches, I feel I've been trying to slow down a little bit and take a deep breath and not let things bother me nearly as much. Not emotionally react and engage with everything that pisses me off. But
Chill out, man.
I'm trying.
Well, but I mean, like at the end of the day, when you're out on tour, you're, there to play shows.
Right.
So that's the,
Right.
whatever fucking happens, suck it up,
right.
play the goddamn show. You
Yeah.
know. Or don't.
Or don't.
Or don't if
Or
you don't want to. Fuck it. But, hey,
Depending
play
on,
the show.
fuck it.
You know what I mean? That's what you're there for. That's what you're supposed to do. So,
Right.
Yeah, depending on certain situations, I mean, if certain accommodations were promised and you show up and nothing's the way it's supposed to be, well, then we have a issue of, well, why am I going to provide the service that I was asked to provide when you haven't provided a single thing that
Right.
is supposed to be given to us?
Right. Which would be going back into what we moved on from.
Well, no, I'm just talking about like at venues. Like I've showed up at certain venues where like venue owners promise
Oh,
us
yeah,
one
we've all
thing, and
experienced that, too.
It's just a completely different outcome when you get there. And typically, like Joe said, you play the fucking show. Like,
Yeah, you're gonna play. You're gonna
gonna
be
play.
professional about it.
And
you know.
like to the Stewart question, I do and I don't. All
Yeah.
right, there's a time to hold on to it. There's a time not to. I use it as motivation, basically.
Right.
Like, all right, it's just more fuel for the fire that pushes whatever we're trying to do.
Yeah.
And we play heavy music, so it
But how
helps.
long though? How long you stewing on something? A couple days?
Couple hours
Week?
for me.
Really depends on what it is, and who it is.
Yeah.
If
Right.
if it's something small by somebody I don't know, probably not that long because I really don't know them that well, and
Fuck them.
yeah. Until they prove otherwise, I just won't try not to do business with that side, whatever.
Right.
But if it's somebody that you're really close to and it's a deep fucking cut,
Yeah.
that one might hang on for a while. As much
Yeah.
as it might not like get to you every day,
Yeah.
there's still that dude, that was fucking close.
Yeah.
That was close. That fucking cut me. So
Yeah, even like relationship or family or something like that.
you
Yeah,
know.
that definitely. Yeah,
That's
gotta
why
think
you
about-
don't get emotionally attached to things.
exactly. That's
So
why
what do you?
have,
A couple minutes, you're like fuck, and then just whatever.
Standard push it down, man. Just push it down.
It's gone. It's gone.
It's gone.
It's gone. It's gone.
Now,
Yeah.
see, I'm a, you know, based on the person, like with my fiance, you know, we have this rule that we don't go to bed mad. So even
That is a good
even
rule.
if I'm fucking
Oh man,
stewing
what about
for-
the angry fuck though? You know what I mean? Ah, you know.
Nah, see, she ain't down for that. If she's pissed at me, it ain't happening.
No, yeah, it's not happening. No, yeah, same. No, not happening.
I wish. I mean, that'd be great, but no, that's not happening.
No.
But you know,
Same here.
like you said, someone I've done business with numerous times, if they fuck you over, then it's really, well, I'm just not gonna do business with you anymore. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna really stew on it. Just
Yeah, never going to talk bad about it. Just
Right.
all right, we're moving in a different direction.
Yeah, well, like you were saying though, you're gonna work on that, not stewing on shit as long. You know, your 30th is approaching. Well, sometimes me too, but sometimes it's like stupid stuff, and then you'll be like telling yourself in your head, you're like, why are you like,
You start looking back at.
why are you upset about this? But
Right.
then you still can't get unupset about it. So you're like having this internal struggle of like, you shouldn't be upset about this, but I'm fucking pissed about this.
Well, you can like you're like
You
know
know?
what, it really wasn't that big of a deal, and then like 2 hours later you're like, I am furious about this shit still. Like, why am I so fucking mad about this?
yeah.
And
So
then
you're
an hour
saying
later
that in
you're
your
like,
head.
nah, it's just bullshit. Whatever.
Yeah.
one of the greatest pieces of advice that I ever heard, and I don't think it was directly given to me. I think I just heard it like through someone else's conversation. It was, don't give anyone you dislike free real estate in your head. And I've been really trying to practice that ever since, because if
Yeah.
I don't like them, why the fuck am I going to let them stay in my brain and let them bother me for as long as they have?
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you follow that philosophy there? Just don't let it bother you.
He doesn't
I
let anything.
concur.
I concur.
I concur.
I agree with you, Mr. President.
I think it's all right. That's a
I
yes.
concur. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, it is though. It's just a hard struggle. I see why a lot of people, struggle with that, because I do myself.
Right.
Yeah. It everybody's different.
Everybody's different.
No.
Some people just take a pill for it,
Some people
and then
do.
you just go.
Some people.
But some people will just take more than enough though, and then Joe.
Some
Yeah,
guy-
no.
Some guys put fists
Not
through drywall.
Some people put fists through
I
drywall.
forget what the
Some
name,
people
the
smoke
name of
pot.
both of those guys are.
Some
called.
people
What is it?
work out. Some people work out all
some
their
with a K.
anger.
Yeah, it's
Kyle's?
me.
Kyle. Yeah, Kyle.
Yeah. Yeah, covered up my whole.
I think
I with the new tarp for it. I was gonna say I like the decoration. It's very nice, and it's apparently covering holes in walls.
I don't know, man. I think the Chad has kind of taken over as the drywall puncher.
Where do these come from, though? Like, just out of nowhere, you
Karen,
open
Kyle.
up social media, and it is Vin Diesel's face everywhere talking about family. Out of nowhere.
Did he have like a new movie
What?
that come out?
Well,
no,
I
no.
mean-
I probably there is a new
Yeah.
Fast and Furious movie coming out, but holy shit, what was that?
Well, okay.
I didn't get it.
So it.
I don't really get it either. But holy shit,
Yeah.
what was that?
Well,
Like,
so
Just a massive flood of Vin Diesel, and then
some dude was sitting there. He's like, dude, I'm making a million
Whoever-
of these, and on this date, I'm dropping them all.
whoever Fast and Furious's fucking PR person is on top there.
you know how many of those
The
fucking.
ghost of Paul
You
Walker.
know what? Maybe that was.
I told.
It was all.
Maybe it
that.
was just a studio stunt.
Yep.
I told so many of those family jokes.
Get him back in
before-
everybody's mind.
Good job.
Before the meme started, I told so many of those fucking jokes, and now I just feel like such a dickhead because, like, I either provoke this or like
It's just somebody taking notes that you said.
subconsciously like put this into someone's head, and they're like, "Okay,
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna annoy everybody."
It's
He
like,
brings
don't
up some
you-
good points. I'm
It's
gonna
like
steal
one of
this.
those things. Like it's like, well, don't you hate when you fucking come up with like an idea? Like say you're like my dad's idea was always like self-cleaning shower. It's like, I fucking hate cleaning the shower. Just come up with something self-cleaning. And then it's like a month later, you see an infomercial about the self-cleaning shower, and you're like, son of a fucking bitch.
Right.
Why is it
Well,
every
it's-
time?
Yeah, it's one of those
I come
things
up
where you're
with
like,
this idea.
it's a brilliant idea, and then you talk yourself out of it. You're like, actually, no, that's just unrealistic. No one's ever gonna buy that. And then a month later, yeah, there it is.
Boom.
Oh, million sold.
But on the
Sell something for $1.
On the
Sell something
flip
for $1,
side-
get 1 million people to buy it. I'll fucking retire.
Right. There you go. Done.
With my wage, I can retire, bro.
There you go.
but on the flip side, though, it's better than being the guy who hears a joke, doesn't realize that they heard the joke, then tells the joke like it's their own, and then is trying to be all like, "Oh, so and so stole my joke."
Yeah,
Where it's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
You
Yeah.
sure you didn't just misappropriate that for your own?
There's also a chance that somebody else in Colorado made that same joke.
Exactly.
And he told it to his cousin, who heard it to somebody else, and then,
My
no, you
cousin.
stole my joke.
Cousins.
Whatever, you know?
Somehow
Yeah.
it got to
It's also-
California, and then it spread like wildfire.
Yeah.
Or
Into
New
all the
York.
comedy places.
It's just,
And then
Yes,
bam.
and then California took it as their own.
unless it's
They
copyrighted as the
started just
original.
doing it themselves, and they're just gonna break off to their own little island. And
There you
Bro,
go.
I don't even want to tour in California because I have this like unreasonable fear that the San Andreas Fault's just gonna go nuts. And
Really?
the next thing I know, I'm just gonna be stuck on Hawaii 2 Electric Boogaloo.
so that's what's your irrational fear?
That sounds kind of fun, though.
Do you have any irrational fear like that? Like you're just like, it's probably not gonna happen, but I'm still
Babies?
babies. Really?
I don't think they're as cute as everybody thinks they are, but I don't think
No,
I'm
not
afraid
when
of
they're
them.
first born either. No, they're not cute. They're like
No.
you still have to form a little bit yet.
Yeah.
They're-
Work
Same
some,
as anything.
Work some things out here a little bit.
Yeah, same as anything. A puppy is not cute when it's first born, but
Yeah.
it is shortly thereafter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's true.
Yeah. Well,
Oh yeah, puppies, cats, anything that's first born, especially if they're meant to have fur and they don't.
Yeah.
That's the weirdest.
Yeah, or if it like hatches out of an egg, it just looks not
Just-
not exactly cute.
Did you know you're not supposed to help the like a chicken coming out of its shell? You're not supposed to help peel
Peel it?
apart the shell.
Why is
Yeah.
that? Why is that?
Because they won't survive. They won't. They'll
They need
get
to do
out
it
and
on
they'll
their own.
die. Yeah, they need to do it on their own. They need to learn to fend for themselves. There's something like that.
that makes sense.
Yeah, it's some primal thing. Yeah.
I don't know.
With the
So then
pecking
you
of
see
the
like on Jurassic Park where he's
Don't
like
fuck
taking
with
the pieces
nature.
of shell off. Like, no, you're not supposed to do that, bro. That dinosaur should have died.
Well, I,
well,
That movie was
Yeah,
probably
okay.
did.
Bullshit.
Probably did die.
Yeah.
wait,
But-
okay, so you're telling me the movie about the reanimated dinosaurs is bullshit? Get the
Yeah.
fuck out of here.
Hey.
It's not scientifically accurate. Night.
No.
You just bullshitting me.
Well, you know.
It looked good in the
Food for
movie,
thought.
though. It looked good in the movie.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
I mean,
So,
Side note, kind of related. I watched the original Space Jam last night because I was gearing up for this shithole that's supposed to be the second one. And,
yeah.
The CGI for the original Space Jam is really fucking good for 1996.
It's not bad.
Which made me think about, that's what Jurassic Park made me think about because that was around the same time, right? 1997,
94.
98. Was it 94? Damn.
useless.
That almost looks better.
Well, a lot of people are saying with the what the reviews that I'm seeing with the new one, it's like all like supposed to, it's like, I don't know, really techie, I guess. is what a
Yeah, it
lot of
looks like
people are
Ready
saying.
Player One from what I saw from
Yeah.
like the like little
I
teeny
just-
tiny block.
I'm one of those, man. It's like you can't just recreate it. It was Michael Jordan that did it.
It's like lightning
come
in a
on.
bottle, dude. You can't recreate that.
No,
Like,
there's just not going to be the same magic.
And it's just the time span in between. You know, something that was that big back then. I never saw it, but it was a huge fucking movie back
Oh,
then.
yeah.
So you expect the second one to be, you know, at least as good, if not better. And if it's not even close, people just trash it.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Well, and how many years are we between? What did we just say? You said 97, 98.
it was
so-
96 was when
Space Jam?
HBO Max said it. 96 when
So, what is that?
almost
20,
25
16,
years ago.
25, 25 years.
Jesus.
Just make Space Jam 2. Mm-hmm. How about it?
We need to make some money. What can
Yep.
we do?
Yeah.
Space Jam 2?
Got any takers?
Brilliant.
Get LeBron James.
Here's the thing, though. Honestly, I think the movie had potential to do good if you change the sport. Only because LeBron James is not to basketball now what
And that's not
Michael
Space
Jordan was.
Jam.
What?
It's Jam.
Well, right.
What should it have been then?
I'm thinking
Space rink.
Well, but look at like someone
Hockey.
like I don't know.
Yes.
No, I'm saying
Space
like
field for
I'm saying like
football.
football, like Tom Brady. Tom Brady has like the star.
He'd be a
power of-
terrible actor.
He would.
Dude.
He'd be terrible. But I'm talking about pure sports star power. Patrick Mahomes from Kansas City Chiefs, maybe.
Now he might.
I think that would be a good movie. You put all those aliens in football uniforms and
Maybe.
make
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
I think that's a better choice.
But
than,
they don't want to promote football because it's dangerous and hurts people's heads.
Well, I mean, Yeah, they only care now.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, so
I
we're not gonna
concur.
put football.
I concur.
We're not putting football in there. I'm sorry.
Timmy's playing baseball.
Yeah,
Yep.
put them in baseball. That's supposedly
There's
what
no-
is the safest sport?
I don't know. Don't you get paid the most in baseball?
Pretty much, yeah.
Well, I think it's due to the
Chess.
lack of a
Chess.
You consider that a sport?
Does it take intellect?
I guess is it on
Intellect.
ESPN
Because
Ocho?
there's a lot of sports that don't take necessity or necessarily physical strength or physical fitness. Bowling, pool.
Bowling.
Is
Curling?
pool a
I don't know. Have
sport?
you seen
you know?
someone who doesn't know how to throw one of those 12-pound balls, though? It's
Yeah.
fucking terrifying.
Yeah, dude.
Also, I
don't
have
know.
heard of people getting their fingers stuck and then just,
Really?
yeah.
Pulling it right off?
Well, not pulling it out, but
Like
like
dislocating?
it.
Well,
so-
yeah, but I mean that's your own fault because you're supposed to find a ball.
you're
Listen,
the
no one
one
said
who
I
put
was
your
smart,
finger in there.
okay?
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Not everybody going into the old Washington lanes. Is
We are
smart.
all using the
well,
same
and
ball.
see, that's what I'm saying. You know, we're
Yeah.
gonna figure this out by bowling.
Yeah.
You know, whether you have the common sense to find a ball that.
Can we move this to a bowling alley next time?
I mean, just have the ambience of in the background of the random strike every half hour. Strike!
Do we know anybody that can
He's
throw-
coming up to us at the table. He just got a strike. Did you see that?
Sweet Caroline. Sweet Caroline's on the jukebox for the 5th time since we've
God
been
damn,
there.
I will break that jukebox. Fuck, I hate that song.
It's like, hey Jesse, can we get some sound suppression on these mics? Because we just keep picking up that song.
Yeah.
Dog, we're gonna have to pay for this song and fucking
Oh
one more
yeah,
time.
no shit. Yeah, could you imagine the whole podcast would be muted because of the copyright
Copyright
claim?
claim.
They just slapped that on there
It's
so
ju-
quick.
Just silent picture.
Yeah,
basically.
silent picture film. Make up your own shit too. I'd have to go in and type in all the captions
Yeah.
wrong.
Yeah, Neil's upset about this one. He wants
Just
his money.
means you gotta.
He wants his money.
It just
He
looks
wants
like you're watching it at a TGI Fridays bar TV.
But I
With
did
the,
have one.
subtitles on.
I did have, yeah, right. I did have one though that came across that said you can still play the audio, it just won't be monetized.
Well, that's why you got to get that Blue Chew sponsorship so you can start just not giving.
Oh, I got to defute it, or I whatever you want to call that. I disputed it.
Oh, okay.
And I got the claim for me because I had the paperwork for it, but
I'm just seeing a lot of.
they're like, yeah, we can still play, it just won't be monetized. You won't make any money off of this. Not like I do anyways, but I was just like, yeah, whatever.
I feel
this
that.
pays well.
Do
But no, a lot
yeah.
of the YouTubers.
maybe eventually.
A lot of the
I don't make
YouTubers I
any
watch.
money.
What,
I
they're
just
fucking
spend
kidding me?
money.
Yeah.
Every other week I'm telling Jesse, I'm like, I gotta get this new cord, I gotta get this
That's
new shit. I'm like,
Just like
fuck.
being in a
Yeah,
band, right?
exactly.
Yeah.
So you never left the band
Yeah.
scene, basically.
Yep.
No, yeah. It's just a
still just-
sinking hole.
Throwing money down a hole. It's fun.
It's fun.
But no,
People watch. Please.
Traded the drum set for the.
No, I still got those.
Well, I'm just saying, you traded it in for.
Oh, basically, yeah.
yeah. Yep.
Yeah. No, I was talking about getting rid of them. I was like, should I just sell them? I could make quite a bit of money off them. I got a lot of expensive stuff that's in good condition. And I'm just like, I can't do it. I just can't get rid of them. I'm a drummer, dude. Like, I
Right.
just, even though I don't have them set up because I got all this other
Is that
stuff
your first
going
kit?
on. No,
No? Okay.
no. My first kit was a first act.
okay.
Did you keep that? Sell that?
I ended up throwing it in the garbage. The
Did you?
dump. Yeah, dude. I mean, it was only like 100.
Was it just trashed or was it you just.
Oh, I used them up until I played my first show.
Okay.
So I used first act, and then we were going to play a show, and I was like, I ain't going on stage.
I'm not.
I was like, I'm sorry, dude. I'm not
Well,
going.
yeah.
So my guitarist, he's like, well, I got Guitar Center cards, so let's, I was working and
Yep.
shit. He's like, just pay me back. So we went up there, we got one, and that's the one I have now. And it was like $1,000, and I'm like, fuck, man, that's just for the shells.
Yeah.
I'm like, shit, that's expensive for me.
Shell
PDP.
pack. Yep.
What is it, Pacific, something like that, the 7-piece. So I had even the little tiny.
Was it
tom.
the X7 or whatever? That,
Yeah. Yep. X7.
Yep.
So that's the one I got, and I just held on to that since. Always taking care of it,
Right on.
wiping it down, and
Yeah.
go on stage. You have somebody draw a dick in your drum set. You don't want that.
Dude, Danny would fucking kill somebody. Bro,
with
I'm
a
not,
little bit of dust on there.
bro, I'm telling you,
Shows right up when the lights kick on.
dog, anybody besides me or Danny touches that drum kit and he will fucking
Got my
murder
nuts
them,
on your
dog.
drum
I'm
set.
Oh man.
It's your pride. It's your pride and joy.
It
It's,
is.
You know,
It is. You know,
you
I
don't
just
fuck with another man's stuff.
right.
we wouldn't know.
And in one man's trash, there's another man's treasure.
Well, I mean, I don't lend things to people unless I absolutely know them and just, but I mean the random, oh, hey man, can I borrow some, can I borrow your cymbals?
Oh hell, no.
Absolutely not.
We may,
No
we
absolutely
may have
not.
talked about this last time, but we played a show in New Orleans with a band that was on. They were from Ohio. I don't know if they were on tour or whatever, but we were living in Louisiana at the time. But playing this show, and before we come up, this band comes up and they're like, "Hey, can we borrow your hi-hats and your sticks and your stack and everything?" Basically, no. We got an acoustic guitar and our bass player. We're like, "You want to put an acoustic through at 812 over there?" Mm-hmm. No. And you can't borrow our cymbals, and sorry, you can't borrow our sticks, and if you're on the road, bring that stuff. What are you doing leaving?
I mean,
all of that?
I get the travesty of that shit happening. If you left something, it is what it is. But
Right.
you're responsible for that. That's your responsibility to be,
Yeah.
accountable for all your equipment.
Yep.
It's a life lesson.
The only thing that I've ever, and it's happened to me twice actually. You thought I would have learned the first time, but was a drum throne.
Oh,
That's
Yeah.
that's
But that's
different.
something that's
Dude, a drum
hey,
throne,
can I borrow your
yeah.
drum seat? Sure.
If you want to borrow a drum
But
throne, that's
one
fine.
show was like we were in fucking Ohio. It was Frankie's. We were
Oh,
playing at in
yep.
Ohio, and it was on a Sunday night. There was like barely anybody there, and I had left my throne at the Maidstone, so we played there the night before.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, "Hey, can I borrow your seat?" And his seat, he's like, "Hey, it doesn't extend up or down. It's just kind of stuck kind of at the bottom." So I'm playing like. I'm like, dude, I can barely do my doubles now.
You're
It's like
like
all
aiming
weird
up.
because
Right,
you're just at this angle that's, you're supposed to sit with your foot's supposed to kind of be like that on your pedals, right?
Right.
Would you say that's correct? Kind of like so you can, if you want to play those double kicks fast.
Yeah, I mean, it all depends on how you.
Especially how you learn. I definitely did
like-
not learn the correct
You know what I
way.
mean? Because if you go, you got heel up and heel down.
Right.
So I mean, heel up is for more power. You know what I mean?
But you definitely don't
But
want to
then,
have your
if
knees
you
kind of
have-
at an
if you-
angle
if
like
you
that.
can, if you can do, if you can do with your calf basically.
Yep.
And you play heel down. That's how most drummers get those fast blast beats. Just heel down.
Heel down.
Because heel up, you can do it heel up. You see it, but
Right. But you don't want you have your thighs.
you don't.
your
Yeah,
feet,
you don't want.
going
Yeah,
like
you
that,
don't want to
yeah.
be awkwardly positioned
No,
on
it's
a throne.
terrible.
You know what I mean? You got to
Yeah.
get your comfortable sweet spot. It is what it is. But
But that's the thing. You forget something, you got to fucking deal with their gear.
Right.
Like,
right, or
you
go
can't
buy
bitch
new
about
ones.
it. I'm just like, fuck. I need to sit down. I can't stand.
yeah. There's there's nothing worse than forgetting your mic and having to use the house mic.
Oh, right.
Oh, those are beautiful.
Yeah.
That's the worst.
Usually,
Definitely.
That's really how it feels, man. Will I catch gonorrhea Find out on my next STD screening.
yeah, just breathed in, spit on, just growing mold in it, and like just.
Speaking of cesspools,
Yeah.
how was Upheaval Festival yesterday?
Oh, that was, dude. Honestly, I was telling Jesse earlier. I was like, I think they did a pretty good job with the setup of the place. Cause
It was all outside, right?
Yep, and it definitely wasn't like some sold out event. I mean,
No.
the hill wasn't full at all. There's spots everywhere.
I mean, it
But-
still looked like it was packed up front.
Oh yeah, it was. It was very fun. I think they did a good layout. The way when you walked in, because you kind of come up a hill, and then that's where they kind of check you, for weapons or whatever. And then
Right.
you go through, you get your wristband, and then as soon as you kind of come in, they got a big long row for the bar, and it's huge. Like they got a lot of people working the bars. Goes wraps all the way up. Then they have the merch area. Then you kind of get to like center stage, and that's where they start the sponsors. So you
Okay.
have all your sponsor like little tents and shit going down, and then they have another full row of. Was there merch on the other side?
Merch and
yep,
like
merch and then bar.
headshots and whoever else wanted to sign up to be a sponsor and sell their jewelry or paintings or whatever else they had.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Push that mic closer towards you. You can push it. No, fuck you. So you want to know
Fuck off.
But I thought that was a pretty good setup. It seemed to be all right. I mean,
I didn't mind it. I mean, we went Friday, and I heard the Saturday crowd was bigger, but I mean,
Well,
every
was it?
every crowd or every band playing, regardless. I think we walked in when the very first band was playing on Friday. They had a decent crowd.
Mm-hmm.
We went all the way up to the top to watch Assume Nothing. They had an awesome crowd. First band up top, and I did hear a lot of people complaining about the walk. The elevation of the hill was quite steep. But I mean,
but they
I
have
didn't
that
see-
walking path that goes all the way up
It-
the side, and then it kind of
It
curves
kind of
up.
zigzag. Yeah, you can.
So you don't have to walk a straight dirt path like straight up the hill. You
Right.
can,
But if you're lazy, that's what you're going to do, and then you're going to complain.
and then you're
going
going
to
to complain
yeah.
about it. Exactly. That's see, it's you were lazy enough to not want to take the extra walk, but you're going to go up the steeper part of the
Right.
hill and then bitch.
But
that's
still,
the problem. With
regardless
America.
of people bitching, I didn't see video of people with a bad crowd.
Then they
at all,
set it
so-
up so it was like no band was playing at the same time as another band. Like
Five-
there might
Yep.
have been like a
Five-
5 minute in
Yep,
between.
5
Yeah.
minutes.
But there's no worse feeling like when you play early and you Black Dahlia Murders on the different stage at the
Right.
same time. You know no one's gonna come watch your set. So
Well-
at least they did it that way where at least there wasn't two bands playing at the same time to pick from.
Yeah,
Correct.
that's the worst part.
and they
of
limited the amount of bands playing.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
it's not like Michigan Metal Fest where there's like 80 million.
Right.
Right, and then you have to choose between which stage. Which you got to have those festivals too. There's
Right.
they're all around. There's some Maryland Death Fest I've been seeing a lot about, where it's just like, fuck, how many bands are playing?
well, and that's what some of them
know?
are. It's we're gonna have 8 stages, and we're gonna have
Yeah.
bands constantly. You got to kind of pick and choose who you want to see. There's other
Right.
ones where it's perfectly laid out, where you can just watch a band, turn around, watch another band. But
Yep.
those shows really don't exist that often.
Right.
Most of the time it's a park with some sort of hill or divider in between to break up sound.
Well, I mean,
Yep.
You're
dirt-
going to have to travel a little bit. It's in a giant park, and you're at a concert. Did you expect to just?
And I
walk
would
10
say
feet
the
and find everything?
sound there too, at like when we were walking up, was not very loud.
No.
Like when you're walking up, you hear that we heard a band because my wife had to work and shit, so we got there right about when Stained was going to be playing. And so we could hear, what was it? Skillet, I think they were playing.
Okay.
And because they didn't play yesterday, right?
Yeah, they did.
Did they? Mm-hmm. A band similar to them was playing. And you could barely hear it, guys. You're walking up. You can hear it, but it's not like blowing out the neighborhood. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And then when the other band was playing up the hill, you could hear it. But
Again, it's
what
not-
people were saying, like, oh, I'll just listen on the hill and because they didn't want to climb all the way up it. I'm like, but that's not good.
No, you're
enough.
not-
You got to get up there to
Yeah,
really
it
hear
was set up to where because
But
even if you
that's
are by the
nice.
main stage, they're playing some sort of music or some shit in between
Yup.
bands setting up. So if you're standing down there just hoping to catch the other band, you're not going to. It's kind
No.
of engineered to drive crowds so that
Yup.
each band has people in front of it. You're
Yes.
not just watching it from across the venue.
In the videos, and I ran into Scott Hakes on Saturday too, and he
Mm-hmm.
was taking some video. And
How's he doing?
He's doing good, man. He looks good.
I haven't seen him in fucking
A long
a
time.
year and a half.
Right. Well,
La-
when the
last
music
time-
scene shuts down, everybody just sits in their hometown, dude.
Yep.
There's no point to go to Kalamazoo or something. Like, what's the point? We're not
Right.
playing a show.
Right.
Right?
So yeah, but he's doing good, and he was taking some videos, and it seemed like up top they had crowds, man. Like Heartsick started a little wall of death, and
Yeah.
got that going, and so that having just the 2 stages, the little amount of bands that are playing, that's the way to do it.
Yeah.
If you want crowds at your stages.
Is Fonz how all the Michigan bands get on that show?
I don't believe so. I think it's just.
I know he booked at the Loft. I was just curious if he had anything to do with that.
No, I think this is a separate.
No,
separate
this was
entity.
Grand Rapids Entertainment, I think, is
Okay.
who put this on.
By-
That's
by
that's
submission,
coming
I
from
guess.
Scott Hakes. So,
Yeah.
Okay.
and he seems to be in the know and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
He always has been since I've known him.
Right. I just knew that Fonz did the Loft, and I was just curious if he was booking anywhere else now or not.
Right. Yeah, because the Loft is down.
Yep.
Pretty much everywhere in Lansing is
Hot
down.
Rock
right?
slash
Yeah.
last event is tonight.
Pretty much.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, yep. Hot Rocks.
That doesn't leave. I mean, it's not like those are the only venues, but those were some fairly popular
you
venues
need
for
another one?
bands to play.
Yeah.
Do you want another beer?
Yeah, that's I enjoyed the Loft, man. I saw my first like real metalcore show was at the Loft. I saw August Burns Red, My Children, My Bride. Who else was on that show? I can't think of who else, but I just remember I saw August Burns Red during their Constellations run, and it was fucking phenomenal.
What I find funny is like how many people were dogging on Hot Rocks during the COVID, and now everybody's boo-hooing.
Welcome to 2021.
Yeah.
God, that's just perfect, isn't it?
Yeah, isn't it?
Very perfect.
It's what everybody does. They dog
I
on
know.
shit
I
until
can't
it's gone,
have
and they're
it
like,
my
I'm gonna miss
way.
that place.
Yep.
No, you're gonna miss complaining about it. That's it.
Dude, everybody talked shit about that place before pandemic, and then they were trying to do shows. They're trying to stay alive. Nobody liked it. A lot of people bitched about it. A lot of people complained. And now you're having some of the same people say, "Oh man, it sucks. We're gonna miss it."
No, my
Last show.
friend died there, so
Your friend died
Yeah,
at
I don't-
Hot Rocks.
I don't give a fuck. Yeah, Kelly Tucker. Rest in peace, Kelly.
Yeah,
I
I met him. First time I met him was when we played at Diesel.
Yeah.
And how I met him was through the monitors behind my drum kit.
telling
He
you
starts
just don't
talking
suck in
shit.
it.
And I was like,
He
I'm gonna get along with this guy.
He did it all in love, though. He's like,
It
that
was-
drum
it was-
sounds like shit.
it
And
was,
you're like,
and that's what put
He's like,
me
I'm
at
telling you, just tune it
ease.
a little bit. And you're like, "Dun-dun-dun-dun." He's like, but it's so much better.
That's
Thank you.
what
And then
put
he just
me
moves
at
on to,
ease.
yeah. He's like,
He was one of those guys that could. Now, if you couldn't take it that kind of way, then you might think he's an asshole.
Oh, yeah.
Until you got to talking to him.
no.
But to me, I got behind my kit. He said he talked shit about one of my toms, like you just said, and I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
He,
This guy's
Like,
gonna
it's
he's
oddly
gonna
comforting.
help
It's oddly comforting.
because he's gonna help me get it to sound good.
Yeah.
Because he wants it to sound good. He's doing
Right.
sound.
Right.
He was one of those where like
He
he's
was-
like, I'm
he
doing
was
sound.
on-
I want this to sound as good as I can get it.
He was on a trek to be one of the fucking best.
oh yeah, no, he already was one of the best.
I mean, he
in
had
the
a
area
great ear. He had a
specifically.
great way to motivate, and he was just a fucking all around
Yeah.
great dude.
Yeah, he really was.
I didn't know him that well, but the
Me
few
either.
times I did, it was always a great time.
Yeah.
I miss him a lot. He
Yeah.
was a good.
He's
friend
very
of mine.
missed by a big community.
We took him with us to the Foundry in Ohio. He kind of got us a few of our first big opportunities. He would always go out of his way to make us sound the best that we could. One of my favorite little jokes that he would always play on me was he would make the monitors just so hot to where I would feedback because I'm cupping the mic so much.
Yeah, it was designed.
Yeah, don't cup the mic. That's where,
No,
that's-
even if it
Don't
wasn't feeding
cup
back,
the
he's
mic.
just feeding it back. He's like, take your hand off it, and he'd pull it back down. You're
Yep.
like, perfect, thank you.
Scotty Lang was up on stage too. That he was doing it. He's playing bass and screaming in the mic, and he still says, "Are you cupping that mic?" I'm like, and I look over, and Scotty's like, "No," like he's got both. He's like, "Okay."
Just wanted to make sure. Just wanted to make sure.
Just wanted to make sure. Yeah, that was hilarious. I was like, he can't. His hands are full.
Yeah, he is sorely missed, man. He was one of the few that told it how it was and
Yes.
wasn't afraid to tell you if you sucked.
Yeah, and for me to sit here and be like, I know all about that story and everything, I don't. I just know what I see, and I
Right.
just see that there's some just big controversy over
Out
what
of-
happened that night.
Well, and out of
you know.
respect to the family, I'm not going to get into it.
No, we don't have to. That's why I said I don't
Yeah,
know
just
enough about it
nobody-
to get into it.
Nobody has ever came clean about that, and there's just so many demons that are within the walls of Hot Rock that while I am appreciative of all the opportunities that were given to us in that building, the scene needs to be cleansed of a lot of negative shit.
Yeah.
and
So your
I'm-
stance is just kind of like if it goes, it's kind of.
I'm not necessarily.
Good.
I'm sad that I won't ever play there again, but
Right.
I'm not sad that I don't have to worry about my friends' drinks getting spiked anymore.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, I do, but like not that. That was the rumor,
that was the rumor. Yeah, that's what I had seen. But yeah,
and whether it's true or not, like that's not.
but I heard it's
It's not up to us to decide. I'm just going to treat mine like it is true, just to keep them safe, regardless.
Oh yeah.
Until the answer comes out.
Well, something like that. Yeah, you kind of you can't just be like, oh no, yeah, right.
Yeah, like
We'll be fine. Even if it did happen, we'll be fine. No, you can't. No.
got too many horror stories, man. So, like I said, I will miss playing there, but
Right.
that's about all.
Did
I
you
had
guys
to
ever
say.
play there?
I did not.
You did not play it.
I played there once in another band that I was in.
Oh, which one was that one again?
We were called Day of the Robot.
Day of the Robot.
Yes.
Day of the Robot.
So, did the roof leak when you played there?
Yeah, it was a shitty rainy night.
It was the Ritz back then, though.
The
right?
Ritz.
Yep, it was the Ritz. Yep.
I
But
mean,
there's
it
two Ritzes, right?
Well, this was the same one that was. Well, yeah. What is that? A Ritz?
Well, there is a rapper named Ritz too.
They're, right.
Yep,
Well, I
they're
thought
the rapper.
somebody I seen somebody referencing to the Ritz, not the one in some other town.
No, this is the same one that is now Hot Rocks or whatever this is, because it's been back and forth, whatever the hell.
But Day of the Robot played there. The ceiling was still leaking then, right?
Yep.
What
it
year was that?
This was 2009.
Okay.
Maybe.
In 2015, that leak was still, or that roof was still leaking when I played there with Maya Will for our first show.
Probably the same hole. Same hole? Probably.
Probably right
Yeah.
there on Danny's.
It's like my work, man. They just have buckets next to everywhere every leak is, and they just
Yeah, that was that's the old remedy there. Just put a
Dog,
bucket
I-
underneath it.
I went in there one time and found a dog in the back room.
Ooh.
Dog just chained up in the back room
What?
where we are supposed to set up drums.
chained up.
Chained up. Dog was very
Chained.
yes, chained up. Like
Like a junkyard dog.
right, but in the back room.
Was it
of
these
Hot
guys?
Rock. No,
It
it
wasn't, it wasn't a Nagazi, was it?
no, Nagazi.
It wasn't
Nagazi wasn't
Nagazi.
on the show, I don't think.
What is it? A Georgian Shepherd, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Wow, look at you.
Check out the big brain on Brad.
Georgian Shepherd, or Mountain Shepherd, or whatever they call it.
Georgian Shepherd.
Yep.
Yeah. The short-haired.
Short-haired.
Yeah, not the long one.
No.
Not those
Yeah,
hippie dogs.
short-haired.
Not those dirty hippie dogs.
Goddamn dirty hippie dogs.
Speaking of
Yeah.
long hair, Dave,
Yeah. What the hell?
it's been a while.
I know, man. I told myself at the end of 2019, okay, I'm gonna grow my hair out for next couple Mile Will shows.
And
Then we played 2 shows, and that's about it.
Here we are.
holy shit.
Yeah, man. At Machine Shop in December of 2019, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna grow my hair out, and I'm gonna rock
for
that
2 shows.
Yeah, 2 shows.
2 shows.
And
Battle Creek,
4 years later.
Battle Creek, and then opening for Body Snatcher when the entire package had COVID, and that was February 2020.
Yes.
That's what I was just about to ask about.
Yes.
The good stuff.
The good stuff.
But yeah, so I don't know. I'm torn. I want to cut it before the first Mile Will show back, but at the same time, I grew it out for shows, so it's like
See,
So you kind of got to keep it now.
right.
I
You ever got
started-
it trimmed since then?
Yeah, well, I mean, being
Just a
engaged,
trim, please.
being engaged to a hairdresser. It's
Well, yeah, that
pretty-
way it keeps growing.
very easy.
very
then.
easy.
Well,
Yeah,
fucking yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah, fucking
she trims me up.
get a monthly trim.
My brother bought a set of shears and had her just straight up like private pile him from Full Metal Jacket.
Nice.
Somebody posted the picture
Short
of
and
private.
simple.
Somebody posted the picture of Pyle sitting on the toilet with the like,
So
and it looks just like my
so
brother.
hairdressers. So you guys go to
Beauticians.
well, you don't care. You still got some hair, right? You go to take off your hat. No.
Take it off?
Yeah. You got some hair, right?
Yeah, I got
so
hair.
yeah, you got hair.
Yeah.
So you go to a hairdresser, right? You go to a salon, or I'm not a salon. I go to sports clips.
My ex-girlfriend is a hairstylist, and she cuts my hair, so yes, I do.
Okay.
I was just about to ask if you were still with that lovely lady.
That is a no.
Oh, not the same lady. Okay.
No. Well, it's my ex
Okay.
and my ex because it was a breakup and then back together and then a breakup.
All right.
So
Oh.
2 times.
Yeah,
exed
that's a
over.
relationship. That's not just an ex.
so
didn't
when
work out.
So when it didn't work out the first time, you were like, "Well, let's try it again."
Yeah.
Said maybe we didn't.
I
do
mean,
this
I'm
right.
not hating. I'm just asking.
And then
No,
you're just
yeah.
like, no, yeah,
We
were
both
right
we
to-
both
were
said,
right.
"Hey, let's try this again. We'll give it a shot." Maybe
Okay.
we didn't. Maybe we both didn't give enough the last time, and then we just realized, nah, this doesn't work.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I don't know what that's like because anytime I've broken
Well,
up with a
so I
woman,
guess since you know, She does your hair. She does your hair. You don't need nobody to do your hair. When I go into like a sports clips, I'm like,
Sit this one out.
I'm like, who has?
We'll tag you in when we're back to music or
I'm
something.
like,
I'm sorry.
I look for the person with the skinniest fingers
Okay.
because I like having my hair.
Fair shorter.
Yeah, because I like.
What
having
about
the
a
top
steady
scissor cut.
hand? What about a steady hand?
Well, I can't tell that from far away. Obviously.
because if
Far
they're
away,
up there
it
with
tells me
the,
skinny
they're
fingers.
up there with the.
That's the worst. Or you hear like, "Oops,
Yeah. Whoops.
oops."
Are you a bleeder?
No,
Oh, that's not a good question to ask as a hairdresser, is it?
Oh, you're fine. You're fine.
you're fine. You're fine.
You're fine.
No, but I
you a
look for the
bleeder?
skinniest fingers because I like the top scissor cut, and then they do the little guard on the back. But if they have chubby fingers, it doesn't get it as short, and they can't get what I want.
But that's not that long.
And that's
You
that's
can't
nothing
find
against
that-
having
that
chubby
length
fingers. I don't care.
and a
But I just
guard?
for my haircut.
That length has to be a guard on a set of shears, though, right? It's not that long,
Like, what do you mean?
right? Like if you bought a set of shears, would they have like adjustable guards on them? Interchangeable.
I'm not cutting my own hair.
Why not? I'm not saying you have to, but you can cut it with shears, right?
They never do. I've just always said they asked. I just like
Okay.
a 2 guard on the sides and kind of. I like it nice and short. This is what I say. All right, this is what I say.
How
2 on the
much do
sides.
you
I
pay
like it
for
nice
your
and short.
haircut?
Oh, I do the whole MVP, dude. I get the
Yeah?
fucking the
What?
facial.
They give you
the
the-
hot steam facial.
the hot
facial.
towel treatment.
Yeah.
I'll give you one of those for free, Kyle.
dang.
Can we get
towel,
can we
you
get some
the little
romantic music behind
massage.
this?
No,
Can we get some
massage.
romantic
The hot
music
Carl
behind
treatment and
this?
all of that?
Yeah, he walks into
It's
sports
like,
clip.
$25.
$25.
Yep, for the whole thing. Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty cheap.
No, for
happy ending or no?
No.
No.
No,
okay.
if I was just gonna go get a haircut, I'd look for somewhere cheaper because I think their haircuts are like 18.
Okay.
But I mean,
But what's the
18
going rate
it's
for a
probably the going
haircut?
rate
I don't know.
nowadays.
I mean, I haven't had to have my hair cut in a long time.
Well, so at
So I put all that money in something else.
at Paula's salon, I think it was 25 for my haircut, and then I tipped her 20 because I thought she was hot. I'll be honest.
Hey,
But it worked.
but it worked. Yeah.
Yeah, so I paid $45 for a $25 haircut.
Yeah, but yeah.
Her first ever beard trim on a man too. She also lied to me and told me that she had done like tons of beard trims.
Yeah.
And then she like was asking her current roommate like an hour before I came in, like, what do I do for a beard trim? And then she realized that, oh, he doesn't give a shit about his beard, so I can literally do anything to it and it'll look better than what he did.
Right.
So
Yeah, that's kind of how it was for me because I asked them too. I was like, "You guys do the beards? I mean, it's a kind of a guy's place, sports clips. I
Right.
assumed they did." And she's like, "Yeah." I was like, "All right, well, you can go ahead and do it because I get nervous."
don't they have
man.
like the football game or something on? Basketball game during
Yep.
it, you know?
Football, ESPN, all that kind of shit's
go.
on, dude. Hell yeah.
Do they serve
Well,
beer?
I like, honestly though, when I go,
Do they have a liquor license?
that would be cool. But I like to just relax when I'm getting my hair cut. I like to just relax.
Can you smoke a
Dude,
joint
It
in
feels
there?
good.
Yeah. Can you smoke a J while you get it?
That would be nice.
Yeah,
I
if
think
you
we
could
should
just
open up
smoke
a place
weed with-
like that.
yo, med clips.
Yeah. And she could be the star stylist, and there you go, man.
Nah, man.
So it's
we're-
just Paula cutting hair and us smoking weed. That's the whole shop.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
We got this whole room set up.
come on now.
Can we like buy an old grocery store?
We'll
so
live
has-
stream it out to where people are getting their haircuts. No, I was just saying she could be the first one, you know, like the head one, and then you get the people
Okay.
in, and you start your shop, and people come in, smoke a joint while they're fucking getting their haircut. Why not?
Nah, man. They
Relax.
But the worst is when you go to get your hair cut and then they are bitching about their problems. Like I always thought like the barber shops where you get to go and then you get your hair cut and like you could bitch about like your shit.
That's a
know?
psychologist.
Yeah. See, I'm not much for the public venting.
Some people can't afford that, so they go to the barber
Yeah, they go to the
shop.
barber shop, motherfucker.
Go to the barber shop, man.
Yeah.
Shit. The old fashioned one with the little
that's how-
curlicue outside.
That's how everybody finds out your business. Yo, man, did you hear what Dave was doing?
Yeah, he was in here the other day, man. He needed a trim, and I tell you what, that was a long trim because he had a lot to say.
I'll tell you what, though. You want like a solid lineup. the black barber shop is the place to go, for sure. Like,
For sure, they know what they're doing.
oh
with
yeah,
the
you
lineup.
want the waves, you want the crisp lineup. Like, ain't no doubt about it.
No, man, I'm gonna be bald. I know. I could see it. I'm gonna be like you. Yep, soon.
Yeah.
Soon. You know that lady had the nerve. I have a massive colic right here. Like it pushes it over. She's like, yeah, it almost looks bald. I'm like, fuck you.
Oh
Fuck
man.
you.
Yeah, but fuck it. I mean, you can embrace
One made a
it.
comment the back there. They're like,
Who
she's
gives
like,
a
yeah, it's
shit?
getting a little thin. I'm like, fuck you. My dad hasn't
Shut
balded.
up.
My dad hasn't balded yet. So I'm like, if it's true, if it skips a generation,
Oh yeah.
What about
I
your
would be the one.
It
to get
skips
about
a
your grandfather?
generation.
What about your mom's dad?
That's what I'm
bald.
saying.
I don't know my
It's-
dad's dad.
No, your
No, it's your mom's
Your
dad.
mom's dad.
Is that where the
It's-
hairline?
No,
comes
Yeah,
he-
the hair comes from your mom's side.
Really?
Yes.
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 So it's up to your mom's
Uh-oh.
pop.
Yep.
It's not up to your dad's dad.
So it's
So,
inevitable for you.
So he
Yeah, you-
still had hair.
coming.
So he
No,
still had
not
hair.
for you.
So that would mean I would have hair? Really?
Yeah, so
said
my
it's from the mom's
my
dad.
father
That's
But
interesting.
the second.
Oh, the second.
my father, we don't speak, but whenever I like see him driving by, he's still got like a long like set of hair. Whereas
Really?
my,
And you're like, fuck you.
whereas my mom's dad, who passed last year, he was beginning to he lost it like back here and around the front. And
Oh
stuff,
yeah, the
so-
mom, because that's what comes
yeah.
from the mom. So he was
Right.
losing. So that
So
would mean
that would mean that
you're
I'm
gonna-
probably gonna lose. So I'm growing my hair out and clinging onto it for as long as
Mine's
possible.
I
definitely.
mean, it's
thin-
great.
thin.
You know what I mean? I get the whole like rock star, like having long hair. I mean, I did have long hair. Back in 2000 and
Can we find a
Five.
long-haired picture of Jeff on the internet?
I hope so.
I
He
don't.
looked like a
Can we
cross
find
between,
one?
He looked like a cross between Manson and Jesus.
Would it
Yeah,
be like
oh,
at the beginning of your
oh, yeah.
Facebook profile? All right, Jesse, you want to look it up?
I don't even know that you're gonna find that photo.
I'm about
No,
to.
that photo doesn't exist.
No, we'll let Jesse do it. We'll put it on this.
Oh, there
on the
is
cast.
something. Probably look up a nickel shot
I don't even know.
on
Nickel shot.
MySpace.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
but I've never had.
Or don't.
I've never been a fan of I never wanted long hair.
This is your pop. Though.
See-
That ain't,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
No, I
See,
mean,
this is
I just grew
like,
it out
at
because
the
I was
end of the
saying fuck it. But
Fuck it.
pandemic first shut down. I said fuck it. I'm like, all right, I'm growing my hair out. World shut down
There's
for a
some.
while.
there's some hair.
That's
not
wow.
long hair.
That's on Facebook. I'm just
Yeah,
doing
but
like
that's-
a very basic.
We'll
like-
get it up on the screen here.
Yeah, that's not long hair.
Yeah.
There is one with me with a mohawk.
But no, I grew mine out, and I got to a year, and I said fuck it. I forgot why I forgot why I cut my hair in the first place when I grew it out when I was younger. It's because I hate long hair. It's annoying.
It's annoying.
Eating your hair is annoying as shit.
Like I could tell the person cut my hair. I don't want to do anything with it.
Right.
When I get up in the morning,
Yeah.
I'm
So
gonna
what are
wash
you
it, get
gonna
out
do
of
with
the shower.
it? What are you
dry
trying to
it
do
off.
with
But
it?
see,
Done.
that's the beauty of it is that I don't have to do
You
any
don't
of
have to
that
do
shit.
Nothing.
I don't have to do any of that shit. All I have to do
buy
is
shampoo.
I gotta wear a hat just to make sure that I don't burn. Yeah, exactly.
Well, damn.
I don't have to worry about
Maybe
bugs
in the winter
or
time, you
anything.
might have to use a little conditioner. Or something.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Just
Yeah.
use the
Yes.
Dawn dish stuff.
Dawn dish soap.
Yep.
Yeah, it's good enough for getting oil off. And,
Oh, yeah.
stuff. Good enough for my hair.
Yeah, but I don't want to
to
dry my scalp out, though. You know what I mean? I don't want to dry the
That's
scalp
that
out.
Louisiana shit.
is it?
God
You know
damn.
what I
The
mean?
beaver nut scrub. You ever
Sounds-
Beaver
guys
nuts.
work in factories at all?
No.
No. Yeah, they have that.
No, I can't work in
Yeah,
a factory.
That's
Yeah,
the
you
that's
see
the
me?
best shit.
I'm the softest one in this room, and I'm willing to
Shit,
admit it.
man. You know you get all that shit, you grease and stuff at factories. They have the beaver nut scrub, and it's got like
With that abrasive rough
Yeah.
stuff in it. Yeah.
That's the
What was
best
that?
stuff.
Lava soap?
yeah,
whatever.
yeah. It's got the scrubby stuff in there, like face wash.
pumice
It's got that.
powered lava.
Yeah,
No, it's like washing your hand with liquid rocks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, got to get that grease off.
It works, though.
oh, there you
That's
go.
Mohawk. Yeah.
Man,
that's
dude,
Mohawk.
you look a lot different.
Louisiana right there.
Yeah, that
You
was.
look a lot different.
Yeah, once again, double fist in there, shot and beer.
This is Jeff, not him.
Right.
Yeah. No. I think I don't know. You guys don't think so? You don't think he looks a lot different in that picture than he does now? I mean, you chop the hair off. I can tell it's you.
Well, there's that like Hafer look, like in the
Yeah,
eyes.
no, I
and,
can
like,
tell.
Nose like that they both have. That you
Yeah, I
can
probably
totally
haven't
see it
aged
there.
well, but whatever.
So how old are you in this picture?
Probably 25.
25.
I'd say you age pretty good.
25, 26.
No,
something
yeah,
like that.
for sure.
You lost weight in all the right places.
Ah. Who's the guy throwing up the horns there?
That would be Josh Rellinger. He was the bass player for Nickel Shot.
Nickel Shot. Okay.
Nickel shot.
That was our band back in the day.
Fabulous.
Straight out of high school.
Yeah,
Were
there
you
you
go.
were you new metal?
No, we were not anything. We were just let's get fucked up and play.
Yeah, we were
fucked up.
Yeah, we
Let's get
were
fucked up
We
and-
brought equipment. Where's the bar? That was our game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So where's the load-in area in the back? Okay, cool. Can we get
Where's the-
21 beers, please?
Where's the bar?
Okay.
Yeah, we were talking about
Yeah, we
that
got
last
fucked
time.
up. That's all we did.
Dude,
yeah, we didn't
that
give
was
a
the name-
fuck.
That was the name of the game. Where is the bar? And where do we set up?
And we're going to be as
Nickel
loud.
Shot.
Oh yeah, we're going to be as loud and as fucking abrasive as we want.
Yep.
But we're gonna bring 50 people who drink like 100, or 100 who drink like 300. Whatever it is, your bar is not gonna be. It's gonna be annoying, but you're gonna have fun at the end of the night with counting your cash. But
Right.
these people are drinking like motherfuckers.
That was always my favorite when I played a bar and you got paid off the bar. Mm-hmm. You disagree?
But you just
I liked it.
It depends
because
if you can roll it
you can
into
get
a deal.
people,
If you can roll it into a deal and not just go just off bar.
Right.
You know, if it's okay,
it's
we have a
part of it.
combination of
well,
this,
BMO's
combination
and
of
Bay
this.
City is where I played. This is what I'm referencing to because that was the
Okay.
best place for us, and we would get paid off what the bar made for the night. There was no cover; there were free shows.
and just bring people who drink.
Just bring people in, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you go up there, yeah. Everybody go get a shot. You know what I mean. And we would have our best nights like that. We
Yeah.
would get paid the most because most often you're not getting paid a lot. You go play Mulligans, you're not getting paid a lot. It's a
Right.
great place to play. I love it. You're just not getting paid a lot. So yeah, we would be in there. Yeah, you encourage it. Yeah, go everybody grab a beer. You know, it's
That's
crowd interaction.
That was our whole game.
Get
you
people
know?
to go up to the bar, because the bar they want to make money too, and that's
We're
how they're making
doing-
their money. They're a bar.
Yeah,
Right.
we're doing shots with the crowd.
Yeah.
Okay, it's shot time. We've come to the time of the show where we all do shots.
Everybody got a
now.
shot.
We
Put your
do
shot
shots.
up. And
Yeah.
they're like, "Well, I don't have a shot," and everybody runs to the bar and buys shots. And
Go
then
to the
you-
bar. Get
Hey.
a
I'll start
shot.
coming around with those dollar
songs
single
later.
shot things, the little vials. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well,
4
see, and
songs later, we
that's-
do it again.
See, that's never really been a part of the my own will thing, only because for a while it was me and the twins are both straight edge,
Right.
So like,
Well, and this was
Well, that doesn't matter.
younger me,
but
like
I mean, we always encourage tip your bartenders, have a good time, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But
it really just kind of depends on what the attitude of the band is too.
Yeah,
Because
this
like
was a different.
this was a different
Era.
machine. We were 18.
Right.
I played my first bar when I was 17. Jeff
Right.
was like 15. Our dad got us in because he knew the owner, and we were opening up for our substitute math teacher, whose band
Right.
happened to be playing in Rubbles, and he just happened to be a college student who was in a band. His band's playing. He said he was playing at Rubbles. My dad got us in. He let us come up and play like 3 songs. We're like, dude, I'm a fucking king of the world. So I'm fucking 17 years old. And I just played a bar.
Right.
You know?
Oh, I'm ready.
dude.
Every song was awful,
ready.
but it was fucking
It
great.
was the best.
Yeah.
Yep.
But it fucking, I don't know. It was
yeah, see, for me, it's
There's just I don't know.
I've
There's
had
always
the-
a correlation when you're playing a show with.
after
To bring it back down to the alcohol or like going to the bar, there's
but
always a
then-
correlation. Get them to
Right.
the bar,
But-
get them a little loose, get them to come up to the stage. They're
Right.
gonna come closer
But
now.
there's
'cause
a
they're
difference.
little more loose.
There's
you
a
know?
difference though of doing what we did. There's a fine line, or not a fine line, but there's a big difference between what we were doing. We were we were the fan, even though we were the band.
right.
We were
Right.
getting more fucked up than the crowd. You know what I mean?
You guys push that line.
Yeah,
there.
where
Like,
is-
how many times
But
did
see,
we-
it's
did we
usually
wake up
it's
and go,
supposed to be
did we play the whole set?
the band is supposed to be sober, the crowd is supposed to be fucked up.
Yeah.
right.
You play a great show,
Let's flip that.
you move on.
Yeah.
That's the difference between what Nickel Shot was and what Nagazi
Well,
is.
and I-
you know what I
Right.
mean? It's like,
A massive difference. Yeah, between
Yeah.
those.
We're
we
not-
were younger and just out of control and wanted to party. We grew up
Yeah.
in a
Well, and
college
that's-
town. It was wanting to be young.
Hey
and
Jesse,
angst.
will you turn number 8, Jeff's mic? It's on the audio box, the blue audio box, not anything on the computer. The actual audio box. Oh yeah. It's the one all the way over to the right.
But yeah, for I I think it's all about the intent, like for when you started, because you
Right.
you guys said, you guys were 18 and you guys were just trying to have fun, and that was the whole that was the point. Like,
Right.
you weren't trying to take yourself, too seriously, not like business
Yeah.
the entire time, and that's
Right.
like, there's an art to that. Like a band like Every Time I Die knows how to teeter that line. A band like Nagazi knows how to teeter that line, because you guys, while you guys encourage, fun and a much more traditional rock and roll style atmosphere, at least from my perspective, touring with you guys as long as we did and listening to your
Right.
guys' set
Yeah.
list every single night. I always make this joke, but I love both of these things, so I hope you don't take it as a facetious or in a facetious manner. But I've always thought of Nagazi as like a dad rock Lamb of God.
It's because of Joe's vocals.
It's Lamb of God.
It's
No,
it's
your
just
vocals-
turned a little bit more towards the rock and roll side of things
Yes.
than the metal.
But your
And that's
vocals
Nagazi.
make it so you can play with the different genres of
Yeah,
music.
no,
and-
because the music is definitely more rockish.
And there's
Yes.
there's no band like you
But
guys.
your vocals
Like,
make the band, like I said, just you can play with the heavier bands because of your vocals. You can put a lighter vocalist. You could do lighter vocals over
Right.
Nagazi,
but you
and
can
it would
also
sound great.
open
Still.
for Smile Empty Soul.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
you kind of can reach both of those audiences, and like I said,
But like-
I say dad or butt rock,
We
and
all-
I make it like a joke, but it's like shit that I actually listen to. Like that's music that
Well,
I
like
enjoy.
we look at it as, and we've always referenced kind of the band Clutch. They were like early Clutch back in the day was a little not quite as heavy, but they were heavier than some. So it was, they went out with Pantera, and then they went out with, I don't know if they were with like Chili Peppers, but that ilk. They could
Right.
they could play with a variety of bands. And that's not necessarily what we started at. Said we need to find this edge and kind of teeter it.
Yeah.
But it's just kind of what it turned out to be, and then okay, this is what it is. Ride it and push it in that direction.
Well, so Matt writes the riffs, right? And he brings them in.
Yeah.
So he's
Well,
like, I
it's-
got these riffs, or does he write like a full song and bring it in?
No,
Or-
a lot of some are riffs, some are just free jams at practice. Just Jeff and him making.
So
a
you guys
beat.
still free jam songs out. You're like free jam, and you're like, that sounded
We
good.
just recorded on a
Let's get
phone.
this.
I'll play a beat of some sort, and he'll come up with a riff, and then
I
we'll just-
recorded on my phone. If it's super good,
Go
I
with
title
that.
it with something.
Oh, so
and-
you'll come up with a beat first sometimes.
Yeah, I mean,
Really?
sometimes.
Okay.
Or sometimes he'll be like, "Hey, I've got this riff," and it's like, "Okay,
Now, when you're coming up with this beat, do you have a riff in your head?
no,
No.
just
and it's not even necessarily like
it'll just be
here's part one, here's part two, here's part three. It's just all right. And he just
Start
turns into this
jamming,
beat,
yep, and then
he just
yeah.
okay, this is what I'm playing, and Matt's like, okay, keep that going, and then he just
Oh, yeah,
okay,
yeah.
this is okay, I'm gonna do this,
Yeah.
and then it just wherever it goes is where it goes, and if it's super good, I'm like useful, title it useful, and we're gonna go back to that and use it.
That was always my favorite. Was the jams? You're
Well, yeah, it's
practicing,
very-
you come
it's-
up with some shit. You're like, that
it's
sounded
pretty-
good. Let's build off of that.
Yeah.
You know, that's great.
well,
yeah,
it's
keep that
organically
going.
grown. You know what I mean? It's just it's not like, and not to say that you can't just write. I mean, there's multiple ways of writing songs.
Right.
You know what I mean?
for
There's
sure.
multiple ways of writing songs. There's not one right way. But
Their style is probably completely different
it's
than ours,
just-
which is probably different than theirs, and it's
Yeah.
whatever really works for you. But that's the cool thing about like kind of talking about this stuff, because just because you don't do it doesn't mean you don't know about it.
Right.
Like this is how we've done it, and then you find out somebody else does something, and they're like, holy shit, I never
You
thought
wanna-
about doing it that
Want
way.
to jump in here?
Well, so you can kind of see a little bit of it when they play. But one benefit that you get from having people who are related in a band is they have a bit of a natural chemistry together, regardless of what else is going on.
Oh, right.
So
Yeah.
no matter what, if the live show is falling apart, Joe can go to Jeff and do some goofy thing on his kick drum real quick, and they'll
Right.
both start smiling and laughing, and then all of a sudden the show's engaging again, and everybody's back into it, even if Matt happens to stumble or fall or something, or the bass
Right.
happens to cut out or whatever it is. Whereas with Danny and Kyle, their natural chemistry comes more from the fact that they write very similar styles. Just one's on
And for
drum and
people that
one's on
might not
guitar.
know, like, so one's on drums,
One's on
guitar.
drums,
Okay.
one's on guitar.
Okay.
And
So-
the twin aspect has to play a lot
Yes.
in that too. I mean,
Yeah.
they got a almost like no without even
Are they
looking at
fraternal
each
or
other.
are
Like,
just
I know
identical,
where
or
this
what is
drum
it?
beat's going. I
So-
know where this guitar pattern's going.
So they are fraternal, but
So is that same time? I say both, but I still don't understand them. So is that
You're
same?
like, so which one is it?
so
and they say it, it's
fraternal-
like, cool, okay, which one's that?
so identical twins.
I'm an idiot.
Here's your medical lesson for the day. So identical twins are one egg and one sperm fuse and then split into two separate embryos.
Okay.
Okay. Fraternal twins are when you have two separate eggs, two separate sperms, both fertilize.
Okay.
Okay. So they were fraternal twins. And they have their differences, don't get me wrong. Like, I've been in a band with them for 7 years. I can tell the difference between the two of them, but most people think they're identical.
Right.
Because they look alike, they kind of sound alike, they walk in the same manner. Like, it's just how it is.
I think Danny had a little bit of white on his shoes. That's how I remembered on tour.
So I always say that the best way to tell them apart is Danny likes to just keep his beard on his chin, whereas Kyle likes a bit more of the full like jawline beard.
Does Kyle fit the profile of Kyle?
No, not really.
No, me too. Yeah, good for him, man.
Not really.
I'm
Groundbreaking.
gonna pound to
Kyle's
you.
over
I'm
here.
gonna pound to you.
He doesn't drink. They drink
He
Coca
doesn't drink. Oh
Cola.
fuck.
They drink Coca Cola, play Magic the Gathering, and write music.
Yeah, you guys streaming the Magic, right? Or you guys what are you
I'm
guys
streaming. I'm streaming video games mainly. That's kind of like my.
Yeah, but you have the My Own Will. What are you guys playing when you do that?
We do so me and Max have been playing this game called Risk of Rain 2, which
Oh.
is essentially a superhero simulator.
You know, there's like a big market for like those people that like to watch people playing board type games or like
Yeah.
Dungeons and Dragons live streamed.
Well, and see,
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
I learned
there's-
that from Zach from formerly the Outliers. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what he's really big into the Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah, there's like channels where people watch people play Dungeons and Dragons and they get shit tons of views.
Dude, I have 54 people.
Damn.
Amazing to me.
54 people following me on my Twitch.
Do you
and
make money on it?
No. Fuck no. I'm trying
No,
to
I'm saying,
still
like,
hit it.
like if you get that many views, is it like you use on where YouTube you get enough views and people
Oh,
are
yeah,
like
these
fuck,
guys
we're throwing a commercial in
Yeah,
there,
like
we're gonna
these
give you
guys
money.
that are getting lots and lots of views. Yeah, they're probably making some money.
Right, yeah.
So
Yeah.
how it works is you have to get these four different you got to hit these four separate landmarks to reach affiliate first, which is like have 3 concurrent viewers, fit like an average of 3 concurrent viewers.
Just a checklist you have to complete.
Yep, you have to have at least 50 followers. You have to have streamed for at least 7 days out of a certain time period, and you need to have streamed for a certain amount of hours throughout a certain time period. So right now, I have the followers, the amount of hours streamed, and the amount of days streamed. I just don't have the average of 3 viewers to hit
Average
affiliate.
of 3 viewers.
Now, once I hit affiliate, then people can start subscribing to me. Following me doesn't cost money. Subscribing to me would hypothetically cost money.
Well,
I think.
because they
You can set it up too. I mean, you can
Yeah.
also you can set probably
on
do it for
Twitch?
free
Yeah,
too
I
if
think
you
it's like a
wanted.
Patreon almost.
Okay.
It's like $4.99 if you're
Yeah.
on Twitch.
Yep. Yeah, because Jesse over here, he streams too on Twitch.
Yep.
He's got his Twitch channel, which is what again?
Headhunter.
Headhunter. So yeah, but they when they subscribe, they pay.
Yep.
Okay.
So that's how you start making your money
Did
is
you
with the
see that
subscribers.
DistroKid and Twitch like struck a deal where if you were like in a band over the last year that's done successful through DistroKid, you can sign up for affiliate like immediately.
Oh, might have to look into that.
Yeah,
There you
look
go.
into your email that's associated
Dang.
with DistroKid.
All right.
Email
They sent me
associated
an
with
email
Distro.
right after I grinded for like 3 months.
So
Hey, you could get this for free. I'm like, well, fuck.
That shit.
well, so I have been streaming mainly myself. Like it's just I've been making sure that people know that I am of my own will, that this is
Right.
my thing. But
Yes.
we've created like a band Discord where people can come in and chat with members of the band, and we talk about gaming stuff, music stuff, whatever. You know, that's where like me and my friends post up when we're streaming and stuff like that.
And your Twitch handle is what?
My Twitch handle is Al Capone. My last name ALKEOPPONE.
Yes.
But yeah, so it's my own personal Twitch right now. But now that I know about that whole thing with the band and going straight to affiliate, you know, Max and I could start playing on there as opposed to my own personal.
Well, yeah, I would say is like shit. As long as like the whole band's cool with what you're doing, like just fucking just put it on.
No,
I
and,
mean,
and they're
shit.
they're 100% on board. Like they're involved with it.
Unless you want to start your own thing.
Both of the twins are in the band Discord. You know, we have like specific roles set for. Yep,
There we go.
That's me right
Yeah.
there.
Awesome.
Yeah, see, we played Risk
Way to
of
go,
Rain,
Jesse.
Way
and
to
then
go.
I
Risk of
played
Rain.
Legend of Mana for a little bit.
I'm gonna
and
catch
some-
you on a live stream and follow you, so it adds to the content. So you get the little
Yeah,
notification.
we were talking about that before the podcast too. Yep.
But yeah, now that I know that Jesse's on there, I'm gonna add him to my my little subscribers down below. Because if you scroll down, this is the best part about Twitch is if you scroll down on here, you can see that there's see how I suggest those streamers at the very bottom.
Oh,
So
yeah.
any of those guys that are at the bottom down there,
That mouse sucks.
whenever I'm not online, but they are, it'll stream them instead. So like Zicky Dice is my manager, but he's also like a AEW wrestler. He does like dating shows and shit on his Twitch. It's
Really?
hilarious.
That's awesome.
Hassan Abi is one of like my favorite left wing asshole political guys who just like tears into like dumbass right wingers all the time.
So you can put those custom down there. though.
Yes,
You can
and then
custom
like
put those.
Levi used to be in a band called The New Endeavor.
There you go.
You have your music link through here?
I think I might. I have a link tree that I just use for everything.
There you go. I had. Yeah.
Yeah, this is what I.
Everything's a work in progress. He's got to look in here to see it.
Dog, I love the like MySpace era handle he's got.
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
I
dude.
want to get rid of these bars because it's hard for like when people are like, well, what's your tag? Like like wait, what?
What?
Capital I. But if you go in here, like on my about, I got like links. And you click on it, it's all like directly.
Yeah, see,
Yeah.
I just started all this shit, so I don't know like any of
It's
this.
easy to fuck around with and figure out.
Yeah.
Same kind of thing. I'll have to add you to this. It's just like the featured channel kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's
Joe
nice.
Show. This is the dude. He does like game show. He does like Twitch Squares on Saturday. It's like Hollywood Squares, but with
Yeah, yeah.
so funny.
Well, and Black Mario is actually
Adam.
that's Adam from Oceano.
Yeah.
He's a
There's
big
lot of metal,
Nintendo
like
guy.
Scott Carstairs from Fallujah. I follow him.
Yeah.
There's a lot of cool people from metal on Twitch.
Yeah.
And like bands just like write music on Twitch. Like the Browning
Right.
does like only like I think that dude just writes all of his music on live stream and shit. And the drummer from Straight from the Path just shits on like fake drummers all the time on Twitch, and it's fucking hilarious.
Nothing's worse than like hearing a band's music and then like you go to the show, like especially as a drummer, like me too.
Right. That's
Like you hear
awful.
these drums on this track, you're like, wow, they must be great. And then you go to the show and they can't play it.
Well, so okay,
I look at it like as a drummer though, you two, I'm like, what the fuck, man?
so I'm gonna
Why?
Why?
You know, why?
Couldn't you just told the guy that did the MIDI drums like I can't play that?
Yeah, like, hey, you know, like
Well, I'm gonna break the illusion for a lot of people. A lot of drums are fake. Actually, I'm gonna say that most drums on records are fake.
Oh well,
In the sense that they're
part's kinda-
sampled. In the sense that they're sampled.
right?
It's just the question on if you are
Can actually
good
play
enough
it.
to play the notes that are required to make the samples sound like you're really playing it. Because that's the thing is anybody can program a drum sample into Pro Tools or MIDI or whatever and create a. It's the like ghost notes and stuff that you have from like actually playing it that gives it like the bit of realism behind it.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's just these guys that
I
like
play all live drums.
All live drums when you record.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's.
I don't
yep.
do any tracks. I don't.
But that's our thing. Like
That's your thing.
That's
No.
our thing is we.
No, I like that too. I like that.
If it can't be replicated on stage by hand,
Yes.
Well,
but I mean,
Very
I-
much been that
mouth.
way all the
But,
time.
but like
we
I'm,
just
I'm not
don't do it.
saying like okay as
Besides, do you do add like rhythm tracks though, right? Or no?
as
I
far
don't
as
think
like
so. You're
guitar,
right for
Yes,
like
as
one
far as
guitar,
guitar.
right?
yeah, for
we
guitar,
do
yeah.
we do have rhythm tracks
On your record.
because
Yeah,
but not live.
if the song needs it.
Well, live we've got
We've added
You've added
rhythm.
backing
yeah.
track.
No,
The Maya Will School.
we added we
MacBook.
added we
Did
added
they just
another
retract
guitar player.
last statement?
No. We added a live guitar player.
Oh, you did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Another
Or-
another
or-
human.
Yeah.
Another human.
Another human.
A full body with a guitar in hand and actual acoustic sound.
Who?
See, I knew you replaced Dougie. I just
The rhythm guitar player.
what's his name?
What's his name?
Rhythm.
Rhythm.
What's his name?
His name's MacBook.
guys.
They're just ashamed.
No. I mean, it's never officially been talked
they
about.
haven't-
Well,
They
I
haven't
remember
revealed
Tim
it.
did it with you guys. Tim did it with you guys for a little while.
He was just like a hired gun.
A hired
We
gun.
needed- we needed
Yeah.
to fill out some sound.
Right.
We had been talking about, you know,
What about
Missing-
a loop?
missing that.
What about a loop pedal?
No.
Matt doesn't like the loop pedal.
no, because again, it's not
Loop
it's not
pedal.
authentic.
Yeah,
It's
Luke.
not authentic, right?
You know,
No, it's
so
not.
it's
But it still is, kind of, it's
It can
it's
be
not
useful.
authentic, but it's a little less. I don't know. On the
his name is Andy.
his name's Andy.
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 Yep. He played a show with
Is
our
his favorite
band,
toys Woody and Buzz.
No,
but
no. I will guarantee you, no.
No, I will guarantee you.
Looks like Sid
Is he
from next
local
door.
from your guys' area?
no, from Detroit.
From Detroit.
Detroit area.
Whoa.
Him and Matt have a history together.
Okay.
They've known each other for
And
years.
so
None of us probably
it's-
know him then.
Well,
Probably.
yeah, but it's very, it's a very harmonious thing between the two guitars.
Right.
Just the fact that they know each other and they
They
have
fit
a
each
history
other.
together.
They have a different style. I mean, they each have their own unique style, but it plays very well together. They mentally think like each other. They're
Right.
they're like brothers. They're like twins.
That's
Right.
the
I mean,
biggest thing.
and so
Like
it's,
twins.
No, they are. They're like twins. I mean,
Yeah.
they are. But I mean, they're both different in their own right. You know what I mean?
Right.
But together, they sound.
better than separate.
And then
Yeah, no,
adding Nakim on bass, that just filled out everything. I mean, it's a completely different sound.
It's a much more
You
mature
know.
sound.
So
Fuller.
So
It's not a different style. It's still
Just
But
Nagazi.
full.
even before we
It
added
just
that,
sounds
we always
different.
added a rhythm track on a recording.
on a recording, for sure.
Yeah, just
no, you
because-
want the
just-
rhythm. on it.
exactly
Yeah.
because you want to
You're
put
doing
out,
solos,
Yeah, you're looking to
yeah.
put out a fuller product. you
Yes.
know?
No,
Just-
you for sure,
Yeah. So
without a doubt.
yeah. So yeah. I mean, now we'll add. Probably I'm sure the recording process won't change because you're still adding rhythm, but now we have that full rhythm on.
And I remember
on
Matt,
stage.
bringing on stage, you'd be bringing like another side speaker, trying to fill out the stage
Yep.
and shit, just to make that full sound. Because some venues, you're not getting it all mic'd up. You need to
Right.
fill up the stage instead of just from one side.
Are you
Right.
guys gonna tell them why you actually have it?
Why we built those speakers?
You want to know
Yeah.
why they actually built those speakers?
Okay, why?
It was Matt's loud.
Matt can't fucking hear,
Yeah.
so he needs
hear.
so he needs the louds.
Yeah,
That's what they told us on
That's
tour.
what he's admitted. He's like, I need to feel it. So, but
So his hearing's really bad.
it's just.
Well, it's not
I mean,
bad.
it's
It's
years
just,
of
I
playing
mean,
shows.
Imagine being that being in the game for that long.
Yeah.
and,
Yeah.
No hearing aids.
He doesn't
because
use,
his band when he was 18, it was the same thing. It was loud Detroit,
Yep.
dirty fucking
Right.
rock, and it was loud, and it
Yeah.
was just years over.
Yeah, he always would even when we played. I'm remembering this from a show we played at Mulligan's, and Mike kept saying "turn it down," and as soon as your guys were starting or something too, you'd see him over there, or he's like "turn it down," and then he'd be like. He wouldn't do shit. He wouldn't do shit to that amp. And then finally Mike gave in. He's like, yeah, you're good.
he's
just
but I
gave
mean,
in.
he's a veteran. You know what I mean?
He's
He
not
knows what
turning
he's doing.
shit
He-
down.
Oh, dude, it was
You know?
Nothing.
I got to stand
It was
side
so
stage
great.
every single night of that tour, just watching him do the same fucking thing. Hey,
Yeah.
can you turn that down a little bit?
He just messed with the knob and he just turned
Well, no,
right
it's
back
like
to where he was.
it's like a
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah.
like barely,
Yeah.
not even touching it.
But no, well, we used to have 6 foot. Like when we started the band, it was we're going to build. Like we want to catch your attention when we open the trailer door.
Right.
Like we're going to roll out 6 foot guitar speakers.
Yeah.
We're going to roll out 2 of them. We're going to roll out 2 5-foot bass cabs. These things are massive. We're going to roll out gigantic merch booths. We're going to. I mean, everything is going to be a. What I don't know what that is, but I'm interested.
Manny,
type thing.
Manny Fresh, real big.
But then, but then you start moving
Everything real
around
big.
6 foot fully loaded cabs. Like try. You're moving 2 full stacks, not broken down into half stacks. You're just moving entire stacks every single time.
Right.
So we're like, all right, we'll build these little monitor size so that you can have one set for main volume and then one set for screaming back up at them. But then using those big ass speakers, we're like, dude, fuck this.
Fuck this.
Yeah, no, we need roadies for this type of shit. Like,
Yeah.
we are not going to move around this kind of stuff. So
You still
two of
move
those-
around some shit.
Yeah, but it's two little portable.
Yeah, I mean, we
ones.
have a decent amount of equipment, but I mean, we're
First time we played with you guys when I was in Death Abides, we played Saginaw, Hamilton Street. You guys bring out this. You guys got the merch booth.
oh yeah, that thing
The
is a
booth
beast.
that comes out. You got the light. It's got fucking everything. And I looked at that and I went back to my guys. I was like, that's what we need to fucking do.
And see, and where Maya Wells used to be in the local band with all the like smorgasbord of merch.
Right.
You know, we're used to
Okay.
be in the like top of the merch game with our racks and our sheeted tables and like
You got everything
everything's
set up.
I want it to
labeled.
look good.
But then first night on tour with these guys, they got fucking lights and Christmas lights.
That's
and
what I'm saying. All the
fucking-
lights and everything.
what do you want? Look over here.
Yeah,
on
look
sale.
over here.
On sale.
You guys just need to get a blinking neon Nagazi
They
sign.
got a
and
fucking
just-
square reader and fucking.
yeah, they got everything, bro.
So I was like, all right, we got to stop.
Hey
and
man,
get-
well, we can take card, cash,
we got to get
Yeah.
like PayPal, or
Bitcoin,
something.
whatever you got. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
You know, it was a
And you always-
shock and awe pattern. Like, okay, again, I don't know who they are, but holy fuck, look at all of that. I don't know who that is.
All of our
but-
shirts, bold, Nagazi.
Yeah.
and it's not.
Whoa.
Yeah, yeah. If it looks like there's an earthquake in here, definitely keep hitting these cameras. It's not. It's not an earthquake. We just keep elbowing these cameras.
Yeah.
But no, it was a shock and awe campaign. Like when we're starting out, nobody knows who we are.
Yeah.
We're brand new. We're going to be loud as fuck. We're going to bring a shitload of stuff, and we're going to have our shirts visible from 4 miles away. And,
I remember
and that was the,
when
that
you
was the
guys
campaign.
when you guys were playing Park Theater, though. I mean, too, like you had it right there. You guys, that's why you get there, early. Pick the prime spot. You guys got the prime spot where everybody walks kind of at the Park Theater. You kind of come in the front. There's 2 ways in, and right when those 2 ways in, there's a bar here, and Nagazi's right here. And like everybody,
Yep,
like you guys
bathrooms.
must have made pretty out like a bandit that night.
You don't want to be
merch,
too
I
close
would
to the
say.
bathroom, but bathrooms and bars.
Yep.
If you can get your merch table next to one
Yep,
of them,
and there's bathroom right. So they come in
or find the
Bar.
spot dead center in the middle.
Nagazi bathrooms.
That's how we did it.
Yeah,
But I
It's-
mean, it's
placement. It's everything.
yeah.
There's a lot of marketing that goes into that.
Find the high traffic area and sit right there. You know, like that's when we showed up to Michigan Metal Fest. It was the same thing. Like we're going to get there early.
Yes.
Bands are probably going to get there early. You know what? We got to beat them. Get there
Yeah.
fucking early. How about the
Early.
day? How about the day before? We're going to bring a camper. And we're going to get there the day before.
Only
and at 4:30 a.m. We're going to get up, and that's our spot.
The only
Yeah.
band I've ever seen that's consistently at venues before we were.
You want the
Yeah.
hustle,
We're-
baby?
we're
You want the
always-
hustle, baby?
We're
Yeah.
always
Oh,
the
the
first
hustle,
band
baby.
there, so it's like I think that's why we get along so well, is because we're from like the same like
the wavelength,
the
of
same
how you do
school
it.
of like this is a business. We treat it like a business.
Yes.
and we're
But
gonna
yeah,
do
I
what
mean,
we
and
can
the
to-
work ethic of what it is that you do. You know what
Yeah,
I
if
mean?
you don't want
Like,
to do
yes.
any work, you're not going to go anywhere, and you can stay home. If you want to do some work, it's going to take a lot of work. Go
It's
do
gonna
it.
take a lot of work.
what's that saying? You can't expect career level results out of hobby level commitment. Something like that.
Yeah,
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
No, so yeah, it was.
I mean, I totally understand that too. There's a lot of musicians out there that just want to do it as a hobby. I get that.
Yeah, I get that
That's
too.
not what we're talking about.
No,
You know
no,
what I mean?
like
yeah, we're
the
talking
hobby
about-
ones. I think the hobby ones just need to get the fuck out of the way. Honestly,
I mean, it really
It's-
depends though, because there's a lot of fucking killer bands that it's just
The
another
ones
life,
that are
another
like-
life priority. You
But
know,
there's still ones that'll be like, oh, we should be closing, or we should be doing this, or we.
But
should
yeah,
be doing
you
that.
can't have
But
wrong
yeah,
expectations about shit like
Well,
that.
yeah,
And-
you
and
know what I
that's-
mean. Like, just calm the hell down, sit down. Your hobby. This is your hobby.
Right.
We want you to play the show with us,
right?
Because
no, if you want that,
you're probably
later,
gonna be able to
if you want
sell
that
some
later
tickets.
spot. yeah. Either sell your tickets or grind out a shitload of those openers.
but
spots.
realize your spot as a hobbyist. You're not gonna get like
Well, but also as a professional, you have to realize when the hobbyists are the ones that brought everybody there, and
Right.
maybe it is best to let them play last, so then you'll still keep the crowd there.
That is very true.
Yeah.
That is very
Perfect
true.
example, Kill Tomorrow. Love those guys. Put on a great show, but half the band, they all make like 60, 70,000 a year. It's just for fun for them.
For
You know
fun.
what I'm saying?
Right.
Mhm.
But
For
you
fun.
put Kill Tomorrow on a show, people are going to watch.
gonna show
People
up.
are going to stick around because they put on a good show.
But if it's on a
Right.
hunting day, you won't be there. You know?
Got them.
Yeah, you got him.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, realize your spot, as in, you know,
Yeah.
like these big gigs that come around are like, oh, I you know, oh, we should be playing that, or you see, like, but you treat it like a hobby, so
Right.
realize that's what you're gonna get.
Well,
is
but
out of a
also
hobby.
those of us who are really serious about it also have
Yeah.
to kind of keep ourselves in check sometimes, you know.
Yes,
Yeah, definitely. You
for
can't-
sure.
You can't go too far.
Right.
Well, when you start thinking about we should be in that spot. Yeah, definitely got to cool it, because you're just gonna drive yourself insane.
Oh yeah, and I
Yeah.
mean we're all guilty of it. We all buy into our own hype every now and again.
Oh,
I
yes.
mean it's just a part of creating something that you're passionate about. Like,
Right.
Yeah, but again, if you
but
want-
you're
That
putting,
probably mostly happens when you have a hobbyist band, but then like one or two members really want to do something with it, but the rest are just like, "Yo, dude, cool it." This is-
See you again in 3 months.
Yeah, it's
But
just
yeah,
a hobby.
when you have everybody who's
Everybody's-
everybody in the band
yes.
is no, this is life. So
Yep.
Yeah.
this is
That's
And
when-
again,
yep.
we're all realistic to know that you're not gonna make shit doing this. Like we're chances of us making money probably not very good. But
Right.
it's the love of it. It's the fact that you live, sleep, eat,
we'll make
breathe.
money other ways, obviously.
beats and
but
music
it's,
and lyrics.
It's not,
Yeah.
it's no,
You
but
know?
it's not that you're not going to make any money at it. You know, obviously
You can,
you can. You know, that's
but it's not like you're gonna be able to do this and then I quit my job next week.
Right.
right. Yeah,
Yeah.
You know, the expectation of what it is. Yeah, it's not you're signing the 80s record contract
No, that-
and
Everybody gets
everybody,
$100,000 bonus.
yeah, you moved
Corvettes.
into the
Yeah.
mansion.
You know,
and-
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's not the movie Rockstar.
No,
Yeah,
that-
you're not
doesn't
doing
happen,
that. Yeah,
You know.
still
Yes, does it?
still going to be
Yes.
living in the
Yes, it
basement.
does happen,
Still
but
going
it
to
does
be.
One
Yeah.
metal band got that
Less than
opportunity, and
1%.
it was Metallica, and they wrote a rock and roll record, and that's what catapulted them into stardom.
which was what
I would say the Black Album.
Black Album. Yep.
I would say that's
Yeah.
more of a rock and roll record than a metal album. It's heavy. Don't get me wrong. It is heavy, but
No, it's heavy. Yeah, just the way
It's-
the
yeah,
tone.
It's a heavy
rock.
rock album.
it's,
Yeah.
I mean, it was produced by Howard
Bob
Benson
Rock.
or was it was
Bob
Rock.
Bob Rock. So
Bob
it is
Rock.
definitely rock.
I
Bob
knew
Rock.
Bob Rock.
Yeah, just listen to his last name. It's Rock.
Bob Rock.
Bob Rock.
Bob Rock.
Bob Rock.
Robert Rock.
Bob Rock.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I think he was just holding himself up while it looked like he was.
Yeah. The beauty of cinematography. Creating the illusion
Yes.
that there's a man singing from a door.
Yes.
But yeah, so that's going to be
So,
the first
wow.
single.
Right?
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
So, yeah,
Yes. Can we get a clap?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hey, get the
We'll
clap
make our own
in.
clap.
So yeah, we got to cut that out of the actual feed of the podcast. But yeah, so that's
No, well, that's we're live.
oh, perfect.
So
Sweet.
how many people do we have watching right now, Jesse?
Like 7,000.
7,000. Okay.
Perfect. All right, that's what I need.
That's awesome.
7,000 views
God,
already.
I hope one of them's the Fearless Records
7,000
executive.
views already. 7,000 views. Damn, man. That's,
God damn it, it's on Google Drive, so they don't count.
real quick, guys.
But no, we're shopping it right now and
Yeah.
just doing all that extra bullshit. We should have 2 videos done, but we
So
only
what
have
do you mean
one.
by shopping it? Like you're shopping it?
So we have a manager who is associated with Pinup Productions out of California.
Okay.
Works with a bunch of bands from,
Is this
way
a
bigger than
newly
us.
acquired manager?
No, we've been working with him since 2019.
So 2019.
Yeah, it
when
was
2019?
Like halfway through, we canned our
And then-
current manager,
And then who?
or our manager back then, and then we got
Who was
Nick
your manager
Zappo.
back then?
I just don't even worry about it. Not even worry.
Was he Michigan or?
No, he was a
California?
he was a regional guy.
Okay.
So he was from the area, front of the band. Rewind to the beginning. We're all back, but yeah. So we got Nick Zappo.
and we're back.
So we got Nick
We're
Zappo,
back right
aka
now.
Zicky
Zappo.
Dice.
Zicky Dice.
And yeah, so he's been working for us for the last couple of years, and he sends
Yeah.
us like spreadsheets with like tours.
Not last year.
Yeah, not last year. No, fuck. I didn't hear from anybody I work with for the like all of 2020. I was like, so we're still like.
A
Yeah,
thing,
you guys
right?
still book your own shows, though, right?
We do for the most part. We were working with
So what is he? So is he more of like a PR type person for you guys? or-
he's in a band called Heart to Heart, which is signed to In Vogue, was previously on Pure Noise. So he's got his own connections in the music industry, and like the main guy that owns Pinup, Joel, he hosts a bunch of like big California shows, especially in the heavy
So is
scene.
this something that you guys pay for, right?
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean,
Gotta pay to play.
Yeah.
the whole pay to play thing.
Yeah,
is
I
just- Yeah, like I had
There's a
Alex, I
difference.
had Alex Diesel on, a few weeks ago,
Okay.
and it's if you want to, way he put it was if you want to be, which the theme of the podcast was top level. If you want to be top level, you got to be willing to do the things to make it top level, which is
There are hoops.
There are hoops. There are shits. There's
Do
shit
you want to
through.
jump to that hoop? Because there's only one way to the other side, and it's through that hoop.
Yes.
Pretty much.
I got
Unless you know,
buying
unless
on
you
the
know the
tours.
cheat code passwords, you pretty much have to go through that hoop.
Well, I have a secret for a lot of local bands. That
The hoops don't exist?
No, it's that selling
Are
tickets.
they just hoops for me?
Am I just
No, it's
saying
not just
things?
for you. No,
Is it
Acid
from where I am?
flashbacks.
You Detroit fuck.
Damn it.
selling tickets.
Out here in Mount Pleasant. It's
They
different.
got hoops in Mount
They
Pleasant.
got hoops.
selling tickets is not pay
Big
to
old.
play.
They got hula hoops.
Most people seem to think that selling tickets to your local shows is paying to play. That's not paying to play. That's called
No.
pulling your fucking weight.
No,
you
that's not pay to
lazy
play.
Showing what you
pieces
can
of
do
shit.
for the business side of things.
Right, like what? Why am I supposed to just be given an opening slot for a band and not offer them?
But
anything
being on
in
the
return?
hook for 30 tickets, you are responsible for every dollar of the 30 tickets. You hand us cash.
Well, but that's why
We don't
you
want the tickets back. You hand us
Well,
cash.
no, but that's why you work with
There
the
are
right
those shows.
promoters.
So
where,
how many of those shows have you played? Where it
We've never
was
played
where it
one.
was you have 30 tickets, you owe me for 30 tickets.
too many?
Too many. One. Well, I don't.
I'm sure you've seen a lot of those. Like,
There are ones that exist. I try just because since I do 90% of our booking, I try to avoid those. I don't want to.
Well, there was
can we
that
sell
fucking
them?
Cobbledick
Probably.
guy that was fucking doing a lot of those.
But I just don't want to put. I'm not putting us in that position.
And
I'm
that's
not going to
your
put us in
area.
a position where we lose money.
Well,
there's
right.
You know,
A lot of-
we lose enough money as it is being in the industry.
Yeah, no shit.
I'm not going to add extra costs to it.
Yeah.
Like, can I
But
double
is
up
that,
this
is
loss
that
over
a
here?
hula hoop? Is that one?
that-
Of the,
yeah,
is that one of
yeah.
the hula
Is it
hoops?
with the hula hoop?
There are certain ones you will. Like I said, we've done
Do
one.
your research, like you said earlier.
Yeah.
Do your research.
Is
look
it worth
into
it?
Look into what they're asking you
Right.
before you say okay.
Or and it's not like we're anything huge, but put yourself in a position where you can say, we don't want to do that.
Yeah.
We still want to be a part of your show. Let's do something else that can make
Like,
that happen. Let's do
you know,
something else that can make that happen.
We're kind of
Right.
we're kind of big.
We're kind of big.
We're kind of big.
You know?
Yeah.
But
our mom says
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
big.
says we're
Yeah,
the
yeah.
bestest. But it's
We're the bestest.
Some of those are
You have to be if you're accepting a ticket show. You obviously make damn sure you're going to be able to get rid of some tickets.
and that's the thing.
Yeah.
Just do your homework. Is it okay? Is it a day where check the date?
Look at the
What's
band.
going on?
Look at the band
Who
that
the
you're
bands-
opening
who-
for.
Yeah, who are the other bands on the bill? Where is it? When
Don't
is
just
it?
accept it.
What time? Who's throwing it? I mean, all of that shit.
Well,
Yeah.
and for us, a lot of the times, especially in our
Look
you
at
know,
your fan base. Look
The-
at everything.
well, in the beginning of the My Own
Did you
Will
play there
thing,
2 weeks ago?
you know, we weren't like super established in the Detroit music scene. We're from 45 minutes north of Detroit, so it's like, it's not like I'm friends with a bunch of people, or I'm friends with people now through playing shows with them and like building those relationships, you know. But like, what was I getting to? So it's never been easy for us to really pull people in Detroit in
Right.
certain aspects. You know, it's easier for us now. You know, we're the only opening local band on that Body Snatcher tour, which is a huge honor. Like, I'm so pumped.
When
that-
you get to be the only local, that's when you're like, okay.
And that's super sweet. But we've done plenty of shows playing the Pike Room and being on the hook for 30 tickets, whether we sold 30 tickets or not. In my mind, paying potentially $200 out of my pocket is worth getting me in front of the Whitechapel Carnifex Oceano crowd.
So yes,
It's
so,
weighing the.
But
the
what
pros
I
and
would
cons.
do if I
Is it worth it?
Is it worth? Is it
Well,
worth
that's
it
what
to
it
you?
boils-
That's what I'm saying.
Let me
yeah.
work it.
It's worth it for every band. It's different whether it's worth it to you or not. If it's worth it to you to pay that money that you're like
Exactly.
we're not
What-
going to be able to
what
get
might
rid of
be
30
right for you.
tickets, right?
Might not be right for you.
No.
And it might be right for me, for us, but not him. You know,
Right.
Maybe me.
Maybe
him.
maybe this band playing that everybody's like, well, whatever. Maybe they're your favorite fucking band. You're like, dude, I
did it because I fucking love these guys. Yeah.
I just wanted
Right.
to play a show with these guys. You know.
Well, and that's
So-
how we are with Body Snatchers. Every time
but
they
a
come
show
to town, we
like
play with-
that, where like you're on the hook for 30 tickets, whether you sell them or not. You accept? Okay, I'm paying it up front.
Well, yeah.
I'm paying the 30 tickets. Here's your
Well, we
fucking
are-
money.
and sometimes
here's
it-
your fucking money.
Right.
I'm gonna go sell these fucking tickets and make my money back.
Exactly.
now.
Yeah.
Right.
As a
Whatever I
younger
don't
band,
make
it
back
drives you
is what we paid.
to go
That's what
push
it
them.
boils down to. Is like if you put yourself in the hole for the tickets up front, then there's that drive to okay, I'm gonna make.
I
my
got to
money
make my
back.
money back.
Yes. But when it comes down
And
to
then
then
some
it's
if you sell more.
show day, you haven't sold. You sold 15. You owe for 15 tickets. Now you got to come with that money.
Well, and there's plenty of these young
So
kids
there's a
who
lot
have
of
done
planning. Do your research. See who's opening. How many
Check
tickets
your
can I
bank
sell
account.
for this?
Yeah. Can you afford to pay it if
We're
you
more
go
of a
yourself?
rock metal band opening for a death metal act like Cannibal Corpse or something. Like how
Right.
many of our fans are gonna want? Like I would love to open for them. You know, maybe you would. Maybe
It
you're a
was sweet.
fan of like that shit. But are your fans a fan of that shit?
Right.
Right.
There's a lot of stuff that goes into it. I think people just
Know your
we have this
audience.
opportunity, like from that dude that was booking over there. He just contact anybody. Like, hey, you want to open it? Yeah. Oh shit, I got an opportunity here. But can you sell those tickets?
Right. Yeah.
You got to really.
Well, and that's like, I got into it with a guy that plays music in the area, and I'm not crapping on his music. I'm not crapping on his musical ability. I think he's a very talented individual, but he plays a very niche genre of music, and then wonders why he doesn't want to be booked in certain markets. And I'm trying to like explain to him like, well, the demand is not there for that one genre of music that maybe you and one other person in Oakland County is into.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
And I'm not. That's not a slight. That's just
What
numbers.
would you classify it as? This genre of music.
It's like folk metal.
Folk metal.
It's like Dog Fashion Disco was back in like the mid 2000s. Anybody remember them?
No.
Like avant-garde style shit. Like
Yeah, just really
the stuff that
niche.
the stuff that the music junkies that know theory back and forth and like are looking for true progressive music are going to be into. The problem is that segment of fans is so small in the grand scheme of things.
Right.
You know, and in terms of progressive music, there are bands that are huge that do great numbers. Rush, Dream Theater is one of them. But as you get further down this like obscure, like progressive subgenre,
Obscured.
you're gonna be finding
State
much
of
less
mind.
people.
All right. We need a bell for every time somebody says obscured.
But yeah,
Belt?
so
We need a belt.
That's not bell.
I'm
bell.
making a.
Bring your
calling
belt.
out the fucking
I did.
challenger?
I did.
Fucking challenging him?
I did bring it.
Did you?
Oh yeah.
Oh shit.
I'm taking a long walk for the short drink of water that is there's not too many people that are super into progressive music besides instrumentalists who have studied their craft back and forth and can understand
Well, you
the
guys
difference
ever-
between 7/8 time signatures and
Oh, yeah.
9/16 or
Counting
whatever.
triangles and shit.
Yeah, like I'm good, bro.
You guys ever heard of the band Imminent Sonic Destruction?
I have not.
You have not.
I have
They're
not.
kind
I
of from
listen-
your area though, right?
I know them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know them. Yeah.
They are a fucking great
Yes,
band.
they
are.
Yeah. Pat, is it Pat DeLong?
Yes, the drummer.
Drummer.
He is a badass.
Bad. You follow him too on
Yes,
Facebook.
yes, I do.
Yeah, that's
yes,
right.
I do.
That's right.
Yes, he is a badass.
Badass motherfucking drummer, and they are like a fucking Dream Theater type band.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Very. Look them up. Imminent Sonic Destruction. Like
I think I don't know how many albums they put out, but they
They've
have
put
like
out
a
quite
little
a few.
5-song EP that I think is pretty fucking dope.
It's dope, dude.
Yeah.
And, like
Yeah.
it's
Each
great
song's like
music.
9 minutes long.
Yes.
Yeah, you're like 5 songs. Like, why is this 82 minutes?
I think we were talking about that too. What's a single? What's an EP?
Yeah,
You said,
exactly.
yeah, but from blue to gray, we're saying what's.
Well, fuck. Can you imagine if Between the Buried and Me made their Colors album EP, since it's only 8 songs, but it's like an hour and a half
Yeah,
long?
that's what I'm saying. No, like when I first started listening to them, which wasn't too long ago, Tim turned me on to them, and I was like,
Turned you
oh,
on.
dude, this is a good song, and I'm like, this is another fucking good song, and this is another fucking good song, and that's all the same song.
And that's all the same song.
No shit.
Yes.
Man.
That's
I
crazy,
thought that was
dude.
3
Well,
different
isn't-
tracks.
Yeah.
Isn't there like single like 6.5 minutes? Isn't
something like
Selkie's like
that.
six
Well,
and
because
a
it
half
comes
minutes?
back to
Yeah,
it,
dude.
and I was like,
Yeah, and then it wraps back around.
is that
and
the
you're
same
like,
song I was
holy
listening to a
shit.
half an hour ago?
Yeah.
It is the same
It
song.
was
Yeah.
indeed.
Yeah, but it's fucking incredible.
Those would be really hard, like for me as like playing the drums and shit. You just gotta remember to fucking like.
Are we on part
all
8 or
that
part 14?
shit, dude.
No, see, there's a
I
reason.
got a terrible memory though, so it's just like
You
for
just
me,
need one of those iPad with the bouncing ball.
I mean, I wonder why. I wonder
I have
why.
a terrible memory.
No, it's bad, dude. It's bad.
There's a reason why
Sometimes.
we play 4/4 time and fight riffs almost exclusively.
thoroughly. I
1, 2, 3, 4.
I thoroughly
Reset.
believe in the repeat it to yourself out loud 3 times to remember it.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard that?
Yeah.
if-
Repeat it out loud 3 times and then you remember it. Like that's pretty much the only time I'll remember shit. Like I gotta repeat it out loud. So sometimes I'll be like at work,
He's walking down the.
right? I'll be at work and I gotta remember to like go to do something and I'll say it like I'll say it under my breath like
There's
3
certain times like
just
if
so I
I'm
can remember it.
just
It works.
I'm so ADHD that there's times where I'm like, all right, if I'm going upstairs to my room to get something, I'm like, it's like
You're telling yourself the
yeah,
whole time
you're like
what
wallet.
you're going to get.
I want to get my wallet.
Going to get my
I want to
wallet.
get my
I've
wallet.
gotten
Going to
the
get my wallet.
Going to
Hey,
get
look, the dog.
You come up with a little tune.
Oh, why'd I
Going
walk
to
into
get
my
my
room?
wallet.
Yeah.
Going to get my wallet.
You know, like get upstairs. What the fuck did I come up here for?
I'm
wallet's
going,
not
going
here.
back to get my wallet.
Yeah, just keep telling myself why I'm here, what I'm doing.
Yes. Dude, it's bad.
Yeah.
Mine just wanders, man.
Marijuana induced short-term memory loss.
I don't know. For me, it's something more, man. It's something more than that. Man.
It's all that aluminum deodorant you've been
Aluminum
using.
is that a
It
theory?
causes onset
Is that
dementia,
a
dude.
is that a conspiracy theory with?
No,
aluminum
there's like
deodorant?
And
deodorants.
Alzheimer's.
There's deodorants that actually, I'm not kidding, man. There's deodorant that actually did have aluminum in it back in the day, and it led to early Alzheimer's. Yeah.
It's still one of the main active ingredients in most deodorants.
Yeah. That's
I
why
use
all natural.
Degree, men's. Fuck, I forget the scent.
If it doesn't say aluminum free on it, but
So
you got to read the back of it. Read the
Do they have that
ingredient.
label?
Do your
on,
due
on-
diligence.
Do they
Yes,
have
no.
it on
Yeah,
aluminum
yeah,
free?
yes,
They do.
it
Oh
tell- yeah.
wow. I
But
better go
then
look
you
at
got to
it.
read the back
look
of
at
the ingredient.
Is
which
it
is-
anything to do with the
deodorant you
aluminum
use.
on, like if they have the little strip on top? Does that have anything to do with it? We're talking in
No,
the.
I'm talking
it's
about
in
it's
the-
actually
it's
in
in the
it.
product.
The
It like
ingredients.
keeps it. I think it's a preserver.
Okay.
I think
Like
it
keeps it fresh or something.
Yeah,
for
I think
you?
it like keeps it from going bad or something like that. Like it's I don't know.
What deodorant do you use? Isn't that hard to
I
think
don't
of right
know.
now?
Tom's
don't
all
know?
natural, baby.
What is it?
Tom's.
Tom's.
Yeah.
All natural.
I've been
never heard of it.
I've been shopping around
So-
lately, so I
You've been shopping around lately?
Yeah,
You've been
I'm trying to find a
change
new
it up?
deodorant. Yeah,
new
You know,
deodorant.
I'm
So what
just-
have you been using though? You still don't know.
Still don't know. Yeah. I used
So,
I used this one thing that was like it was good.
Degree
but
stick.
I did use Degree for a minute, and that was aluminum
Old
free.
Spice?
No, haven't touched Old Spice because Old Spice I haven't found an aluminum free Old Spice.
Yeah, that's
So do you
that's one of the
use-
notorious ones.
Do you
is Old
use?
Spice.
I don't use. Well, I said earlier I use Degree. So do
And
you,
I'm not trashing. I'm not trashing Old Spice. That's their
They're just not aluminum free.
Right.
Now, do you use deodorant or antiperspirant?
well. See,
Deodorant, antiperspirant, or deodorant, or combo?
There ain't nothing stopping me
deodorant?
from
I like the
sweating.
combo.
I use
because, mean, the
antiperspirant.
so that
That's-
way I'm not just sitting there dripping. You know what I mean? Like I work in the kitchen. I
Right.
play shows. I'm hot constantly.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So I don't mind heat. I don't mind whatever. But I just don't want to be sitting there soaking wet. You know.
No,
Nothing feels
deodorant.
better than sweat rolling down your ribs
No.
at work.
If it's deodorant, it gives me a rash.
Does it?
Yep, I have to
And
use
see, that's
antiperspirant.
another thing. There's
Have
so
to
many
use
different
antiperspirant.
allergens
Is
that
it
people
clear?
Yeah, so
have.
even if you wanted to,
Do you use
couldn't.
clear or solid? You know, like where it's white, or do you use clear deodorant?
So that Tom's, I was using one that was the white-ish.
Touch your mic a little bit.
Oh, sorry. So
Cup the mic.
my original,
Yeah.
the original one was white, and it was like kind of.
from you there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
One more for me, there, bud.
I knew it wouldn't take long for him to start asking.
Well,
I'll take one
I
more,
do
too,
believe
since
you
we're still
owe
sitting
me
here.
a few.
Exactly.
You
How
know.
many did you take?
How
at
many
the
did you
20-minute
take? Yeah, how many did you take from me?
I can't remember.
Yeah,
how
you
many
took
we
It was at
a
least
lot
one.
of beer from me.
Oh, it was more than
You
one.
took a lot
No,
of
we
beer
took
from
a lot
me.
of beer.
Yep.
Yeah,
And,
Matt
you
took some,
We're drinking my
No.
beer.
but Matt took some, and then we were like, "Hey, can we get a couple of those?" And he's like, "Well, there's some more there in the fridge."
You can have the rest.
So you can blame it on him.
It's all shenanigans.
They were mine.
So we were on the deodorant.
Yeah,
kick.
yeah, yeah.
So
So I
deodorant,
switched from a white to a clear, and the
a white to a clear.
Yeah, and the white is definitely the way better of the natural sticks for me.
Yes.
The clear doesn't last as long.
I don't
it's only
like the
12
clear.
hours.
I like the white.
I need like the full.
I have clear. I've used white.
You've used white, but you
I
prefer
normally
clear.
use the clear, but somehow
Is it because
somehow
of
on touring
how
I
much
ended
you
up with a
use?
blue white lady speed stick in my bag.
because lady speed stick is
So-
better than men's
It
speed
smells
stick.
the best.
Is it? Smells best.
Smells
now,
the
is it
best.
because you use so many tank tops? Are you afraid of the white showing in your armpit hair?
No.
No.
Yeah, the old big old clump.
You get a little clump there. You get a little clump. Yeah. Ah, shot.
Yeah, either that or
Listen, if your
They look
deodorant's
like Jamaican braids.
if your deodorant's the only thing clumping on tour, you're okay.
Yep.
But
Bro, you have no idea how many times one of my band members has fucking. You gonna pass me one, you fucking dick?
do you want one?
Yeah, I asked you.
You said, "Give me
And then I
one."
said, "Give
We'll
me a second
rewind.
one.
We'll rewind.
Jesse.
I heard it. I don't need to.
Jesse.
Oh, I did.
I don't
I
need
did
to
say
repeat
that,
that.
but as you were grabbing Jeff one, I was like, "Hey, I'll take another one since we're
Oh,
still
I'm,
sitting here."
I'm sorry. I did
That's
not
okay.
hear that.
That's all right. I was
I
just,
did not hear
I
that.
was just being purposely rude.
being facetious. I didn't probably use that term right.
But yeah, no, I was being extremely facetious. But we were on. Oh yeah, so I'm in a band where one of us can just scratch something and it just stinks up the entire band. So it's like, it's imperative that we get our gas station showers every single day.
You just scratch like a little scratch sniff. Mm-hmm. Just.
Yeah, you just scratch like your inner.
I always thought there should be a restaurant with scratch and sniff menus. Like you want to
Yes.
know what that
'Cause you
chicken
smell-
parm, what does that smell like? And you scratch it and you're like,
Smell has a lot to do with taste.
would you go to that
Oh, yeah.
restaurant if they had a scratch and sniff menu?
Hell yeah.
Senses,
Would you?
baby, senses.
The fact that the
Why not?
Is this a gold mine I'm sitting on?
Yeah. Somebody probably already done it though.
take it to the
Just like we were saying earlier, you think you got that great idea? Look
Scratch
it
and
up,
sniff
bro.
restaurant?
Look it up, bro.
the dispos.
Look it up, Jesse. Jesse, it's best to see. Scratch and sniff
Do they?
I'm
restaurants.
just saying, you should do it, man. That's
Just
sick.
Google
Scratch
that.
and sniff dispensary?
Yeah, just like you don't have
For
to
your
actu-
weed?
Yeah, you don't have to actually pull out the jar. You just hand them a fucking book and
Little book. They just scratch it and sniff it.
Yeah.
But
That way you're-
that's
But I
not
wanna
going to
look
work.
at it,
It's not
though.
going to
I
work.
wanna look at it, though, too.
Post COVID though, nobody's going to.
No,
do
but
that.
it's not
Yeah.
even that. But it, because
Better than
you're
taste.
You're not.
Scratch and taste.
scratch and taste.
I have to sanitize this book. The last customer was testing quite a few of them.
Shit.
Well, you know,
Scratch and
let me
taste.
put that in. Let me put that
Oh,
into
we
your,
got something here.
Oh, hey.
Yeah.
Pizza Hut thought about it.
And apparently they
Sniff.
fucked it up.
Oh, in
It's
2015.
6 years
Pizza
later,
Hut.
and we're still
Did the
not.
Pizza Hut around here close? The
Around
one in
here?
Our town closed?
No, they're
Are
still
they
open.
all closing?
No, there's a couple
Say if
still
they're all
open.
closing, I'm taking that deal back.
Pizza Hut closed in Mount
Reddit,
Pleasant?
scratch and
Yep,
sniff
Pizza Hut
restaurant
is
menus.
no more in Mount Pleasant.
Well, I
We'll go
mean,
to
what
the-
you
we'll
guys
go
have
down the
fucking,
Reddit hole.
You guys have the cabin though, so it's like any pizza company chain is
Would
gonna-
smell like
Well,
people's
they
finger.
still got Cabin, they got Pizzanello's,
Smells
they got,
of mothballs.
Little Caesars, they got Hungry Howie's, they got
fuck?
Jets, they got
Mountain Town Pizza.
Mountain Town
Mountain
Pizza,
Town
they
Pizza.
got Cottage Inn, they got. I mean, you want pizza or beers, you go to Mount Pleasant.
Hey,
It's-
I know you might
or a
not be-
gambling edition.
You might not be able to remember.
Scratch
this.
and Sniff Cafe Facebook. What's that? Hamilton, Colorado. It's only got 29 likes. 8 were there. They're
Joe,
probably
your
not even in
idea
business.
sucks.
No,
They
that
just
means
didn't
that's
do
a good
it. No,
idea
they
though.
just
That
didn't
means
do
it
it
has
right.
been done right. Exactly.
Exactly.
Exactly. There's not a lot.
Yeah.
I
No,
figured
no,
there's going to be
no,
some
no.
shit popping up.
Yeah, this place looks
They
like
have a concept.
Yeah, they're
It's
not.
best to
they
just
got-
accept defeat here,
Yeah.
Kyle.
It's a location thing.
Nah, bro.
I'm
You don't want a lot of. Why do you want a lot of competition?
No,
You
I
come
know.
up with a great
Look-
idea.
No, look at the
Do you
Colonel.
want it to already
Look
have
at
been
the Colonel.
started?
Okay, look at Harlan Sanders. Okay, this motherfucker had
Are you
his
talking
story.
about Colonel who?
Harlan Sanders.
Okay.
KFC, man.
Yeah.
Look at how the
Fried chicken was a fucking thing, though.
Jeff's
Yeah,
the
but he-
only
no,
guy who knows Colonel
he drove-
Sanders'
what
first
I'm-
name.
What I'm
He went-
saying
damn near
is,
went broke
look at
doing
look
that.
at today's society of look at what the chicken sandwich has done. Like there's like the wave. I mean, I guess.
Oh,
that was-
the wave is
but
there.
it's chicken, fried chicken, Popeye's chicken, KFC, Church's chicken, somebody's chicken,
Chick-fil-A.
this guy's
Chick-fil-A.
chicken,
Oh, there's
Hey, listen,
some
so-
hands
chicken.
down the best.
As long as your chicken doesn't hate gay people, I'm cool with it. Like,
Dude, I don't care. Chick-fil-A is fucking good, man. They got some good ass sandwiches.
and see, and that's.
They got some good
That's
ass sandwiches.
I know that, and that's one of the reasons
That's what
why
I'm
we're
saying,
friends.
but,
Is
like, I
'cause
mean,
we
he cha-
differ
he
on
changed
that.
the
Like, I have to morally like. I have to morally
changed the
deny
fried chicken
myself
game.
Chick-fil-A because
I'm like, I don't give a shit, man. That fucking chicken good,
I
man.
can't, dude. I gotta. I talk too much shit about morality to fucking.
You do.
Like,
You talk too much shit about it to be able to feel good about going to Chick-fil-A and eating.
But
a
this is the
chicken
bet I've
sandwich.
made. Like, this is my.
Those
shtick,
people
like,
working at that fucking Chick-fil-A are not fucking with what those people are saying. Half of them probably aren't.
They are, but at the
Like,
same
it's
time,
like, I just want a Chick-fil-A sandwich.
Yeah, but that-
'Cause,
that
dude, I
guy-
got the Chick-fil-A sauce. Like I went and bought it at
Pretty
the
good,
store.
huh?
I got it in my refrigerator.
now
so
see
I'm
if
probably hate gay
Kroger,
people, I guess.
if Kroger has the Chick-fil-A sauce and they've already paid for the sauce, well then maybe I can justify buying the sauce from Kroger since they already got their
See,
money
there
anyways.
was this chicken joint out of Baton Rouge, Louisiana called Raising Cane's.
Yeah,
I remember Raising Cane's.
Oh, it's the best.
Raising Cane's.
It is the best.
Very, very good.
The best.
What about
big
them?
fan.
Do they hate gay
Did they
people?
hate gay people?
I don't think so.
I don't believe they do.
All right, that means I
believe
can
they
eat
do.
Are they a chain?
I don't know. But they're fucking
I
good.
know they love dogs.
They love
Yeah.
dogs.
Okay.
You can bring
I know they
dogs
love
to the
dogs.
restaurant.
I love dogs.
Yep,
so
dogs
yeah,
are-
All
Uh,
dogs, not just service dogs. All
No,
dogs.
all dogs go to heaven. You know what I mean? That's
I don't know.
You know
You
what I
think
mean?
DMX
Like-
got in?
What?
I mean, that's a real question. You think DMX got in?
Into heaven?
Yeah.
Oh.
If there is one.
Well,
mean,
Question being proposed by
okay.
the atheist.
Okay, well, it,
I
it depends
believe-
on how that all goes down.
I
Like,
mean-
what do you believe? Okay, you really wanted to speak. What do you believe? What do you believe, Jeff?
I believe in absolutely.
I believe.
You know what I believe?
Okay,
I
what'd
believe,
you believe?
that you should never put mustard on a goddamn hamburger. That's what I believe.
Well, if that's what you believe, then DMX definitely ain't getting into
If that's
heaven.
what you're supposedly supposed to go to heaven, and then you got to face all
If
of
you
your
put
fucking shit that you've done in your
know what I
life,
mean?
is mustard on a hamburger.
No, I'm
Good
kidding,
for you,
I'm
bud.
kidding.
Listen, if you put ketchup
Yeah.
on a piece of chicken, like there's a special place in hell for you there. However, mustard on
Honey mustard with chicken. Though.
now that's good. I'm
beautiful.
talking ketchup. I'm talking about
Yeah.
fried chicken with ketchup.
What about French fries?
I mean, that's
French
fries.
fries
though.
and ketchup is good.
But,
French
that's,
fries.
but you're not putting it on chicken.
But
Do
see,
you-
that's-
I'll use-
but
I'll
you're-
use Chick-fil-A sauce.
What do you
But see,
normally
that's what I'm
dip your
saying.
fries
Like,
in?
is it in this?
What is your go-to
how
fried
terrible
dip?
it is that we know this shit menu shit from being on the road or living our rock style supposed lifestyle lives. You
Getting
know,
fucked.
where it's like, fuck, I know the Burger King menu, I know this menu, I know Hardee's.
I got
know
just
that-
enough for a big bag
Yeah,
at this place.
right. I'm broke on the road and I fucking need some goddamn food.
Dog,
Oh man,
this is a real story. So Max,
I made a Chicago style hot dog one time at a gas station. Like I mean, like
Whatever.
I'm just off. I'm all fucked up.
Yeah.
Oh man, I still
Yeah.
got time for a beer too. Grab a beer. Can't drink in the vehicle.
tall boy.
Didn't even drink.
Max like
Didn't even drink it.
Max
I think my
actually
brother
cried.
threw it out the next day. You know what I mean? Like, yep. But
Max cried eating Subway because he had veggies for the first time in fucking like 5 days.
You know, it's enjoy it when you
Looking
get
over at Max, he's just like,
this iceberg lettuce is so great.
so
it's
great.
'cause
The twins
Just
would
the moisture.
the twins would literally live off of McDonald's if we could. And honestly, I would too because I'm in the cash box enough to know how much Taco Bell sets you back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
shit.
Taco Bell is not cheap.
2 McChickens, medium fry. That's for me.
Right,
my
and that's
standard
typically how we
McDonald's
are.
order.
Is it's you get
Yeah.
a medium fry, you get 2 of the dollar menu sandwiches, and that's
Boom.
That's
But
good
see,
enough to keep you fed.
luckily though, we always stop at some sort of grocery store. Usually, Walmart or Sam's.
Yeah,
or
but what
something
do you get
like
in
that.
there?
Well, you
Stuff to make
you
sandwiches?
get
Cold
like lunch
spaghetti.
stuff
some
sandwich?
essentials, and then
Well, yeah.
but you can get vegetables. You can get
What
some
do you,
shit.
what
know
do
what I
you
mean?
Instead of
using to
everybody
cook it?
buying
Like-
their own stuff, normally for the most part, we are just, budget yourself. Matt's a
Well, what do you cooking?
scavenger forager. He can go 4 or 5 days on like $10. I don't know how he does it. I can't go 5 hours.
Doesn't
on
he
like
smoke?
$10. He does, but he
How the fuck?
that's what I'm saying. I don't know. I don't know.
$10.
But he's the type who can just he just
Rollies?
Roll your own?
a little yeah
He can
yeah.
roll,
Roll
his
your
own.
own.
but a
He
little
can
bit of
roll
food
his
here, a
own.
little bit of there. I
Yep.
mean, he just gets by.
So he
There's-
brings his all of his tobacco, his
I,
filters.
I
and
get
everything on
lightheaded
tour,
and
he gets
hangry. I
tight.
need to eat regularly. It's going to cost me a lot more money per day. So we just
Right.
kind of
But you
everybody's
can-
on
but-
your own
but when
schedule.
you go to those places, you can get individually what you want.
But then once in a while,
You know
we're
what
like,
I
hey,
mean? Like
today
you-
we're all going to pull our money together and we're getting some steaks and potatoes and we're cooking
Hell
on like
yeah.
the shitty
Yeah.
George Foreman grill that's plugged in outside. But whatever. At
So
least
that's
we're
what I'm
cooking-
saying. What do you guys bring
cooking
with you to
somewhat.
cook?
We
What do you-
just we buy it as
so
we
you-
kind of go because we only have a small cooler. We each
But
have
if you're
like a
going to
little cooler.
Walmart, you're talking about going to Walmart. We can get our supplies. We can get stuff we need. So you're buying like some probably canned vegetables, or you're buying fresh vegetables.
No canned vegetables.
So you're buying fresh
Yeah.
vegetables, fresh
Yeah,
meat.
you get.
So what are you
apples.
using to
Well,
cook?
'cause
You
you
got
get
a George-
apples,
you got a-
oranges,
what are you
pears,
using to
little
cook it?
propane
plums,
camper
peaches,
grill,
bananas.
a little George
Camper grill.
Foreman.
So you got
yeah.
a little camper grill.
Yeah, well, it's like a
that you
little
guys bring
propane.
out.
Basically, it's a
Yeah,
propane burner.
Yeah, you got a
Burner
propane
with
tank
one
about this
pot.
big, right?
No, with about this big.
Okay,
It's a
about this
Coleman
big.
pot.
It's
So you got the one that you set on top. So it's like when you take hiking, like
Kind
we
of.
have.
Yeah, and it runs
Okay.
off those little mini Coleman.
Yeah, like a
propanes.
jet boil thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then
Okay.
a George Foreman grill.
You guys got that? Get it, bruh.
I'm
and
telling
then-
you. I'm telling you that there's like just the survival. Of,
No,
of
yes.
that, of
I could
having-
totally do it.
I can cook out like if we were ever starving or whatever, I could make.
Oh, yes.
I could make $10 go
Oh, a long
a long way.
Yes, you
to
can.
feed my entire
Now,
band.
that's why I'm saying
it
if you're
helps. It
bringing
helps
that
having a
stuff-
chef in the band because
Well, yeah.
he knows you don't buy that shit. We're spending our money's better spent on this. We're getting
Yep.
more bang for the buck and get a lot more of this. He knows,
And he knows kind of
how
like
to
what's going
stretch
to
the
make you
food
guys
dollar
feel
on the road.
full too.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
What's gonna make you feel full?
The diet. Has
Because that's a
you
strategy
need some
in
energy and
restaurant
yeah.
too. Is what's going to make you feel full.
But
We're
we
gonna
need
give you a
we
little
need
more
but
of
we
that.
need to be we
Or a
need to
little
be
less
fed
of
well
that.
though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because we're playing shows. We need to be we
Yes.
can't be eating trash
No.
all day long.
Like
you
he
know
said
what I
about the
mean?
twins and McDonald's, we eat enough McDonald's as it is.
Right.
Can't
Yes.
can't take it as it. It's at certain times it's just what it is. When you're rolling through small towns that have gas station or McDonald's.
If you want to talk
Right.
about being but I mean
Fuck,
if you want to
it's
talk about
McDonald's
being
again.
yeah.
In the next
no, but
town
if you
there's
want to talk about
gas.
being a dad
But
band, yeah, no, we are a dad band because Dad can't eat that crap anymore. You know what I mean?
Type shit.
Yeah,
Well,
what I
some
mean?
some
Like-
gas stations got great fucking sandwiches and shit that you can buy too.
Some
Like,
do.
But
Yeah.
you
some do.
also have
Loves
to look at
breakfast
like
sandwiches. Those are banging.
Oh, yeah.
I like
Yeah.
rib on those.
You, al-
Those
you also have
Yup.
to look at the times you're playing, though. Like, if you're in a town where shows go until 2 a.m., McDonald's is going to be literally the only place
the only
open.
thing you have. Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
so,
that's-
but that's
Yeah,
when you
that's
weigh
true.
out your options
That's
of,
true.
of when to eat that throughout
Right.
the day. It's not I'm going to wake up having McDonald's. I'm not going to have McDonald's for lunch. I'm not going to have McDonald's for dinner. I'm not going to have McDonald's.
Hey,
at 2 o'clock
McDonald's.
in the morning.
Well, and
you know,
there's
on a
certain times
Speak,
where we hit.
speak for yourself.
There's certain times we hit like a deli, whether it's like a Subway or something, but it's like a deli sandwich shop.
Yep.
And you're like, all right, I'm gonna get 2 good sandwiches.
Yep.
I'm gonna get some chips or whatever it is. And I got at least like 4 meals almost here
Yes.
because I can throw it in a cooler and I can eat
Just
it whenever
pack
the hell
some
I
too
want.
before you go. I'm sure.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
So, and we hit like a Walmart every 2-3 days. Just it's limited space. We don't want to take everything for fucking 2 weeks on the road. So it's kind of get yourself through the first week. We'll stop occasionally and grab stuff that we need. Halfway through, we kind of
Yep.
up everything that we need. But
And hopefully, the tour is going well enough at that point.
right.
You can,
Well, and you're
replenish
carrying enough
without
weight with
going
equipment and
more
merch
into the
and
negative.
people in the van. You don't taking all of that shit. It's
You're
just
already-
more weight and you're burning.
You're already burning $60 a day and filling the van up
Yeah.
to
Oh,
get you
yeah.
where you're
Yeah.
going.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what do you guys take when you're touring? What kind of
So-
vehicle you guys got?
So we're in a passenger van. We have 1, 2, 3 full benches, 2 captain chairs, and then we have a trailer.
3 full benches, 2 captain chairs, and a trailer.
Yes.
Nice.
And we are in a transit.
They're in the Taj.
It's sharp. It's
they're
sharp.
in the Taj
It's sharp.
fucking
I
hall,
sat in
dog.
it too.
Transit.
Hell yeah.
3 benches.
4 captains.
Three
Is
chairs.
it 3 benches? Three
It's
benches.
3 benches, 2
Two
captain's
captains.
chairs, and then a makeshift bed in the back.
Hell yeah.
Like it's basically just storage because there's where the 5th or 4th.
But you
row
guys
seats
don't
would
tow
be,
a trailer, or
and,
do you?
and we tow a tow
And
a trailer.
Okay.
Yeah. So
What's in the trailer? Just the
all gear and merch.
all the gear and merch are in the trailer.
In the van is your personal stuff, your clothes, all the personal
Stuff that you need as
Yep.
you're going.
Yeah,
MacBook.
you got whatever you need. Everybody's kind of got their own little row. Like this is my row when we're sleeping. So that's where most of your shit is. Your clothes are in a suitcase underneath my earthquake.
Not again.
In my
It's all right.
That
Granny
camera
down.
wasn't on anybody.
The
because you
star,
were-
the star of this. Oh shit! Oh shit! I'm gonna have
earthquake.
Big time, baby. That was the aftershock. That was the aftershock. Yeah.
say the star of the show.
You heard
ain't
me?
Here he goes, knocking off David.
No, we just tried to, keep it. If we're gonna be contained in this fucking tin can for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever it is, let's make it as comfortable as possible. Yeah, kind of.
And I think Nagazi's kind of the same way that Maya Will is none of us really have.
All right, Jesse.
None of us
My
really
bad,
have
Jesse.
too many
My bad.
like real like rock starry like habits, you know what I'm saying? Like nobody's really a big pain in the ass. Like we're not 2 frontmen who refuse to load in gear, or like, I'm not like I'm not gonna hang out at the merch table type frontman. Like some days I do feel like going and just playing video games, but it's not because I think I'm full
Yeah,
of
but there's-
myself. I just want to go play fucking games because I've
Yeah.
been hanging at the merch table for 6 days in a fucking row.
Right. So,
you know.
so you're talking about just while
Just
you're
like
on
band,
tour.
just like band quirks, yeah. Because I can't really speak for them, but I mean,
Well,
for my,
we're human
Right.
of the fact that we have all those emotions of,
With-
you know what, I'm just fucking tired right now.
Yeah,
I don't
I'm
want to
just
fucking deal with
done.
anybody. Yep, I'm done. Fuck it. Somebody watch this fucking merch booth for me.
plus you
Please
guys,
You know what
let
I
me
mean?
go have
Like,
some
yeah,
alone time.
Exactly. And then let me get rejuiced, recharged. And that's the thing. Like, everybody's different. Everybody has that moment at different times. But that's when you deal with it of just, okay, you're just doing your thing.
right.
We all understand it's not personal. It's not, I fucking hate you. I can't stand you guys. I don't want to. No, it's just, look, I need to recharge here real quick.
It's making different personalities,
You know?
right? Because I get agitated when people are making noise at night when I'm trying to fucking sleep.
Right.
Jeff
Yeah.
gets agitated when I'm making noise in the morning when I'm up and he's trying to sleep. It's just 2 different. The yin and the yang. You got to kind of make it work.
Do you snore?
I don't think I do, but I'm told I chew.
Oh, so do you
I chew-
grind your teeth?
No, like I chew in my sleep. Apparently, like dreaming of delicious
'Cause
sandwiches and
I
donuts
grind my
and
teeth.
stuff.
Apparently,
No.
I'm one of
You
those
gotta get that
sleepers.
guard.
I'm one of those sleepers where I'm dead. As soon as I fall asleep, I'm dead to the world. I don't wake up for shit unless, like, my work alarms.
I kick.
My work alarms are like programmed in my head.
Yeah.
I don't even think I need an alarm for work anymore.
I slept to my alarm for the first time in months the other day. and
Did
it
you?
Felt so good.
Did you?
For the
So
first-
you're always up way before. So you're one of those that you're just up.
Sometimes it's 2 hours now. Like I'm reading that old man point where I'm just randomly up at like 6:30 is up, I guess.
Yep, 7
So you don't
a.m.
take anything for it. You don't take
Like-
no like melatonin or nothing. You never tried anything like that. Just
No,
stay
I mean
asleep.
there's certain
But
days where I'm-
melatonin apparently doesn't make you stay asleep. It just helps you get to sleep.
Right.
And it also you can form like a dependence on it, like you can from like caffeine or anything like that.
Right.
So I've heard of multiple people like becoming so dependent on melatonin that they can't fall asleep without it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I just need my
And it-
Diet
I just-
Coke.
Right.
I just need my Diet Coke.
All right, Trump.
No, it's just
yeah.
No, but I'm just saying, like,
Yeah,
it
yeah,
could
no.
be anybody. It's just,
I need a Diet
I
Coke
need
to
a
go to
diet,
sleep.
or
Yeah.
I need my Mountain Dew, or I need my fucking this, or I need my.
it's doing it for so long you just
Yeah,
become
I mean, look at
accustomed to
me.
it.
Yeah,
when it's
but
not
look at me.
there.
Look at me.
Right.
Oh, I need my nicotine.
I need my
You
I
know,
need
yeah.
my my bowl my
I need my
bowl
bowl,
and
I need my
cigarette
beer,
before
I
bed.
need
Whatever it
anything,
is.
Yeah, whatever it is. That's the way it is for me.
But you
Like,
got your
I'll
routine.
smoke a bowl have my last cigarette for the night, and I'll close the computer down or shut the lights down. I'll go to bed. That's my schedule. A lot of shit, like habitual shit, is more schedule shit. It's just like how you organize your life. Like even with smoking, like I was talking to Jesse earlier about like I've been thinking more and more about like trying to quit and trying to go to something else. Like there's like the Breeze. I don't know if you heard of the disposable Breeze things.
Okay.
They're more like a cigarette. They give you that feeling. It's more of like a feeling thing. And
Well, like when
it's the same thing when you're for a bedtime ritual. It's your feelings of how you are going to bed. That's
Right.
just the way you are. Where you approach a show. If you are always early, that's the way you feel most comfortable approaching stuff. It's a lot of habit.
Right.
It's
So-
addiction.
And so
breaking the habit.
But what I'm saying
which
is
is
that
a,
canned
hard
into a van of everybody's personalities, of everybody's sleep habits, everybody's
Yeah.
way that they live,
Idiosyncrasies, everybody's nerves,
everybody's little thing.
everybody's-
Okay, and cram that into a van.
And then go over and over.
drive around
And over
in,
and
yeah,
over.
in busy traffic. You got
And then the
all
show
this
didn't
shit.
go
You got,
well.
did you miss the exit? Or somebody's yelling, somebody's pissed, somebody's angry.
Yeah.
Somebody's
The perk to being at home,
But
and I wake up before my girlfriend or my fiance, I'm sorry, I can just walk out of the bedroom and go do something. If
Yeah.
I wake up before everybody else in the van, well,
Right.
then it's
Oh, yeah.
either I'm about to make a shit ton of noise because, like,
I got to be quiet.
Well, you gotta
I
get
gotta
out
be
of the
quiet,
van.
or
How do I quietly open and close this giant
or
van door?
do I start driving and try to get us to the next
Exactly.
show,
Right.
which is going to disturb everybody else's sleep, but we still got to get going. And I'm
Yeah,
up,
but
so
it's
might
like,
as well,
that's when it comes down to like.
But if everybody's sleeping,
I'm sorry
and you're
that you're a light
driving, and then you're working your way there. I mean, you can fall back asleep if
Right.
you
Yeah,
you kind
exactly.
of wake up. You're like, okay, I know I'm in the van. All right, sweet.
But if you got a guy, I guess
sounds
if
like
you got,
we're moving.
I guess if you got a guy in the band that's like, they're just a really light sleeper and everybody knows it, and you're gonna wake them up and they're gonna be fucked.
Right.
That's where it might. But other than that, it's like,
See, luckily Jeff's a
just get
fairly
on-
heavy sleeper, so like Matt and I wake up super early, like on the road. There's certain times
Usually
where
I'm
fuck it.
driving at night.
Yeah, Jeff does the night driving. We drives till he
I
go
love night
can he-
driving.
till he can't
so easy.
anymore. We pull off, we sleep, we wake up. All right, guess what? We're gonna go and grab a coffee wherever we're at.
Yeah.
Get
Yeah.
back on the road. They're not fucking waking up.
That's
back
my
there.
problem, man. Is I like all of it. I like the night driving. I love it because there's obviously less traffic.
Right.
But then I like the early morning truck stops. You're going in at 6 in the morning. Everybody's getting up. Everybody's kind of like,
best gas
you're
mileage is what I do. I get us to the best gas mileage.
I don't know how he does it, but he's got the
I
best
get
gas
us. I get
mileage.
us to the best gas mileage. It's on cruise control the entire time.
Yep.
Entire
I've
time.
never
Is
had.
it at night though?
Oh yeah, but
Okay,
and
yeah.
even to pass anybody, even
Just
I like
we
the
go.
night.
First
life,
bell.
baby.
Damn it.
Yeah.
cheers.
cheers. I spill.
Party foul.
So we're all pouring?
Yeah.
And he's doing it again.
How many more you got in there, huh?
He's getting sloppy. Cut him off. And he lives here. What the fuck?
Whose show is this?
Let me take that away from him.
quickly to grab paper towel, but
But no. So I was mainly bringing that up for the fact, like, I'm kind of like Joe, where I gotta like, I'm on medication for my depression and anxiety, so it makes me sleepy. So I can't stay up too late. Like, I'm pretty much the first one to sleep always in our van, but I'm also the first one awake, so that I'm always able to drive in the morning.
sleep and first one awake, that kind of makes sense.
Right.
Yeah, it's just
So the guys kind of like figure out.
Oh, thank you, Jeff.
They figure out the
You're quite
nighttime
welcome.
driving and all that
It's the
shit.
service industry in me. I got
Me too. I'm a custodian. So.
I used to bust tables
Second
in
nature.
Woodstock, Georgia. It was great. Yeah, I worked at an O'Charlie's
Woodstock, Georgia.
in
good
Woodstock,
times.
Georgia, on like what was it, Highway 92 or whatever the hell that was.
Is this yours?
Yep.
No.
No, that's yours.
Okay.
But
Need a cigarette after that.
just off 575.
yeah, but nonetheless, that was a fun job. I didn't mind busting tables.
You ever
We
bust
got
tables?
fired on the same day
I never
Well,
bust tables.
I
I worked in a kitchen.
Didn't show up for brunch.
because we both showed
Hey,
up.
yeah.
We both showed up 3 hours late on the same day.
Yeah, well, we both we had a house party the night before, and everybody knew about it. So it was just one of those things, and it was a
One of
shit
those
job,
things.
anyways. I didn't like it. I mean, like I didn't mind the busboy thing. It was the company aspect of it. Corporate, yeah. It was. I mean, it was just a shithole of a place, and we've got all these standards, and you're not. You don't have shit.
You don't have
You know
shit.
what I mean? You're trash.
Trash.
So I mean, it was just one of those things. You know, but it was a job. It was, it pays the bills. I know it pays a lot of people's bills. It does what it does for other people. It just wasn't right for me. So I mean, I don't have any hatred or whatever about the company or whatever I did in my past. I worked for a lot of good places. I worked for a lot of bad places.
All right. So now the question is, to really stir the pot here, how do we feel about fast food workers and $15 an hour? Anybody? Anybody feel any way about that?
I mean, I don't know how to get to everything to even out with what inflation has done.
Right.
So how do you get to everybody's at minimum at 15? Okay, what does that mean for everything else?
What was that, 15?
Well, and so
But what I'm saying because
if does the $15 an hour
Well, think
worker
about
who
it.
was at 15, you had to say you have an 8 and a 15.
But think
That
about
8
it.
got
Back
pushed
in
to
the
15.
80s, you
Does
could-
that 15 get pushed to what? Now 22?
Back in the
Well, how about
80s,
everybody else
hold on,
that
back in the
might be at
80s, you could
15?
earn $15,000 and buy a house.
Right.
If you earn $15,000 right now,
You ain't
aren't
buying
buying shit.
shit.
No.
You're not buying shit.
Shit.
So
No,
what I'm
you're-
saying is, okay, but there's not enough money for any of these people that want to buy a house or anything. They can't because they work at McDonald's or they work at some shit job, and it's but nobody pays because they're you can train a chimp job to do.
Yeah, yeah.
And I
Right.
don't mean that negatively towards the people
No,
or
it's
the human
totally
being
true.
running the job or doing the job, but
Totally true.
right before
a low
COVID,
skill level isn't like an opinion. Like that's just
No,
like
but,
that's
no,
the
but
truth.
right
whether
before,
they
right
Yeah.
before COVID, when you were we'd walk into our new McDonald's and there's a kiosk now standing right where an employee used to be.
So now
Yep.
I
they
have
can
to
say
is the
they can
consumer,
say you
now
want
I
15? No, because I can replace you with a computer.
right.
So
Well, you can't. I mean, unless you start.
But
doing
I
the
do
computer
believe,
side,
I don't know.
believe
Making the
there has to be
sandwiches.
no, but I do believe that there has to
can.
be a living
there's robot
wage.
bartenders now.
Right.
I do believe
There
that
is.
has
That's
to
what
be
I
a
mean.
living
You
wage.
can.
Yeah,
but
there's
it's all
robots
about the
there's
money
robot
that
everything now.
they want to invest in this just robotic building they have now making everything.
Well, it depends because you can have the employee say, "I want more money," and then the employer says, "Fuck you, a robot can do your job," and then the employee can say, "Fuck you, let it," and you quit, and now you're forced to go either pay the absurd fee for these robotic machinery, or you're just bringing in somebody else who's going to turn over into somebody else, who's going to turn over into somebody else, who's going to turn over into somebody else, and then you have zero consistency or any progress. You
Right.
get to step one, and then they quit, and then
Did
you
you
get to
spill
step
them all?
one, and then they quit.
Huh?
Did you spill them all?
yeah.
So at some point, you have to.
I do got more upstairs if you would like. Would you like another one?
I would. Yeah.
Can you guys continue this conversation going
yeah,
while I
so-
go grab that?
Did you like my Metallica reference instead of
yes,
kill
I
them all? But
As long as you guys
Did you
keep
spill 'em
conversation
all?
going, I'll go up and grab another.
okay,
Oh,
yeah.
We will definitely.
Okay.
Sure.
You should consult the Mary Jane fairy too. And see
No,
if
but
we
I
can make
was
another one of
thinking
those.
is that with
But no, so I asked that to segue into the fact that did you know that without a social work degree in that field you cannot make above $20 an hour?
Really?
You have to have a social work master's. I'm sorry, I meant a social work master's
To make more than 20?
to make more than like $20 an hour. I, as a job coach for 3 adults with special needs
see, that's what
who
the-
would be unable to have a job without me there, I make under $15 an hour.
but
That deserves more, though.
And,
But-
and
but-
that's
It depends on
that's-
what you're doing.
And I'm not
there's-
trying to tear.
There's just the demand of what it is. Obviously, yes, McDonald's is a billion-dollar company that just hand over fist.
Right.
They're always lined up. But your job is to ring in, 1, 2, 3, 4, McChicken, McDouble, shake, whatever. Take the cash.
Right.
I mean, but I'm saying that it was meant to be a high schooler's job.
right.
Okay, yes, maybe the upper management and everything of that. If you're a store manager and then it was, supposed to be franchised.
Mm-hmm.
That way single or whoever family guy can
Right.
fucking run a restaurant in his town, in his city, and then he provides jobs for the kids and whatnot
Right.
of the community. You know,
Well, see, and
but then you move on.
Well, and that's
But then it got bigger, and now they have the college program, and they pay for you to go to college. I mean, they do a lot of good things. It's just, is it reasonable to pay somebody $15 an hour? But how do we get to that?
well,
That's all,
and
you
I'm
know.
all for discussing raising the federal minimum wage to the federal and state minimum wages to adjust to inflations and standard cost of living and stuff like that. My point was mainly just to address the fact that it's not just fast food workers. Like it's all of us. All of us are struggling with money right now in terms of like keeping up with, like you were saying, somebody who made $15,000 20 years ago, 30 years ago. Well, it actually is probably more than that.
40 years,
40
like
years
I said,
ago.
in the 80s, you could
afford a house on that.
You could make 20 grand, you know, and you were doing all right.
I'm
You were doing all right making 20 grand.
With what I do, I'm about
because
20
houses were only maybe the nice one, $100,000.
Well, and we're
So
hitting
if
that
you're
now.
making 20,
We're
if you're
hitting
making
that now
20 grand,
'cause
you could do
she-
pretty well. But most people were buying $65,000 houses and $40,000 houses because those were decent houses.
Right. But between the two of us, we make $50K, and it's still like pulling fucking teeth
Oh,
trying
yeah.
to get a house
Oh, yeah,
right
exactly.
Yeah.
now. You know, it's hard just trying to
I'm
get
saying, property,
anywhere
why does
close
everything have to go up?
to, because everybody's doing like 30,000, 40,000 over these asking prices. No matter where it is.
Did you forget?
I did forget.
But I didn't forget. I didn't forget about that one memorable night at 20 Monroe.
Mary Jane Fair, hey, we appreciate you.
I never forgot about the 20 Monroe. I never forgot about it.
But yeah, so
But I'm getting retribution, so it's
that was
Kyle
my main
stole your
point is
beer.
we're hearing about all these the fast food jobs needing to be increased to $15 an hour, and I'm not going to take away from the fact that they could potentially need that increase in wage. I just think it's a broader concept.
I mean,
think
I
it's-
don't know
I think
what-
it's a standard.
I don't know what they make right now, but I mean, was it?
Well, so Kroger pays $9.25, I think.
I mean, $10 an hour for minimum wage
Right.
is, I think, for minimum wage,
Right.
minimum wage, $10.
Well, it's
But
right, one more.
you know what I mean.
Paula might
But
be
at-
driving us
but
to
at the
the-
same point in time,
To the pizza ranch.
The
Yeah.
Pizza Ranch.
We drove right by the pizza ranch on the way here.
Pizza
we were
Ranch is
talking
the
about
best.
Pizza Ranch last time.
Well, so I gotta
Do they
ask
make
how-
$15 an hour at Pizza Ranch?
I don't know.
just to bring it back. How is New Holland, by the way? Have you been there?
No.
No, so you can't tell me how it is.
I can tell you how
New Holland Brewery.
Hops
Yeah, that's
is
where we're heading.
Hops is downtown Holland, and that place has the best pizza. They're
best pizza.
grill.
Pizza Ranch was the best pizza. Did you lie to us last time?
Well, no, Pizza Ranch is the best all-around buffet pizza, chicken, whatever you'd like.
It's the Pizza Ranch experience.
Yes, okay. Pizza Ranch is like hands down the best, but we like buffets.
Right.
We love buffets.
Okay.
So that's the best for us. But if you want to go get some like really good, just like pizza, oh, dude, Hops, man, they got the best pizza and they got the best menu for drinks.
Well, she.
It's like that wood grilled, whatever kind of pizza,
Oh yeah.
Oh, wood fire.
like a oven, brick oven,
yeah.
whatever. Brick oven pizza is it? What is that? What it's called?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Stone
what it
fired.
is. Yeah, that's what it is, dude. We got the barbecue chicken because that's our favorite pizza. Is barbecue chicken pizza.
That's a good shit.
Oh, it's good.
See,
Hot
she
64
likes.
sponsor me.
She likes the. Shameless sponsor.
On what?
Listen,
This
Obscured.
obscured state of mind.
of mind.
When are you gonna go for that Blue Chew sponsorship, man? I know plenty of your viewers, including me, have
For what?
libido issues. Blue Chew.
Blue Chew?
Yeah, man. It's a.
You got low libido issues?
No, I'm just making jokes to
Libido.
try to get you a sponsorship.
And
Shit,
if you've got a low libido,
And if you got, I trust you, mine is just fine.
Yeah, no, I heard about that though. It's like a chewing gum or something.
Yeah, I'm
now.
like,
you don't
what-
even need, like,
why
you
do
don't
I
need to
need-
take the Viagra pill? You just-
Why do I need gum to get it?
It's like, whoa.
How hot is that when a guy's just like, oh, I'm gonna give it to you.
He's like, maybe we'll try this relationship for a third time.
Just chewing on it. Are you as turned on as I am, babe?
You can hear my dick getting harder with every chew.
Dog, could you imagine just like the image of like watching somebody like every bite they take, their boners just like
Chomp, 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 chomp.
It's like
Very, very Super Mario. Very Super Mario right there. That's very Super Mario Brothers right there.
Yeah, bloop, 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 bloop. Damn.
There was a post on Facebook the other day. It was like say 4 words that you can say both while having sex and
Oh,
eating
yeah,
a good meal.
yeah.
And what was the other one?
Mine was
Having sex and doing
having
what?
sex and eating a meal. Mine was oh fuck yeah, bud.
Mine was, I'm not done yet.
Got any?
You got any? You got any?
What am I?
So you have to be able to say it during a meal and during sex.
This is kind of chewy.
Oh,
This is kind of chewy.
Tastes a bit fishy.
Can't just lick this one. Gotta chew it. What do you got? What do you got, Jeff?
I've got nothing.
You got nothing. He's got nothing.
He doesn't like people talking shit about the food he cooks.
I mean, I don't think saying "oh fuck yeah, bud" is talking shit
Oh
about food.
fuck yeah, bud.
Fuck yeah, bud.
Fuck
Bud.
Yeah.
Bud.
I mean,
This needs
allegedly,
more
I may
sauce.
have tried that and it didn't work.
Yeah, I just once again. With
You ever
that-
tried to get a woman not to have sex with you? Try that one. Oh fuck.
Oh, that's
yeah,
easy.
bud.
as fuck.
Oh fuck
that's
yeah,
easy.
bud.
That's easy. That's real easy.
Kills the mood. Real quick.
That's he goes. That's real easy. Just take
Just tell
my
her
hat
you're
off.
the drummer.
Tell her you're the drummer and take your head off.
I mean, at least you're not a bass player. I always
Sorry, bass players.
Bass players,
But not
get
really,
The
'cause-
most shit.
I mean,
listen.
what did they do? No, I'm kidding.
I mean, they bring the low end. They bring the
no,
low
I
end.
know they bring.
We got
they
to
do a
shit on
lot.
bass players though,
They do a
because honestly, as a vocalist, they're the only one lower on the totem pole than me. Because anybody else is just not replaceable in my band. Period.
They play instruments.
for the music.
Bass player.
Dave and I
is
played our
one of-
throats.
Right.
I'm just saying, bass player is very integral to the,
Oh, no.
the band. They
And
don't get any credit.
for,
I mean, they don't.
Well,
but-
and I always publicly shit on Max just because like I don't want him to get a big hit and leave us. But I'm he knows for a fact that I am the first person to ask him like, hey man, you gotta help me with some vocals, or like, hey man, like you gotta.
But he crushes it.
and he
Yes,
crushes
he
it
does.
every
Yeah,
single night, and you know, like I said, I bust his balls because he's a bass player, and that's just the joke we tell. But
Exactly, but
like
at the
you
end
said,
of the
they
day,
can
at the
they
end of
can
the
be
day,
the most integral members of a band.
yeah.
Most integral.
If you don't have, like you said, if you don't have that low end, that filling out of, drums and guitar sound great together, but they sound empty as shit.
Really,
You know what I mean?
Yes.
When you have that bass player,
Oh, yes.
and it just adds the
Fullness.
balls. It just adds the balls.
So
to
when
it.
we were talking
It's
earlier
just-
about paying to play and tickets and stuff, so in Bay City I played in a 2-piece band, me on drums and a guitar player. That's all we had. We couldn't find anybody else. We didn't have lyrics for like our first show. We had one song that had lyrics, and I don't. You guys know the band Hikori?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, from Bay City.
Yeah.
They've been around a long time.
Yep.
So they were doing like Thursday night metal nights at BMO's, and
Okay.
that they gave us kind of like our first show.
Oh yeah.
And they're like, "You guys get some lyrics, we'll definitely have you back on another show." So we couldn't get anybody else to play with us. He started doing it, but so we were fuck. I forgot where this is going.
Two-piece band.
Two-piece band.
Two-piece band. But
Bass
something
players.
about
Needing a
shows.
bass
player.
player. Needed
Bass
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 players.
players.
Needed
Bass
bass
players.
players.
Yes, there you go. Bass players.
See,
So-
see how easy they're forgettable.
Jeez.
We have it, but to earlier we haven't even smoked the joint yet. So
Right.
so
The second
the
one.
yeah, the second one. So
Did you bring yours?
No, I left it in the car.
you fucker?
You want me to go get it?
Yeah, go get it.
We'll keep the show going without you, Joe. I don't know how, but we'll do it.
Go get it.
Should he grab the belt as well?
Yeah, grab the belt. Grab the belt.
Yeah.
Grab the belt.
The belt? Oh, the championship belt.
So, with us playing shows,
Not
it
just
was,
of the city,
it was
Craig.
difficult to
Oh, the
get
world.
that low end. To get that low end. So we started incorporating a bass cab with his
Guitar?
guitar,
Yep.
toned it with all the effects that we could with pedals to get low end with his guitar.
So
So that way when we'd play, we'd have like a low end with us.
so
We didn't even go backing track. We went just like trying to do it
and
all
see,
ourselves.
we did the backing track thing, but we did it to where we ran a dry signal from MacBook into the cabin head, and then sent that direct out into the monitors. So we did that.
It can be done. It's just the
It takes.
I'm
away.
a traditionalist of it. I love seeing a full band, you know, and I know there's tracks. I know there's everything going on in today's world, but it's just I just like seeing a full band, you know.
Right.
That just people are still playing. It's
Yeah.
not like they're not playing, you know. And like everybody's like,
This
well,
weed is terrible in a joint.
well, that's yours, but
I know. It's more bull weed.
that's that gas, huh? Yeah,
It's more bull weed.
Now
Unless
see-
I roll it too tight.
yeah, all right.
See, I learned
That's yours.
I learned a long time ago that if it's being provided, you don't talk
You
shit.
don't
about
talk
it.
shit.
So Jeff just don't give a fuck.
Oh, I never talked shit about it. I just said it was
Maybe you can
gas.
get going. Maybe you can get
Yeah.
it going, Aqua
I
Lungs.
just said it was. Oh, believe me, born to smoke.
So I used to always get high. I would always get high before every show.
Right.
You know? Or yes?
Oh, you can't get it going, huh? Can't get it going, huh?
Typically.
Can't get it going, huh? Yeah, goddamn. Shit.
Typically, I'll have like a beer or like a shot and then smoke.
But you're
a
not
bunch.
smoking.
Well, I do smoke a bunch, but that's
But
just-
before a show.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
always.
yeah.
Always.
Relax. Just
But
relax.
I find that through age and experience that drinking before a show is bad for me.
Bad for you.
Yep.
So you're not drinking
I
before
don't
a
drink
show.
before
not,
a show.
Not one.
I don't. Nope. I don't. I
Some
don't.
people can't
It's just-
stop.
It's
So even
not-
if you're headlining, you're playing
Headlining,
at
yep,
12
nope,
at night. No.
Nope. I'm waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting.
And wait
But
to start that show.
I've seen him sit in that
But
corner
it is what
looking
it is.
like.
Yeah, I just want to drink. I just
well,
wanna
I
drink.
mean, it sucks, but it's
well, when you're in the atmosphere, it's
Right,
again, it's habitual
but
stuff.
I know for myself, it is better for me to not drink
Right.
Yeah.
before a show.
Yes,
You know, and
that's true.
that's just what it is. You know, I'll have my own beer after the show or
Yep.
do whatever.
Yep.
You know, sometimes I won't even drink.
Got
Sometimes
your
it's
Coors
not-
Light.
But yeah, but sometimes it's not even about, even drinking. You
Right.
know, it's just I'm gonna do what I do, but I have to do what I do for the band.
Right.
Right.
My personal life
Yes.
has to have its own thing.
Mm-hmm.
My
No, it's
band
true.
life has to have its own thing. You know, it's just facts of life. It's-
One, all of my worst shows were when I was either too inebriated off booze or I'd done coke beforehand.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
I don't do coke anymore. So
I'm
I
saying,
just,
No,
that's-
it's-
that's-
it is scary
Like I
to do
said,
that.
we
It's
used to
terrifying.
do that shit all the time. Like I said, the whole nickel shot thing, that was just crazy.
Cocaine too.
Oh, we
hell yeah.
do anything.
Anything. Yeah.
We were
Yeah.
on acid. We were on whatever. It
Yeah.
didn't
We were
matter.
talking about that. With
Didn't
the acid
matter what
trips.
we were doing. Like it didn't.
Yeah.
We were just doing what we wanted to do.
So when was the last time that you done cocaine?
It was right when Paula and I first started talking. So January of 2019. Was the last
2019.
time.
Yep. See, I last time I've done cocaine was probably like, I mean, this was like we're talking. Hey, did you happen to shut that door on your way in?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
oh, that
what
was
the
a,
fuck
that was
is
a
this
joint.
thing?
No, that's what we brought for you. That's what we brought for you. That was our gift. You're not graciously. What the fuck is this? You're not even gonna graciously accept this. See, like you said, when it's being provided, you never talk shit, right? Isn't that what you just said? When it's being
No, but I
provided,
can still laugh at it like
I
all
can
the
laugh
women
at
I've
that
been with.
motherfucker.
Fuck.
Yeah. Oh, it's good. I don't even know what we were talking about.
Now I know how my fiance felt.
Oh, okay.
First
Go.
time.
ow.
Don't worry, honey. It grows after.
It grows, I promise.
I got this gum. I got this gum here.
Yeah. No, yeah, we.
Just wait till this gum comes in.
The last time was probably when I was still back in Bay City, but it's just it's one of those drugs though that it's just like I can't sit here and advertise. Yeah, go try it, but especially now because it's so scary with all the shit that people are fucking cutting that stuff with
and
the
that's the
fentanyl
thing.
and the stuff like that. Whenever I did cocaine, it was between every time it was between one person, a couple times it was between one other. That's it. That's all I've ever done was between those two people, and it's too scary.
Well, and that's
Every time I did it, I would have you'd have of course you would start already getting hyper because you know you're about to do something.
Right.
But at the same time, it was, is this gonna be the one that fucks me over?
Well, and see,
or not, because you don't know.
It's
a risk every
very,
time.
Very dangerous.
It's a risk every time.
All these things are dangerous. Let's not kid ourselves. We all know that. You know what I mean? This is the game is different.
the
drugs
fentanyl
are
thing
different.
is a fairly recent thing.
Right, but
Fentanyl,
but
yes.
that's what I'm saying. But that
Yes.
It's always been
You-
cut
you
with
were-
shit,
you-
but nothing that could kill you like this.
you can
exactly.
OD, but you can OD on anything.
Oh yeah,
You can.
It's just the fact of what they put into
Yes.
it now is what
Right.
Yeah.
what we're talking
Back in
about.
the 90s,
it's always been baking soda and shit, but
Right.
like
You know,
nowadays,
baby laxative.
right? But
Somebody
nowadays,
had to
yeah.
poop a lot right after you took a
Right,
line.
nowadays
I remember
it's-
taking a bump one time, and I
You ever walk into a room and immediately been like, they was doing coke in here.
Yes. So it has that ether smell.
You can
That
smell it.
Ether
I don't
is
know
what
I
I've
don't
always
know-
been
yeah,
described.
I don't know what it is, but I know when I walk in, and I'm like,
Ether.
they were ripping rails in here.
well, and I'm sure you guys all had someone in your life who whether it was your dad or like your uncle or something who was like, if you want to do something, just hit me up. We'll do it together. I want to make sure that you're good.
You're
and stuff
good.
like that.
I never had that.
Well, and
I did get high with my dad before he died. But
okay, well maybe that's
But that was
maybe that's like a 90s like 2000s baby thing because like when I was in high school in the late 2000s, a lot of parents would allow the teenagers to get drunk at their place.
As long as you're here,
Yeah, because
Yes.
that was the whole
then
thing.
you're
yeah.
okay. Yeah.
and that's
Stay at
and
home.
a
That's
lot
how
of,
my dad was. My dad was like, if you're gonna party,
I'd rather have you
I'd
do it
rather have
here.
you do it here.
Yep.
So that way you're not somewhere else.
I didn't have that.
and I would
But he would not bitch us out. If I called him, we were at a party. Hey, can you come pick us up? He'd never bitch us out. He'd never, we wouldn't be scolded. He'd just come pick us up.
Right.
Like, and I say us because me and my wife been
Right.
together since I was a sophomore and
Well,
she's a
but
freshman.
that's the thing,
so.
though. But, but you're being safe. You know?
Yes,
There's nothing
yes.
wrong with being safe. I mean, you're not.
Yeah, no.
And that's the thing, though. But if you have the parent that is cool like that, what if you don't have the parent? That's cool.
But see
like
nowadays
You
I
know?
wouldn't even like do the
Right.
whole like as long as it's here with me thing.
that. You
Especially
can get an
with
Uber. That's what
blow,
you get an
like,
Uber.
because like I said, everything's being cut with fentanyl now. That it's like
yeah.
Yes.
I was
no
ta-
point.
I was saying
it's
that
too scary.
I'm happy that I
It
did
used to
my
be the great
stupid
party
stuff
drug.
before drugs were getting laced constantly, before there was a video camera in everybody's hand, before there was a camera in everybody's hand.
Yes.
That's when I did my stupid shit, and I'm very
Right.
happy that it all happened before there was public record.
Jesse,
all
do
of
you
that
and
shit.
Paula want to hit this? I don't know if she's hit anything.
I think
good?
she has
Okay.
stuff over there,
You guys
but if
good?
she wants to
Okay.
hit this,
Okay, she's good. Yeah, it's just too scary nowadays.
Yeah.
Nowadays, like if it was
Well,
back when
and
I
a
was
lot
doing
of-
it, I'd be like,
lot
yeah,
of-
try some. But of course, it was through who I knew, and
Cocaine was always something I did when I was drunk, though. It was a drunk
Right.
drug.
was it a drunk drug?
Always. It was never, and there's
You were
times
never
where,
sober
There were
and did
times where
cocaine.
it was I did when I quit drinking. I tried
you
it
quit
once.
drinking, you tried
Yeah, after I
cocaine,
quit drinking,
and
I
then
tried
what
it once.
was that like?
I fucking hated it.
You hated it.
Yeah, because it was my mind goes a million miles an hour as it is. Like that's why I like weed. It slows me down.
That's
it
why
lets
you
me to
drink
think.
beer when you do blow.
Right.
Because
So-
it levels you out.
It
Exactly.
does. But you can
We're
drink
gonna
like
have
a
to immediately.
fish when,
Exactly.
when
You
you're
can.
on blow.
Exactly.
You could just drink.
It's dangerous,
But that's how you
that's
die
how you
too.
keep that
you know what
even
I mean?
level.
You get alcohol poisoning.
You take the beer out of it and put
I always made sure I drink a lot of water before I'd go out because it was cocaine again for me. It was there
It's a
was
hell
a
of a
point.
drug.
There was a point for cocaine with me where it became like I had a chest in my room, and it was like my chest, all my old shit, like from back elementary school, and like that's where I kept my shit. And we would go in there like before school and shit, like in high school and shit, do a nice rail before school.
See, I didn't start my party.
And we'd go to school and we'd be like, oh yeah. And then I had my friend, we'd meet in like the
Well, we're
fucking
older,
bathroom. We'd meet in like the bathroom and shit. We'd do it in the bathroom and shit. You'd be going through school and be like, oh damn, this is fucking crazy. For me to sit here and lie and say, oh, it was terrible. It was terrible. No, it was great.
At the time,
It was great. Like going to class like that was great. Like I was like,
Well, and
yes. Like I was in tune.
That's what I always say about
But it's-
blow is I'm like, yeah, it's
It's
fucking dope.
phenomenal
I had a
drug.
great
Great
time on
time.
it, but that's the problem.
That's the problem. But that's the problem because a lot of people can't
But it's,
can't distinguish
maybe
or
it's
can't.
too much.
The party
too
has
much.
to stop
it's-
eventually.
The party has to stop, and that's what my brain
And
is.
cocaine tells you the party doesn't have to stop.
Cocaine tells you the next day. That's the biggest part because the next day I'd be like, man, should get some more. But it was that fighting that urge
Right.
Well, it's because you're always chasing that
to
first
get
bump.
over it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, once you get over that day, and then you're like, I don't, then you don't need anymore. I've always been a pot smoker, so
Right.
that was always first for me.
Right.
So then we just smoke weed, and it was just fine. But that next day was always like, man, that was so fun. It was just the energetic.
See, I always felt like
Well,
shit
but
from
see,
the
there's
amount of
the thing
alcohol
though.
that I ingested.
There's the part.
You would have a hangover, yeah, for sure.
well,
But
No,
when you're
yeah.
when you're young, the party is fun, and
Yes.
the hangover isn't as bad.
No, because you can
You know what I
deal
mean?
with it.
It's
And
the
yeah.
same way your body recovers quickly from like bumps and bruises and fall downs and stuff like that. Yeah,
and you
hangovers
think
don't last.
You think that you're great, and yeah, you have bad hangovers, you have bad days, but for the most part, it was, man, that was such a great time. Wasn't that such a great time? That's like the
Yeah.
whole point of like what we were doing, in our 20s, in our teens. It was, this is going to be an epic night. Okay, how would we do that
So
today?
I would
Like,
prepare
that's
for
what I'm
that
saying.
by
Like,
drinking
but-
lots of water. And
But that's what I'm saying.
eating
But
well.
how do you get people who are in any like age range or whatever to understand that, okay, we're still about that, but how do we do it without the whole, we got to do blow and we got to be fucked up and we got to be
Right.
like,
Well,
You guys don't party, you're not in a band.
that's what I'm saying. Like,
type stigma.
Metallica
They're
gets
like-
shit on all the
Yeah,
time
they're
for
a good
James
band, but they
Hetfield
don't
being-
do shit.
for
You're
being
like, well,
sober.
who fucking
It's
cares
like,
what they do.
exactly.
But
But when you get that big though, like it's like we just went and seen Stained. And like, you always hear about like how Aaron Lewis is a fucking asshole or whatever and all this shit. But I just went to see the fucking band
right.
play.
I
know
like
how
Stained.
I
I
know
don't care
how
if he's
I know
big
how
up.
they are on stage. Like he's not very like upheaval had that, which surprised me.
The little runway.
Yeah, that surprised me because not a lot of rock and metal bands use that.
Blue Ridge had that too when we played there in.
So they had the big
2019. Yeah,
runway
they had
out.
the
Did
big
you
runway.
use it?
No, not on our stage. Our stage was the smaller
Okay,
stage.
your stage.
Would you?
Yeah.
Would you? If you could have a runway, would you use it?
I probably would, but you already know me. I'm the like jump into the crowd front man as
Right.
it is. So like that's that's my MO. So I would use it. Hell yeah. I mean I don't.
Yeah, you want to draw them in, so you want to get in. It's taking you.
Joyous Wolf played on Friday when you were there, and it looked like that dude was using that stage.
He used it a lot.
It was raining.
Pop Evil was up and down that fucking stage all the day.
That
all
dude
the
was
damn
doing
time.
flips and splits and all kinds of fucking shit.
I saw Pop Evil playing it. I didn't get to hear like a real like good.
So
version
you were
of it.
there at Upheaval?
No,
Or
I
you-
wasn't
oh, this
there.
is
So I
previous
I
time.
just saw streams and shit.
Yeah.
The sound on the main stage was fucking incredible. Every band sounded great.
Yeah.
The sound on the upper stage, there was a really low endy, like the low end of every drum, the low end of the guitar, the low end of the bass, and it was just a low resonance.
Who was
throughout the
doing
whole-
sound up there? Do you know?
I don't know. I'm not sure who it was, but it was just not like it sounded bad, but it was just it was just way too much low resonance throughout the entire
Right.
set. But I'd still go.
But
again.
was it enough to like make it like fuck? I can't hear the guitars.
No.
Oh, okay.
No. It was just too much.
Yeah, because like I didn't get to go up there.
Yeah,
but-
the only issue I had from the live stream that I saw was it suffered from like amphitheater rock star singer syndrome, where all you really hear is like, like you just hear like the note they're hitting, but not like what they're saying.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's like faint background noise almost.
Yeah. No,
But it was Pop Evil, so who knows? They might actually just sound that way. I don't know.
I've never been that like big of a Pop Evil fan though.
Yeah, they're from Muskegon, so we're supposed to love them. But I don't
Are they
know.
from Muskegon? Yeah,
they're
they
from
played in
Michigan,
Bay
yeah.
City a lot too. They played. What's that place downtown Bay City? They fucking play a lot. They've played some theater. It's not the Prime Event Center, but
Oh, what? Isn't that the state?
is it the State Theater?
Didn't we go see Taproot there?
It might have been State Theater. It's
back
right
Not
downtown
Not in
Bay,
Bay
City.
City. Not in Bay City.
That might be the State.
We saw Taproot in Detroit.
But didn't we see somebody
No,
else
there's
at
Prime Event Center though is somewhere you guys should fucking try to
there is
get a show go together.
I was gonna say there is a couple of like amphitheaters. Not
Well, hey,
amphitheaters.
Prime Event Center. Hey,
Yeah,
you
Prime
know,
Event Center.
You guys looking to do a show? You know?
Let's work a deal.
book us.
Yeah, let's.
No, I've seen some shows getting booked there.
All
at
right.
Prime. It's right downtown Bay City by like.
I like Bay City.
It's right across from the cop shop by the Washington Lanes.
Perfect.
Let's try to get some juicy first news on this podcast episode.
What's going on?
When's Nagazi playing their first Mount Pleasant show post pandemic?
Okay.
When does this podcast air?
This podcast will air. I have one next week, and then after that, 2 weeks from now.
So 2 weeks from now, what's the date of that?
It will be probably like August, first week of August,
Oh, October 1st.
October 1st.
October 1st. Rebels Bar, Mount Pleasant, Michigan.
Who's all playing?
A Silence. Into the Void.
Shout
who?
out.
And Nagazi.
Ooh.
Into the Void.
Into the Void
Into the Void is a very
Silence.
fucking interesting band.
and Nagazi.
A silence is
They're
dope.
they're like, I hadn't heard much of them.
Into the Void or
yeah,
yeah.
Into the Void, and I checked them out, and it's
very new metal, but
got a grunge feel to
Grunge,
it though.
yeah.
Like it's like it's like half grunge, new metal, half modern metal.
Is that is Dan Hernandez? in
Dan
that band?
Hernandez is
Okay.
exactly Dan Hernandez, and who else? Do you know?
I'm not sure who else
Okay,
is
yeah.
the exact.
I just
no.
remember.
They might be coming on the pod here soon.
I-
'Cause
I-
I like their sound.
Yeah, it's
I like their sound.
it's
They were
it's
at
got
Rock
its
and
own
Roast
it's got its own feel.
earlier
You know,
this year.
it's got its own feel. They are their own sound, which I dig about them. You know, they didn't try.
Now,
to,
is Dan Hernandez the vocalist?
I do believe
that I don't know. I only
Is
know.
he the vocalist, Jesse?
Yes, he is. I think so.
Okay.
I'm not
I-
sure.
I
Preston
only
was
know-
filmed.
Preston Mellon from Hart and Jordan
Filled in for Dan. So yes.
Well,
I do
see, and
believe.
I only know of Dan because of the the other band he joined that I'm not going to bring up because they've been ostracized from the Detroit music scene.
No,
But
please do, because I'm not sure.
You remember Kilcore?
Kilcore?
Jordan Kilcore?
Jordan Kilcore. I remember his name popping up a lot, but I forget which
Yeah,
band
he was the
in.
front man of Ascendance.
Ascendance.
I just knew that Dan guy joined them
Ascendance.
for a little bit.
Who's
He
Ascendance?
got in trouble for
Yeah.
yeah.
No,
No, you're playing with a
Ascendance.
silence. A silence is dope.
Yeah, they got Ryan
we
Lang,
actually just-
Aaron
Yes,
Lumsden.
yes. I love
We just-
Ryan.
we
Yeah,
just
do
worked
not
with
do not
Aaron
confuse
yesterday.
those
with
two.
Abstract Eclipse Productions.
Yeah, we just worked with Aaron yesterday on our
Yep.
new video.
Yep,
So, but
love
that
Aaron
Kilgore
and-
guy, he was with what was it again?
It was Ascendance, and before
Ascendance.
that, it was like this. Oh,
Do you know the drummer Crow?
Yeah, he was in that band.
He was in that band. So yeah, but not a problem with him.
I mean,
Or
I'm a firm believer that if you ignore shitty behavior from people you associate with, that you're just as guilty. So
I remember him. He was the
I have no idea about.
we played with him at he was Final Confessions drummer, I believe.
Yes.
The night
yeah,
that
for a
we
while. Yeah,
played at Hamilton Street.
I
It
think-
may have been a different night.
I think he stole
Maybe a
Crow
different-
from Final Confession. I think.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And Crow was
I don't necessarily have anything against
the
that
point the point that I want to bring up against him, or not against him, but about him, was that he played the snare drum turned away from him.
Yeah, yeah, he does.
Is that kind of
I've seen that before.
have you seen that before? Like,
Yep.
what do you think about that? Because that's to me, that's like fucking weird.
That's got to be so uncomfortable.
So uncomfortable.
What's more uncomfortable, this
It's very
or
it's,
that?
it's-
Like away from
Because
me,
I've
is
seen
totally
drummers.
gonna
I've,
be
drum,
weird.
I've
you're
seen
talking-
drummers play
but
where
you're-
it's almost a
almost
playing
like you're playing
but-
like this,
like this.
right.
Yeah.
Like
Like
I've
it's the
seen
same-
that.
Hold up,
I've
hold up.
definitely seen that.
What I'm saying is, so we're talking about the snare drum like this, right?
Yeah. Away
Slanted-
from you.
Slanted
Yeah.
away.
Away from
Yep. Probably on an angle like
Yep.
that. You know why? Because it's that old traditional style.
of hitting it.
Oh yeah,
Like the side,
with the
kinda like
side
that.
of the stick.
It's the playing technique.
Okay.
And I think he's
All
right
right.
because I think
All
he
right.
does play
There's-
with his snare
Yes.
stick like
Traditional stuff.
side,
Okay.
almost
All
like a
right.
Jason Costa from
There you go.
All That Remains.
There you go.
There's-
Problem solved.
Well, I'm just there's
But
multiple
I don't think he
multiple
even
playing theories.
realized that.
I don't even
think he
I don't
even
e-
realized because I asked him. I said, "What?" He's just like, "I don't know. It's just most comfortable for me."
I don't even know the guy's name, but it was he's playing for Jack White. I saw him on SNL.
Okay.
His entire kit
Everything facing
is,
away
is,
from him.
is like that, and he's just
Really?
all over
Yeah,
it.
he's hitting everything like
I
like
saw
this with
I
the
saw
triangle.
back in the day.
Just
you
the yep.
stick
There
coming
was-
back
there
like
was,
this, tat to sit there and hit the
There was I saw back in the day. It was okay, another SNL. See, that's what I love about that show, about like what they used to do for bands. You know, like if you were anybody who's anybody, you were on that show.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they don't really have shows like that feature, nationally bands like that
Right.
anymore. You know what I mean? Like
No, not
you know what I
really.
mean? Like you do the late.
I watch
night,
the highlights, though. I'm a
the late
YouTube
night
guy.
shows do every once in a while, but it's, it is what it is. But
So, but I don't.
what I was going
watch-
to get back to was that I saw Macaulay Culkin host SNL, and it was David Bowie fronting the band Tin Machine.
Tin Machine.
Yeah, you can look this one up. All right, yeah, YouTube it. You're gonna
All right.
you're gonna see how this drummer had his snare just like that.
Really?
Yeah, and that was really the first time I've ever seen it on television.
And what year was this?
This was Home Alone
So-
1.
oh, it was when he was
so
younger.
1991, maybe 91, 91.
Like when
Or
Macaulay
90.
Culkin was Macaulay Culkin.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I
I think a better band.
But I'm
to
just saying, though,
promote right
like,
now would
the-
be
the
there
snare,
will
though.
be skulls everywhere.
They're a band of the future.
A band of the future. A band from
The future.
he was produced from the semen of Tim Drexler.
Yes. It will be a band. It will be a band.
I don't
In his
I
name.
don't trust him.
And his name is
Ben.
Ben Drexler.
Yeah.
Doob.
Doob.
Doob?
Doop. Dooby doop. Is that like doo 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 and dooby doo 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 doo?
I don't know.
How come nobody does that anymore in songs? You know what I mean?
No,
Like,
I do
like
that.
back. Well, I'm just
When-
saying, like
when you're
back in the day,
producing-
like
when
if
you're
you
producing
look,
a
Doo-wops and
song.
scats.
if
No,
you just
when you're
look at
producing
music,
a song, you do that all the time.
if you look at music back in the day, it was
Do you
Baby,
not
I
give
fu-
riffs to
I
math?
fucked up and I'm sorry and I love you. And I love you, baby. And now every song is fuck you, I don't need you.
Yeah. Every song is like that.
Because times change.
Times change.
Right, but
Times
but
are
I'm just
changing.
saying that. But that's what I'm saying. Like,
2020 taught everybody they
But
don't
that's gonna-
fucking need anybody.
but that's what I'm saying is going to teach like your fan base. Okay, if they don't need anybody, then what do they need you for? You know what I mean? Like,
Perfect.
what do they need? What do they need the music for? What do they need you for? I don't need anybody.
Played a lot of paper football when you were younger.
No quarters.
A little bit. Sometimes you just get lucky.
Quarters?
Yeah, you throw quarters against the wall
Yeah,
so you
yeah.
can get it close.
No paper football though,
We used to. A little bit. They were not huge.
because that was like a good paper football throw.
Like I said, sometimes you get lucky.
Yeah.
If you
I
get
like
lucky in
paper
public
football.
a lot, people call it skill.
I hate it when you get caught in class.
Kicking the paper football?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was
Could have been
all part of the
You could have been
deal.
kicking other
What
students.
about the fucking cootie catchers?
Did you ever
guys have those?
explain that?
Did you
That
guys
at
have
least I'm not kicking other students?
the kicking of the students?
Yeah, if they were.
I didn't kick any
No, I'm
students.
saying if they yelled at you for kicking a paper football, you could say like, well, at least I'm not kicking other students.
Oh, I was
Let
gonna
me
say
kick this paper football.
No, that's a good that's a good argument, but no. we
No,
never
they
had that
they
argument.
lashed us back in the day. Is what he was
Did you
saying.
get lashed?
Yeah,
Did
he
you
wa-
actually get lashed in school?
He was saying,
got lashed.
he was saying.
Did you?
No, he was saying
never
you
got
got
lashed.
sick
I never
kick.
got
You know,
lashed.
6 kicks.
6 kicks.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means either.
No, but
6 kicks.
yeah. You know, you kick the paper football and then they come down and they kick you 6 times.
You get 3 kicks to try.
No,
to
they
get it
kick
to
you
go.
6 times.
What?
But why?
Why?
Who knows?
I don't know.
I don't think he's talking sense.
I just think it's a funny plot, but that's all.
Really? 6 kicks.
I came in halfway through, so I have no idea what the fuck's going on.
Kicking paper footballs is what Kyle was asking.
Yeah.
I threw a lighter across the table and it
and
was
it,
a sweet stall right at the edge.
You know how when you're playing paper
Oh
football,
yeah,
you
when
wanna
you're
get
doing
to-
like the flicking it across
you
the
wanna get
table
to
and
cross
shit.
the edge like that. Yeah, it was like
We used to do that with you would take 3
goal.
You would take 3 quarters
Goal.
and you would put 2 quarters next to each other up front, one behind. And then you would flick the bottom one through the other 2 and you would try to get it as far on the table.
As far on the table.
Yes.
And you
I don't
kick
know
the field
how
goals.
you won or like what the
The field
point
goal
was.
kicker. That's why. Yeah, I like that. Be trying to like in class and shit. Be trying to get as far as you could, like the field goal. Yeah, dude.
I got detention for throwing a pencil once. That was fun.
I got detention for telling the teacher he was fucked. That was it.
Ooh, how'd that work out?
That's the story. You're fucked and you got
Just
sent to the
got
principal.
detention?
I got
Or-
caught.
What led up to it?
Well, I went to the overhead. We had the overhead projector, and he asked me a math problem. This was a math teacher. I didn't know the problem to.
What grade?
This was 9th grade.
Okay.
Nice.
9th grade. And I did not know the answer to it. And he was one of those teachers, like, he would have the overhead projector up and then he'd go sit out in the classroom, like as if he was a student. And I said, he asked me the question on the overhead, and I said, I don't know the answer. And he said, well, I'm the student, you're the teacher.
You have to
What's-
tell me.
You have to
You
tell
said
me the
it looks
answer.
like you're
I
fucked.
said, well, it looks like you're fucked. And he said, go down to the principal's office.
Guess you're fucked.
I like it.
guess you're fucked. And yeah, that's how I went to the
That's
teacher's
awesome.
office that time.
That's awesome.
There was many more times. I was just always that deadpan fucking just fuck you kind of attitude through all of high school. I wasn't like rowdy and rambunctious. I was just like
Whatever, fuck you.
Question things?
just
or-
deadpan. I mean, I was described as that the other day. That's why I'm using that. Just deadpan. Just yeah. It's I guess you're fucked.
It's
Boom. It's funny, but
It's
go to the
a
office.
dry sense. Of, no, it's a dry sense of humor because I mean I say the same thing. I'm very dry in most of the stuff I say. You know, I fuck with people at work, and there's like I can't tell if you're being serious or you're joking.
Yeah,
And I'm
right.
like, well,
Exactly.
and it's not even an intentional. You know, it's not like I'm trying to do it. It's just they said something and an immediate reaction came out. It was just, you know, calm and deadpanned.
Well, so
But it was a jab.
I'm the asshole who will stand at the service desk at my Kroger, and when someone comes up and asks, "Can I have this and this?" I'm the asshole. It's like I don't know.
Can
you?
Don't
Every
do
single
that.
time, dog. Every time.
Oh, I hate that.
And I don't know why. Like, it doesn't bother me like that.
Like
you
you
know
hate-
what I'm saying? Like,
Oh, I hate that. I'm just like, yeah. I
it's just whenever they
can
say
I?
it, that's what my first thing. And
Yeah,
and
I don't know.
The
Can
other
you?
thing is,
See, my reaction to that is just turn around and walk away. Like, you know, I'm done with this one.
well, and
Go
now
to a different
Go into a
place.
different store to get whatever the fuck I need.
Yeah, I need.
I'm not even a dad, and I'm one of those people who's like, when someone goes, "I'm hungry," my response is, "Oh, hi, hungry. I'm dead."
Gonna be a
Oh,
great
it's
dad.
bad, dude. No, I just
Yeah.
they say I'm hungry. I just say it's not time for your snack yet. It's go play. Straight up,
Go play.
straight up honest dad. I guess is what you could call me. I'm
There
not.
you go.
I don't cut no bullshit. No bullshit.
No.
Nope. Especially after the first one. I learned through the first one, you know, cut the baby talk early. You know, fuck that baby talk. Ooh, you're altering every word for them to learn.
Right.
You know what I mean? So the second one comes along and they just want to keep up with the first one. And so you're already keeping up with the first one. So you're just naturally not saying that baby talk. And man, the second one's like leaps and bounds.
Right.
Yeah.
Holy
See,
shit.
we we're gonna
So
wait.
you
till
shouldn't
after-
even be saying this shit. You're like 2 years old.
Yeah, I can't imagine, man. The since getting engaged, the topic of me potentially becoming a father eventually.
Yeah, so you
dad.
definitely
Yeah.
we got what,
It's
one
on the
parent?
table.
Yeah, one parent out of the four here.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. No. Well, Jesse's a parent too. Jesse's
Two
got,
parents
Yeah,
out of
okay,
the five.
two.
Jesse's got 3 of his own, right? 3.
2 of my own. My girlfriend has 1.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep. Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. Yeah.
And if everything goes according to our plans, Paul and I will have one by like 2024-ish.
2024-ish.
Right on.
Yeah, it's the best at planning ahead. That's what we did. We planned ahead. Like we were like the last one of our friend group to have one. You got your friend group in high school and
Right.
shit, and then everybody starts having kids, and you're just like, what? We were the ones that was always just didn't have any. We waited. We moved here from the other side of the state. Moved, had jobs lined up. You just did the whole thing,
Right.
Right.
Just planned for it because we knew it was going to be a big ass fucking undertaking, dude.
Oh yeah.
Well, and we're at the point to where our plan is to get a house, then get married, then have a kid eventually. She wants to have a dog first, and
We got married first and then got a house.
Okay. And see, we're at the point to where it's like, we don't want to get married too soon because we want the pandemic weddings that have all been pushed back and are being rescheduled to get the fuck out of the way.
Okay. All right. Right.
Because there's
Right.
something along the lines of like 2.5 million weddings happening in the next year.
Really?
Yes.
Is there? How many? Can you look that up, Jesse? Can you look that up on like fucking how many?
Yeah, I
weddings
was
are, like,
watching
going on?
Detroit.
How many registered weddings are
How
there
many
in the US right
registered
now?
weddings in the U.S.?
Yeah,
that'd
they
be
said
good.
they said that
that'd be good.
2021 is supposed to be like 2.5, which is up 30% from 1.7 or something like
I wonder
that.
how many divorced though after we find out the.
Yes.
Yeah, we done fucked up.
Yeah.
I
We're just
mean-
gonna even her out there a little bit.
I mean, that's not necessarily.
No, that was a big thing though. That's what I mean with the barber issue earlier. We're talking about haircuts and stuff. She's like, yeah, everything's been going great. Just, got took by 40,000 by my ex fiance. I'm like, oh, wow, really? And then
Really?
everything like I brought up during conversation would lead back to how she got shorted 40,000 from her fiance.
Yeah,
And I'm just like, this is stressful enough. Like, I'm just
Right.
not gonna talk anymore.
Well,
So
'cause
come
that
mute.
goes back to the beginning of how long do you hold on to something? You know what I mean? How long are you going to... She's sitting there
How
telling
long?
you about it.
She's telling me about it. Yeah,
For
she's
the fourth
obviously
time.
she's obviously like pretty frustrated.
Yeah, you're not really getting much of a therapy session if she's dumping her shit all over.
Yeah,
you.
I mean, I'm not looking for a therapy session either, but like I'm not looking to give therapy either.
Well,
But
right.
see, that's where I'm like, I don't put my personal business out there. Like, I'm not the type of person who's going to walk into the, openly chat in public with random ears that I don't know,
Oh, you're
listening to all of my issues.
Right.
No,
for sure.
I don't.
But I'm not looking to give somebody else therapy either.
Right. Well, I'm a bartender, and that's
I want my hair
biggest,
cut.
That's your-
my biggest fear is someone coming in and being like, I'm like, hey man, how's it going? And he's like, it all started 30 years ago. And I'm like, oh no.
Well, you're the next slot on the totem pole. Of
Did you find
therapists.
anything
It's like
Jesse?
Right.
Or no?
actual therapists, barbers, and
What's that?
salon. He's looking up the marriage.
So it says Americans typically 2 million a year throw weddings, and they're saying they expect a 20 to 25% increase this year.
Yeah, see.
20 to 25%.
Can't give you an exact number. That's just what it
2
says.
million a year.
It was just like-
25% would be
50 million.
50 million.
Yeah, it was.
So,
It was the
2.5 million.
Yeah.
Some weddings.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of cake.
it's fucking.
That's
nuts.
a lot of cake.
We should
Yeah.
start a double drummer, double singer wedding band.
Hey, there you go.
That would be awful. That's
Dude.
my guess.
I don't know. I think you
I'll
would
play
be
bass
doing
for
like
it.
We'd be called
harmonies.
This Was a Mistake.
This was a mistake. This was
What,
a
the wedding
miscake.
or the-
this was a mistake.
It'll be the Love Bites.
Poorly conceived project.
Miscake.
It's gonna be the
Miscake.
Love Bites version from Wedding Singer.
It's
just
basically,
over and
yeah.
over and over. and over.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I saw that for the first time this year. Believe it or not.
Damn.
Wedding
What?
singer?
Yeah, the wife had me watch it, and it was pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah, it's a pretty good movie.
I get it works. Not seen a movie.
So we got. So what shows we got? We got any shows lined up for Nagazi or My Own Will here?
Well,
to announce
actually,
here soon?
after we're off air, I actually was going
off
to
air.
talk to Mr. Joe about a potential Rubbles, My Own Will, Nagazi thing, maybe.
Well, maybe. Maybe
Couple
something like
months
that would
after
work.
their thing with the Silence and Kill Tomorrow, build some hype up.
Which is in October, right?
Yeah. Thinking maybe
October,
like a
that's
Nagazi, My
October
Own Will
1st.
Christmas show.
Okay. October 1st. Yeah.
I don't know.
Do like a toy drive or some shit at Rebels right before all the college students go home.
We'll talk off air.
I remember you guys replaced us on that Rebel show, right?
Yep.
Yes.
They're
I
actually
was
the
like-
only band we've ever brought back twice.
I was like, oh damn, that's a good feel.
Yeah, everybody is. I
graduated
like to
there.
bring
So
new
like,
bands every time.
Right.
You know, there's so many. Rebels is a small bar. We have 2 openers, but there's so many fucking incredible bands in Michigan.
Right.
So to bring as much as I want to bring, the same band over and over or multiple times,
You just can't.
you can't. And I want to.
'Cause you're repeating
I wanna
it
expose these
yourself.
bands to Mount Pleasant, right? You know.
Well, first of all, you think about it.
Or
When
expose
you're
Mount
booking
Pleasant to these bands.
when you're booking at Rebels, you're booking 3 bands.
Mm-hmm.
You are repeating yourself.
Right.
You have 2 bands repeating. So now you only have 1 different band.
Well, there's 3 band bills. It's
3
up.
band. That's what I mean.
Yeah, that's all I
and
do.
if you are playing, you're
Yeah, you're the same one, so you better be fresh every time. And
you got to
don't wanna
have
bring
at
the
least
same
2
band.
other fresh bands. Like you can't
Right.
just repeating the 2
Right.
same bands plus
Right.
1 different one. Like no,
Here's
you got to
the-
have 2 different ones.
Here's,
Yeah,
the,
so
here's
we-
the same meal. Here's the same thing. Here's the same.
Exactly.
It's mac
You
and
just have a
cheese
different.
again.
You just have a different.
It's mac and
appetizer.
cheese again.
You have
But-
a different appetizer.
It's mac and cheese
But-
again.
But you got mozzarella sticks this time
Right.
instead of
Fried.
butter bread or
Yeah.
But-
a salad or
on the flip side, you might not order cod every time you go to the restaurant, but if Friday's
I
special
ain't
is
ordering
cod,
cod.
Right.
But I'm just saying, like, if the Friday
in my freezer right now for
God
jumbo ass fish sticks.
all right, so what's one thing that you would eat like just regularly, like
Regularly?
just something
Pizza.
that okay, so
Oh, I could eat pizza.
so this one spot doesn't have the best food all the time. It's got pretty good food pretty regularly, and then every so often on like a Friday they have a certain special that just rocks your fucking world every single time.
Oh, yeah.
Are you gonna go every single Friday?
No.
But you're gonna go every once in a while because you
Oh
want
yeah.
that.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I want that.
That's kind of
Yeah.
like the Nagazi Mile Well thing. We don't make it happen like super often so people
Yeah.
get sick of it. But
Yeah.
it's kind of like a special.
No,
like,
yeah,
every
no.
so
I'm,
often it comes
yeah, I'm not
around.
talking about you guys doing a show. I'm just talking about the general.
Yeah.
The general aspect of not bringing the same bands back
Right.
all the time because no, yeah, you do like a once a year thing. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
we're
You gotta
okay,
keep
we're
it
coming.
special.
Yes, you got to make it special. That's why you can't oversaturate your area. You can't.
Right.
And if you are going to do monthly or bi-monthly shows at a place where you are local to, you got to make sure that you're bringing
Right.
new bands, not the same, the same plate, the same
Right.
Right.
fucking steak out every single time.
It's a good band,
steak
but
and
you want
potatoes.
something different. You know,
Right.
You, got, you want
Unless
a
it
little-
is like steak and potatoes, where everybody like all of a sudden you just find this niche where everybody's like waiting for these 2 bands.
Well,
to
and
come
we're-
back.
And I'll tell you what, as a someone who works in a restaurant, there are people who come in and get the same thing.
Same
every
shit.
single
Every
time. Does not change, does not change,
And there-
does not change.
And there might be people like their husband and wife or whatever, and they wait for these 2 groups to come around. That's when
Yep.
they want to go out. Maybe it's every 2 months they get to come out. They're like, we want to see fucking these 2 bands.
We're going out tonight.
So we're going
Yeah.
out. I mean, when you're playing at bars like that, it makes the same difference whether it's new or old.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah,
you're
it's gotta
trying
be
to
a show.
It's got to be a show.
Yeah.
You're trying to fucking make a packed show.
Yeah, you want people there.
Yeah, maybe sometimes you might, if you want to get deep and dark in your own thoughts, maybe like, oh, it's the same fucking people every time.
Right. Well, you could.
Those are called
You
fans.
could, you
Yeah, but
could.
that-
Those are called
But
fans.
that's your
Like-
hometown crowd. Yeah, like
I'd
you know
rather
what I mean?
see
Like-
them every time than not see them.
exactly.
I mean,
You know?
those
exactly.
people.
That's why you make it special. You make it-
Exactly, because you know.
don't overcrowd. You own. It's really hard to start out and like own your hometown, but not oversaturate your hometown. You want to be the
Right.
best band in your town, right?
Right.
That's what you want.
That's the goal.
That's the goal. That's the goal, is be the best band out of your area.
Yeah,
Right.
because as much as you support your friends and you want to see your friends built up, you're all still in the same competition.
You're still in the
You
same
know,
competition.
as much as I want to see my friends win a championship, I want that fucking ring too.
Exactly.
You know?
So you want to be the best band, but then it's hard to. So how often are we booking? How often are we getting? When are we going to book with this other band that is in the same league? And
Well, and
you
I'm
do
not.
it, but then you do it. You're like, well, let's just merge our fan. We're
You can help each other,
You
yeah.
can help each other, yeah, but you want to be that best one. So then it just comes down to oversaturation to me, which is what I talk about with comedians and stuff that come on the podcast. I'm like, you guys got fucking open mics every night of the week.
Right.
You guys, like, honestly, comedians are grinding more than musicians.
Well, and a lot of them are trying it out. They're working material.
Working
the
material
joke-
every
the joke
night.
This
Yeah,
tonight
I'm gonna
was
try
this,
this.
and tomorrow I'm going to this place, and I'm going to try it with this little angle on it.
Exactly.
And it's kind of the same thing writing songs, because there's times where we've played songs that, we've been writing this song, and we're gonna play it live for you just to see what the response is. And then the version that gets recorded is nothing
like that first time
It's
it
the
was
demo
played.
process.
Yeah.
It's the maturation of the joke
Okay.
or the
that's
of the
different.
show.
That's
Yeah.
different than us, because we would have never just tried a song live and then
Hell
said,
yeah,
"Let's
we're
see how
going for it."
goes."
And
Yeah.
see, we're not that type of band either. We're very,
We're very
meticulous
yes.
and calculated with our set
like,
list. Like,
this is how we want it. Now
Well, there's
perform
certain
it.
songs, because it's not like we venture out.
We
of
never,
our,
we never
right,
try
norm.
them out on like
Like a
road
tour or
shows.
No,
or
it's
anything
more like a
that, yeah.
Rebels. It's
No,
our
but
Right.
demographics.
Yeah.
They know
Let's
us.
try this out.
Yeah, exactly.
Hometown crowd.
Yeah. 'Cause
Everybody.
there's
All right.
certain-
What do you
there's-
guys think?
There's
Yes.
certain songs that you're like, dude, I cannot wait to play this live, and you play it live, and it's just doesn't fucking go over. And then there's songs that I've just been kind of like,
Let's move on to our other
I don't
hit
know
that
that
we
this
got,
is.
you know,
I don't
Yeah.
know
let's
if this
get
is the
back in
one.
it.
And
We'll
then
be
you play
back.
it live, and everybody's like, dude, that's fucking jam. And you're
Yeah.
like, really? Okay. I guess let's
Okay.
let me warm up to it a little bit. And you start, you're like, oh, actually, okay, I do like that tune.
Right.
It's just, you got to give things time. You can't just fucking immediately.
So you guys kind of take that like comedic aspect to it too sometimes, where you're like, let's just try it out.
The song will grow
As long as you're in
into,
your
like,
area, which again, you guys as Nagazi, you've owned that area. You
Right.
along with From Blue to Gray, you kind of got that's your area.
But like if it's going out on a tour,
But
or
as
we're
a
playing
up
these
and
big
comer,
shows,
though,
we're
too.
doing a fine knit,
Yeah, fine
tight-knit.
knit.
on tour, you bring out your best every single
Your best
night.
every
Like,
single
there's
night.
no-
Because you're in a different state, a different total part of the state.
Right.
Yeah. No,
Every
you're
night.
trying to put your best foot forward. These people are seeing you for the
Yes,
first time. So
First
Yeah, no,
time.
you-
Yeah,
if you-
exactly.
If you're noodling for the first time on things
No,
on stage, on
no,
the
Yeah.
road, it's
no.
we're gonna try this one out real quick. Thanks for coming.
Yeah. What do you guys think? Yeah.
Let us
Came
know
up
what
with
you
this on
think.
the road.
So
We have comment
Yeah.
cards at our merch booth. Please,
Live in
review of this
Oklahoma.
song.
What do you
Comment
think?
box.
Yeah.
well,
What do you
could you
think out there?
imagine?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Could you imagine that? Like, was that Austin or Houston that we put together like the day
Austin.
of? Austin.
Austin.
Could you imagine going up in Austin and be like, "Hey, we're just gonna try this song out
Yeah.
on this
Never played
random
it
show
live.
that we
Here we
just
go."
hopped on?" So we had no show.
way.
We had no show on I think it was a Saturday, and we're like, "This is unacceptable. Like, there's no reason we shouldn't be playing on a Saturday." So we just started calling to random venues and ended up getting a show. And the promoter threw us on before the rest of the tour package, just randomly day of.
Yeah. Show starts at 8:30. Bands go on at 7:30 now.
What?
Well, it was either that or you guys are just off. It was the only thing we could find, and we were like, "Fuck it, let's go." We called. Luckily, their bass player is from the area, so we hit up a bunch of friends. We had some high school friends who lived in the area who brought some friends, and there was enough people there that it turned into a good and decent show for us for playing before a show even technically started. And it was just, it was either that or take the day off, and we're like,
And
"Fuck
people
it."
bought merch, dude. And
Yeah.
it was like
Yeah.
downtown Austin, like the
It ended
entire
up being
fucking.
an all right show, so fuck it, make the best of it.
What was going on that weekend? Because something special was going on, and there was a bunch of fucking people around. Like, I'm talking like walking down the
Oh, so
street
there
and
was some
stuff. So there
other
were just
shit
random
going
people
on.
just like stopping in the venue as we're playing. So we're just like making random merch sales to people just stopping in, not even
Fuck
there
it.
for the actual
Fuck
show.
it. Yeah.
Yeah,
We
it was
went
better
from
than
not
a day off.
Right. We went from spending money on a day off to actually having an opportunity to making money, and I'm pretty sure we both sold pretty
Decent,
decently in
yeah.
merch.
Yeah.
So it's like,
You got that merch table too. You got the merch. You got it all laid out. Shit.
Yeah, we straight up told him, we were like, hey, like, you don't have to pay us. We don't expect much. Just give us a place to play, and we promise to try to bring
100% of your merch sales.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Got to keep that.
All of it.
Unless I'm playing,
yeah.
unless I'm playing like House of Blues.
We paid for that.
Yeah.
We paid for that. So.
yeah, no.
Well, there's some venues that will, like,
But
take a
unless you're the
percentage of
House
your
of Blues
sales.
Chicago or like some fucking major venue, you're not taking a cut of my merch sales. Are you fucking kidding me? No. If you're not
We've
giving
never
me your,
had to,
if
but
you're
I don't know
giving-
what I would do in that situation because I just don't.
If you're giving me your bar, you're gonna have some of my merch sales.
Okay.
That's a fair compromise in my
Right? Yeah.
If
We'll,
I- if
we'll
I
all
show up
split
to a
it. But if
venue-
your venue needs my merch or our merch
And I'm not
sales
getting-
to survive, then yeah, that's a flawed business plan to me. You know.
But I know that like packages like that Chelsea Grin package that was going around in 2019, it was like, oh god, Chelsea Grin, Acacia Strain, Left Behind, Traders, and there was one other band that's really sick, and I can't
But
think.
they were
Spite.
all, they were all taking merch
Spite.
money. or
And they had to pay out merch in a couple of shows just because I know a couple of the guys in those bands. And they had like, but it was like, like I said, like House of Blues Chicago. Like,
Right.
Right.
it's a venue that's gonna sell out on its own.
Right.
If I go to the machine shop and I'm selling $300 worth of merch, and Kevin Zink comes up and is like, "Hey man, if I could just take like a small cut of the merch," I'm be like, "Okay,
Yeah.
it's a machine shop. You have your own built-in fan base. There's no way I was making $300 if I wasn't playing here. So yeah, here's $50.
Right. A percentage.
Yeah, I guess.
But you got to have relationships with those type of people. You can't
You
just
gotta
come
know
up
that
to
you're
me.
not getting
Yeah,
fucked
you,
in the
you
end.
can't just come up to me and go, "Hey, give me some merch."
Yeah.
Like, okay.
At the end
No.
of the show, okay, well, this is where we take our percentage of the merch sales.
And this is where I tell you to go.
Get your
fuck
transactions.
yourself.
What does it cost for us to come on this show?
Huh?
What does it cost for us to come on this show?
Oh, just your time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just your time. I think this time that we've had though on this podcast has been well spent.
This has
Dude,
been
it's been a long
fucking
time. What time is
amazing.
I don't even know what time it is.
Is it Monday?
But I think
It's,
it's a good time.
Well, it's 6.
6.
And,
Great time. Wow.
as much as I would love to keep talking to you guys, I
think it's-
I do have other
I think it is
people
time.
with me that I have to go
is fun.
feed.
I think it is time.
That
to
4
end this.
hours.
I think if we
was
do
random.
a quadruple pod here.
Well, pow.
Oh, this is great.
This was great.
Fun times.
I'm very happy that you surprised me with the Nagazi brothers.
Same thing.
Surprise.
I was gonna say surprise for both of you.
Exactly.
Shit.
Like I swear to God, you were coming yesterday. Or
Yeah.
were you supposed to come yesterday?
Supposed to, yes.
Well, I mean,
Originally?
Original.
I don't know
Because
that.
he told me, he's like, hey, I'm thinking about it like a double thing where you kind of crash Dave's podcast on Saturday. And I was like, we're shooting a video Saturday. I'm like, we can definitely do the Sunday thing. I'm like,
Yeah.
if you want to do Dave Saturday and we'll just do Sunday and, we can
Yeah.
crash somebody else later. He's like, yeah, dude, I'll totally set it up.
No, I'm,
Yeah.
I'm glad you crashed mine because this was a very pleasant surprise. This was fun. I haven't seen you since Paul and I went up to go to
Mountain-
Midland
yeah,
at
you
Mountain
came-
Town.
Came
and
into Mountain Town.
I haven't seen you since we fucking played a show together at Rebels, I think. So,
Long time.
Yep.
I
I
was-
think Rebels was the last one. Yeah.
Yeah.
and the only person that's still in your band that I know is
Matt.
Matt. and
Yeah.
There just wouldn't be enough room in here for that. He's just too great.
Yeah.
Just too great.
Drop some knowledge.
All right, dude.
This has been a great time, though.
No, this is
fun.
great.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Good time.
That was really cool. Dude, I never had so much fun talking for 3 hours. It was great.